Enraging, right?
It really is.
Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. Enraging is what I hold in my hand. The allergies this season here in the New York area, really, really bad. You get allergies, Rich Voss?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
You're an allergy guy?
Allergic to Arabs. I used to be. I wasn't that bad for this early.
It wasn't that bad at all. Not bad at all.
No, sometimes
He's chuckling. Don't you want more than someone chuckling?
No, it's neutral. Chuckling gets you in the Hall of Fame.
Chuckling's good? Okay.
I had them for a while, but so far everybody's complaining so bad, but it's not fucking with my eyes or nose.
There's some kind of like super pollen that hit because it warmed up too fast or something. Maybe we could get, I don't know, a scientist or somebody to explain it. But so I'm getting really bad itchy eyes to the point where it's driving me nuts, right? So I ran into my allergist at a Jewish restaurant yesterday afternoon, a kosher place. Just happens to be in the neighborhood. I don't really like Jewish food, but they had other choices. And he was there, so he calls in a prescription. He goes, I can take care of your itchy eye problem. And go to CVS, and I called in a prescription for Pataday or something like that. It's a little eye drop thing. I go there. After my insurance, it's $25, right? Look at how small this is. They want you to put one drop per eye per day. There might be 20 drops in this thing. And I wasted 2 this morning trying to fucking get them in my eyes.
What is it for?
Itchy, allergic eyes.
It's like,
I guess it's
it's like a fucking supervisine.
Yeah, exactly. It better be a supervisine. Look how tiny this is for fucking. Does someone have a regular Visine on them? I'm gonna have to tweet this.
Well, they talk about fucking healthcare and healthcare reform. Why don't they talk about drug company reform? Bonnie,
Yes,
get morning sickness pills?
Morning sickness.
Lindsay.
Oh no.
Okay.
She's done all right with all that. Thank God.
She didn't have morning sickness?
No.
Bonnie had it, and she wasn't even pregnant. Just looking at me when she got up. That's worth a chuckle. So
we want more than chuckles.
The
here,
morning
man.
sickness pill we got from the insurance company was still $100 after insurance. It would have been $700 if you didn't have insurance.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's for cancer patients, basically. So the drug companies are like, cancer patients don't have insurance? Fuck them. They got to pay $700 for like 12 bills. It would be easier to be a heroin addict than fucking deal with these prescriptions.
$700 if you didn't have insurance.
Yes.
For morning sickness pills.
Yeah, well, they're technically for cancer patients.
Yeah, but you should let her just puke.
Huh?
You should just let her puke in the morning.
Yeah, but not.
I'm serious.
I don't know.
If you didn't have insurance, especially.
That's true. Yeah, I let them puke.
It's ridiculous what we spend for our drugs that we need to survive.
When like if I go to get a drug or something, like say I was getting stomach medicine, and say it was for 4 times, I could get a jar of it or whatever. And say my stomach was better after 1 jar, I would still get the other 3 and load up on them.
Right.
I'd get as much shit as because you never know if we get attacked and all of a sudden you're fucking stuck in your house forever.
Right.
And then you have the medicine. What I'm saying is get as much medicine as you can.
As you can now?
Yes.
Well, so I wasted a couple drops already, and look at this. It's like it's a third of the size of a regular Visine. This thing is tiny. $25 for this after insurance?
It would have cost at least $100 if you didn't have insurance. Can you imagine $100?
So I asked Kenny this morning. I go, Kenny, you're gonna have. I go, these drops are so valuable, and I got really itchy eyes. You're gonna have to put the drops in my eyes. Where's Kenny? Because Jimmy, did you know that he can't put drops in his own eyes?
No, but it doesn't surprise me. His little deep-set Doberman pincher eyes.
Yeah, look, he's walking down the hall smiling. I go, Kenny, I know we got to discuss this. This might be a little gay, but these drops are valuable, and I got to make sure they get in my eye. I think you might have to do this. I go, I'll hold my eyelids open and everything. All you have to do is get that damn drop in my eyes. And what'd you say, Kenny? You don't do drops, right?
I'm not a doctor.
You're not a doctor?
Yeah.
But then you shared with me that your wife has to put the drops in your eyes because why?
I can't do it.
Why?
To do it in Norton's eyes, you got to shoot it through a hole.
You don't.
Jim does his own eye drops.
Thank you, Kenny.
Really?
Yeah.
And you can't do it carrying his pillow.
No, I got to lie down with my eyes closed,
This is the truth.
and then my wife will put the drops in, and I just blink rapidly.
But she doesn't put the drops in because he has to keep his eyes shut.
Why?
So she puts it on.
Open 'em.
She puts it on the eye lid that's closed, and then he quickly opens and closes, hoping that it slides
fuck's the matter
into
with
his
you?
eye.
I
hilarious.
could never do LASIK surgery. Having that knife come right at your eye when you're awake.
Well, you grow up, you try. All you do is this. These are just my moisture drops. You have to hold it a little bit above your eye. Now I take my left hand and I hold my fingers open, and I put my thumb kind of look. I balanced a little bit of the little eye drop thing. My left thumb and my left pointer finger hold open my left eye.
Right.
I take the little dropper. I balance it on my thumb so it doesn't touch my eye.
Right.
And then I have my right thumb on my nose. So the whole thing's like a balancing works. And then you fucking boom.
He's doing it,
They're
bud.
fucking eye drops. You guys are making.
Well, really?
Give me the Visine. I haven't done it probably in my life.
There.
No.
Very easy to do.
I hope you get pink eye. Here you go.
Hey.
That's Butch's. Well, then I
don't know what
exactly. I don't know where he's been.
Well, you
No
can
offense,
still
Butch.
doing that, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can. So Kenny wouldn't do it. So my first attempt, I hit my cheek. Mars goes, "You missed." I'm like, "I know I missed. I felt the wetness hit my cheek. Thanks, Mars."
I was going to man up when nobody was looking.
I know. Also, Kenny goes, "All right, I guess I could try."
Dude, you can do it. You
No,
just gotta.
I finally got it done, but I wasted half my drops.
The drops
'cause
don't hurt.
There's no drops in here.
They don't hurt?
I'm not worried about the drops hurting. I want to get the drops in my eye.
I don't like Kenny blinking it in like a dog.
Right.
It's not,
That's what I do.
it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I go, "You're a monster. You can't handle,
I know.
getting eye drops right into your eyeballs."
He doesn't want a fist coming at his eye.
Right, exactly.
Maybe that's how you should do it. Get someone to put down their knuckles, fucking punch it in. Fucking brute.
When you get laser surgery, they have to put a knife to your eye, don't they? I
Well,
thought there was a
it's
shot.
whatever, it's a blade.
it's a blade, but I had it done. It's creepy. Because Kenny's talking about that. Like, most people don't want to go through LASIK surgery because they lift up the flap, and then all of a sudden you barely see for the few minutes that they're working on that eye.
I
It's
thought it was
creepy.
done with a laser.
It is.
It is.
But there's still a blade that comes down. It's
They,
all
they have to
computer.
cut up. They have to cut the cornea, and then they lift the cornea to get in there with the laser.
Did you have that done?
Yeah, both eyes.
I had it done.
It needs a little touch up at this point.
Uh-huh.
But I'm being 41. I don't know if I want to go back because my left eye had damage at one point.
You think that's the only thing that needs touch up? Jesus Christ, how about a chin implant? That wouldn't hurt.
It's all my chin.
But
Well, BJ Penn.
You had one.
BJ Penn, pointed out to everybody that he had a tough time putting you in an arm bar because he couldn't find your chin.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Did you see that video, Rich?
No.
Couldn't find my chin.
BJ Penn put him in an arm bar.
That's why you didn't play
And put-
football. The helmet kept falling off.
But after the show, he admitted he had a tough time because he couldn't find his chin.
Yeah, his leg didn't know what to do.
So then I spilled a little coffee in Kenny's car. I go, "Oh, Kenny," and he freaks out because he's an OCD. His car looks brand new, even though it's a year or so old now. So he opens up the glove compartment, and I find his Imodium. He's got Imodium in the glove compartment.
Ammonium AD.
AD, yeah. What's that for, Kenny?
In case I got to pucker up my asshole.
Yeah, but you get it enough where it has to be in the glove compartment.
No. But I keep it there for emergencies.
Imodium makes you shit or not shit?
No.
No,
Fuck it up.
that fucking closes up everything.
What
nice.
do you mean? You spray it in your ass?
That's a pill.
Yeah, he's going to put me in the arm bar.
Oh yeah, here's for Rich Voss, BJ Penn trying to put Jimmy in an arm bar, but he can't find his chin to put the leg underneath it.
Look at that.
Still fucking caused some pain.
Yeah.
Was that scary?
No, it was just, but I realized that it was pulling me both ways. And you feel your arm pulling and your chest because his leg is pulling back,
Yeah.
and you realize you're in deep trouble.
You couldn't get out of that and do a twist?
No.
No, he couldn't. Rich.
That's why you tap. No, you couldn't have gotten out of it. I wish he was here to show you.
Yeah, Rich, you could get out of that. It's BJ Penn.
Who the fuck is he? I don't
Exactly.
know.
He's a UFC fighter.
He's a former
Enough
champion.
already.
A former champion, right? He lost his last fight, but
Oh,
he's the real deal. Speaking of
small looking.
huh?
Yes, he is. He
Well,
fights
he's
at
one of the
155.
smaller fighters.
155.
How much do you weigh?
Oh, fuck, who knows?
175?
No, I hope I'm 170. I hope. What, you think I'm more?
Way more.
Really?
I'd say, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
fuck no. Well,
How
it's
tall
not
are you?
muscle. It's muscle.
It's muscle. You don't have muscle. Well, you work out.
Yeah, I fucking work out, man. What, are you kidding me?
You play golf. That's not working out.
Can I tell you a funny story about last weekend's gig?
Okay.
Sure.
I texted you. I don't know if you got the text from...
Wait. Are you texting? You got to text. Oh, well.
Testing his home number.
Yeah, I'll explain later.
I fucking was working in Allentown at a club called, I don't know.
Did you do Bearman show while you were there?
No, they asked me...
My old friend.
They asked me to do something in but I was in Ocean City
Okay.
the night before. And I was a special event for $15.
Oh, you did write me this.
Special event for $15.
Listen to this, Jimmy.
$15. And then the regular price was $14. If you weren't a special event, I was an extra $1. So if you didn't have a half a cup of coffee, you were able to see me last week. 15. It was an extra $1 for me.
Usually when it's a special event price, it's
$10
like
more.
at least.
Honey, do you have 4 quarters? So I
This
could
is a
go
special
see
event. I need an extra $1.
It was fucking...
That's kind of sad.
Bonnie was cracking up. I couldn't do nothing but laugh when I saw this on the guy's website.
Regular ticket 14, special event with Rich Voss 15.
And there were some people going, you know what, I don't know if I want to spend the extra $1
Yeah.
to see him. I just thought it was quite funny. That, I don't know, I think maybe...
It's more sad.
It is sad.
It is kind of sad.
It
Isn't
really
it?
is sad.
You guys want to hear a sad story?
That's a good point, too. But this week at Motley's in Boston, it's not $15.
Where's Motley's in
Where is
Boston?
it?
That's a new place.
It's been there for... It's supposed to be a cool room.
I've never
It's
heard of it.
Like in Faneuil Hall in that building or something.
Oh, all right. That's where the old connection
used to be. It's somewhere around there or something.
Okay.
I can't wait to get up there and get some fucking lobster rolls. Those fucking lobster rolls in Boston, man. Holy fuck, they are so good. I'm telling you, you can't get them. You ever have a lobster roll? It's the fucking best.
I want the last
Jimmy.
20 seconds of my life back.
Do you want to
really?
Yeah, why are you so excited about lobster rolls?
yeah.
Oh, you
lobster roll.
crazy? They're fucking so good. You go, I'm telling you, if you go all the way out to Kelly's and Saugus or the other one, Revere, but you can get them right at the Oyster House in Boston is the oldest bar.
That's in Faneuil Hall, right?
Yeah, and the fucking lobster rolls. You can't.
I will say the Oyster House that's where JFK used to eat. It's a great place to eat.
I miss Faneuil Hall. I miss that Boston thing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked living up there.
It's fucking great.
I don't think I had a lot of lobster rolls, though.
Fuck. Or they have, at Kelly's, I haven't been there in 15 years, they have oyster sandwiches, and they just fill the
What
fucking...
the fuck is an oyster sandwich?
Well, you take an oyster.
I like oysters. They're not raw, right?
No, they're fried.
Fried oysters, okay.
Fucking unbelievable. Boston's got some good fucking food, man. I'm telling you, I can't wait to get up there and eat. I'm not going to eat for 2 days.
You don't care about the gig. You just want to eat a lobster
I
roll
just
or
want
two.
lobster rolls and fucking golf.
Yeah. Hey, Jimmy, did you see the WEC? Speaking of BJ Penn, even though BJ Penn is UFC, obviously.
That fight the whole card was fantastic. That whole fucking card was great, man.
Faber Aldo.
That whole card, because they showed, if you notice, they showed the pay-per-view fights, and I think to make it a longer event, they showed some prelim fights and some earlier fights from the night that were on the pay-per-view, because a lot of it was first round knockouts and submissions, and every fight was great. I mean, there was the whole card was great.
Yeah.
But Faber Aldo was, I think we kind of knew that Aldo was going to beat him.
We knew Faber was going to have a tough time, but he was our boy. The only reason he was our boy because he was the only one that called.
Well, Aldo we couldn't have spoke to. He doesn't really speak English.
Oh, that would have been kind of cool.
Yeah, Patrice probably could have talked to him, and they would have agreed on a prostitution price. But he's Portuguese, Brazilian. But
Patrice speaks a little Portuguese.
Oh, sure he does. Yeah, but he doesn't know how to speak to a guy like Aldo. He knows how to negotiate. Yeah,
some pussy
He
prices.
knows how to Jew a girl down. This Aldo is fucking. He's got to be one of the top 4 or 5 fighters. And this is how good Joe Rogan is. In the first round, Faber was very aggressive, throwing these front straight leg kicks hard.
The foot stomp, right?
Yeah, a few of them. He was throwing pretty decent ones.
Those foot stomps, what? One of those would take me down. Like,
Yeah.
Please don't do that.
And he was very aggressive and hyped up, and Aldo was kind of hanging back and throwing some leg kicks. And I looked to me like Faber won the round, and my girlfriend, of course, she's like, no, I think the other guy won. I was like, shut up, Dykey. But sure enough, Rogan goes, all the really key punches were landed by Aldo. Like, it's just amazing how he sees a fight. And Aldo was leg kicking Faber. I mean horrendous. He actually floored him with a leg kick. He spun him around with a leg kick. Anybody that saw that Faber Aldo fight, you didn't have, first of all, if you saw the fight, you didn't have Time Warner Cable. Because I called Opie, we were going to see it. But I'm like, me and my girlfriend didn't go out to eat.
He wanted to see it on delay. I'm like, I got to see this live.
Yeah, I had to. Well, you know what it was? It was so late, I hadn't eaten. I had shot for 13 hours the night before, and I hadn't eaten at all. So it's 10 o'clock this night, and I'm like, I have to eat. So me and my girl are going to go eat, and I tape it on Time Warner. I buy it and I tape it. So I come back, and it's not taping. And I'm angry. And it's lit green on my guide, and there's a little dollar sign, so I call the fucking cable company. And this is why I want Fios in my build. Cable sucks a dick so bad. Do you know you have a $100 pay-per-view limit? Do you know that?
What?
On your cable?
What are you talking about?
This Time Warner Cable, you fucking stink as a company. You're a terrible company.
What do you mean $100 limit?
You can only order $100 worth of pay-per-views in a month.
Why? Why wouldn't they want more?
Because
people don't pay their bills, maybe?
People's kids had run the bill up. And I said, well, I'm sorry that you have such trash that pays for your service, but I pay my bills. And I'm like, why would your fucking service allow me to order this and not tell me? I'm like, your computer knows everything. You know exactly where I live. When I'm ordering this, you know exactly what account to go to.
Right.
Why does your computer not know to tell me you can't order this? Call the company. And I said this to the woman. I'm like, you've never made an error in my favor. Not once has the computer ever mistakenly knocked money off my bill, because they double charged me for a pay-per-view I got earlier in the month. Mm-hmm. Fucking ass. What a terrible... And they had problems in Manhattan on a blackout. There was a black screen for their HD channel, so you couldn't get it in HD.
Right.
First WEC pay-per-view ever, and you couldn't get it on Time Warner in HD.
Wow.
What a shit company Time Warner Cable is. Terrible.
And $100 limit.
Can you buy pay-per-view on every cable network? Like
all of them can, but I don't know if all of them have
But
the limit. I had mine up to $250, but you have to ask.
Look, I understand why they do that, but like you said, they could go into your account in the computer and realize you're a good customer, you're paying your bills, they could even figure out that you like MMA stuff because you're ordering the pay-per-view. It should be a no-brainer.
Or how about they say, if you're a parent, you can put a block on it.
Exactly.
How about they put the onus on the parents? And again, instead of people like me who pay our bills.
$100 limit is crazy because
childish.
Because the WEC was about 40. What was it? 44.
They're like
right.
$45. So I was at $99. I was so aggravated. Boy, they're if you're Time Warner Cable, you are. And I kept telling the woman, and I didn't curse at her, so she couldn't hang up on me. I'm like, this is.
Wait, is that the deal? You can yell and scream as long as you don't curse?
I didn't yell and scream either. You can't. I don't think you can be abusive.
Right.
But I was talking in this tone. I said, I just want you to know that your customer service is despicable.
Yeah, but don't you get, when you're talking to him, you know it means nothing to
Not
them.
true. I'm like, I'm not attacking you. And she's like, well, that's not what it sounds like. She didn't like it at all.
Fucking employee who doesn't give a fuck. She doesn't have stock options with the company. What does she care?
And it also,
I kind of agree with Rich a little bit.
You're right.
That's what's frustrating.
Yeah, it's like
when you do get a customer service person, you realize they're just some dummy trying to make a living. And where does this go?
Well, how about this? How about
but what we get to do is, all right, fine. We're going to talk about it on our radio show.
Well, I told her that, and she's like, the complaints go nowhere. They don't go. Nobody if you complain to a customer service rep, nobody finds out. So anyone who's ever had problems with Time Warner Cable, and I imagine, just keep calling the cable company and letting them know you want your complaint heard. It's the only way they respond is if you talk to these despicable people. Because they all have monopolies on these companies. So they can just continually fuck you and fuck you and fuck you. And you can't go to Cablevision or wherever else you want.
We don't have a choice here in Manhattan.
Anywhere.
Anthony has a choice. Anthony got sick of his local cable company. Ant's out. It's his birthday today. He's taking his birthday off. But he had some problems out there on Long Island with his cable. But he had choices.
His house.
So he dumped his cable company and grabbed Fios. Me and Jimmy living here in Manhattan in these buildings. We don't have a choice. We're stuck stuck with Time Warner.
The building has to be wired for FiOS, and I don't know if that's the building or Verizon.
What about like
there's
DirecTV or something like that? Or,
I don't.
You could do that, but again, your building has to have a certain hookup.
Yeah.
And I don't want DirecTV.
I'm not really sure what our buildings get.
Yeah.
I was talking with Ann over the weekend, and he was saying how Cablevision already called him to try to woo him back.
Of course,
yeah. Right. And then you got up and went and got him coffee.
That's funny. So,
why, Rich?
I like that one.
So, yeah, I mean,
to think that Ant would drink anything but alcohol.
See, you blew it. It might have worked if you said and you got him a Guinness or a Bud Light.
So they're already begging him to come back, right?
Yeah, and, within a month of switching, they want him to come back, and why would and all they want to do is offer you we'll beat the price that you're paying now.
Well, yeah, they should be.
How about you beat the service that I'm getting now?
Well, how about you just take care of the customers you got? Start there. Start there.
I told the woman on the phone, I'm like, do you know that people are leaving you for FiOS? I'm like, I just want you to know that it's because you work for a despicable company. And I told her, and I wasn't getting anywhere with her, so I told her, I had her on speakerphone, I'm like, you do know that I am taping this conversation. I happen to have a job. I wish I wasn't. I'm like, I have a job in radio. She's like, that's not okay. That's illegal. I'm like, why is it illegal? She's like, well, you didn't tell me. I'm like, are you taping me? And she went, yeah. I'm like, she said, well, I think so. I'm like, you didn't tell me.
Right.
And she said, but that's just so. I'm like, I don't care what it's for. That's not my business. You didn't inform me that I was being taped. Oh, and I make her life fucking miserable without yelling at her. But that's the only thing that these people respond to. They don't respond to just customer service because you're right. They don't have stock options.
Right.
They don't give a fuck.
I agree with you.
They're terrible.
I call Oxford. I got a new insurance.
Why would you call Oxford?
No, I got Oxford.
I think you meant the university.
So I got the health
Oxford
insurance.
Cable? What happened?
We're
talking about cable
customer
stuff.
service.
What happened?
It's the same thing. It's customer
we're doing
service.
customer service now?
My bill was...
Oh, I'm sorry. Your show. Go.
Go ahead, Rich,
I'm sorry. We're talking about customer service.
No, it's all about you and your fucking Oxford.
No, branch off. Go, customer service. Go.
Yeah, go ahead. Relate to Jimmy's problem by talking about Oxford.
He's talking about customer service.
We're talking about cable.
All right, what did you get? Boniva? Go ahead, go.
I'm just, if you're talking about customer service, I got stories. No.
All right, let's hear your customer service story.
Please, all
when
of
I
them.
first got my new insurance in January, it was $1,200 for myself, Bonnie, and the baby. $1,200 a month. So I paid 2 months.
Oh, is this where they fucked up and you called them and they're like, sorry, we made a mistake?
Yeah.
You already told that story.
No, I didn't. Did I?
How did I know the answer? Did
Because I told it
guess?
to you in the car.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
It's a good one. Go ahead.
All right. So, and then 2 months later, I'm just saying, we're talking customer service,
All right,
too.
I'm with you, Rich.
When you're doing
Like
it,
the
when he's
customers who are
talking-
paying for Sirius right now are not getting their money's worth.
Listen to me. Forget punchline, eyes open. What I'm saying.
Yeah, what do you close your eyes during a punchline?
Yes.
The audience certainly does.
Yes. Cannot see that.
Shut up, extra buck.
So 2 months later, I get a new bill for $1,650. I go, that's an extra $450. They go, well, we made a mistake. I go, well, who do I complain to? And they go, well, you can file a grievance. I go, who do I talk to? They go, nobody. They couldn't even bump me ahead.
You have to ask for a supervisor. You think I would like to speak to your supervisor, but I had the same problem with Horizon Blue Cross. They stink too.
The point is, there's nothing you can do.
They're terrible.
At least we have an outlet with a radio show, and that at least makes us feel a little better. But the people listening to us right now, they're calling customer service all the time and getting nothing done. Nothing.
I feel so bad for people that can't come on the air, because at least you know by going on the air, at least you know you're heard. Maybe there's one person or two people that are going to order it that don't. It's like, if that's the least you can do.
A great example, when Anthony talked about switching from his cable company to FiOS, I guarantee a lot of people followed suit. Yeah. A lot of people went to FiOS because of Anthony's rant. I guarantee it. So we got something done that day. My cable problem is that my internet goes out and I have to reboot the box like once a week. What the fuck is that about? And I call them and I get the runaround and they go, try this, try that, but it's still the same fucking problem. Once a week I'm rebooting.
It's a terrible service.
I'm paying over $100 a month. I shouldn't have to reboot.
I pay $212 a month.
For fucking cable?
Because I got every channel. Yeah, I get everything. It's a write-off.
I use it. I'm in the high 100s. Yeah, okay. I think I'm 170, 180.
You're an entertainer. You can write stuff like that off. If you use it legitimately for work, and it's like, that's why I have it. So there's something I can watch it.
But how can you, I'm sure there's a million things you can write off, which you can. How you, rationalizing watching something on TV helps your career? Tell me
as a comedian who talks about things for a living, like you don't see how watching films and movies to talk about, or like all the events you can see on TV, or all the topical shows. Every fucking channel has these reality shows you could talk about. Every news channel you could talk about. It's
All
like,
right, okay,
that's
a
how do you
stretch.
rationalize?
They're buying a
That's a
newspaper.
stretch. That's not even. That's not at all a
How do you
stretch.
rationalize?
Wow,
You don't
everyone
think
is
that's a
shaking.
stretch?
Not even a little.
To write that off, you don't think that's a stretch?
No.
Is that a stretch?
Yes,
No.
Yes, calm down. Relax.
Jimmy's
When
job
you
is-
get me the internet is you get all the information there. Are you ready?
That's also a write-off.
Hold on, let me call my accountant.
Wow.
Rich, what's wrong with you?
Of course it is, dude. As long as you can't,
Not that we did a huge break on it, but Jimmy saw the WEC pay-per-view and just talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
So he's working right
Dude,
there.
any of this stuff, papers. One of the times, hell of the time, I don't feel like fucking reading the paper. I don't feel, but I'm like, you know what? It's my fucking job to like kind of know what's going on and to fucking talk about it. I do Red Eye once a week, so it's like fucking I have to kind of watch and be informed. It's part of my gig, man.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's not even a bullshit write-off.
No,
It's
that's a real
legit
write-off.
one.
If you're in entertainment, that's a real write-off. You could write off your computer, your cable.
To a certain degree, you can't you can't buy a $10,000 computer and write the whole thing off and say I use it to type jokes. You got to, it's got to be
Within reason.
Within reason and honest.
Spectro in Michigan. I had the same internet problem where I'm rebooting all the time. After about the 5th tech visit, a guy replaced the modem and solved the problem. I don't want tech visits. I pay a lot of money for my cable. I don't want tech
That's
visits.
what the fuck it is. It's my modem. Why I keep having to reboot. You do it once a week. I got to do it like 3 times a night.
3 times a night?
Well, and my computer, I got to get a new computer.
Where are you live? You
in
live
Jersey.
Okay, you could get FiOS.
What's
Anthony
that?
loves the FiOS.
What's FiOS? What are you talking about, FiOS? Is that through the phone line? What the fuck is FiOS?
What do you think?
I've
FiOS?
seen
Hold
the
on,
commercials.
Danny.
I've seen the commercials.
All right, what do you think FiOS is? Let's start there.
Fiber optic network system. Fiber's the F.
What do you think it is, though?
A fiber network.
So what do you get with FiOS?
I don't fucking know. You probably get a lot of fucking fiber. I don't fucking fiber network. It goes probably, through your house.
You said you saw the commercials. So
Yeah.
what do you see?
It goes probably through your house.
It's like, what I did last time.
FiOS is nationwide, right?
Well, what
or
the
is there
fuck?
other companies
They're
doing?
working on it.
Is it going to your phone line? It's got to go through something to get to your house.
Where is FiOS right now?
It's across the country, but
It is.
they're updating. The
So
it might not be in your neighborhood yet.
I got you, but it is nationwide.
Yeah.
service.
So what are you
Okay.
saying? Like,
I'm just making sure that people understand what we're talking about.
is it,
Or if
is
it's
it fucking wireless through your neighborhood? Is that what you're saying? It goes wireless throughout the fucking... How the fuck does it get into your house? That's what I want to know. Through the phone line? It's got to get in there somehow.
The guy carries it in.
Keep talking. Talk it out. Talk it out.
I'm just
Rich.
saying,
You're
fiber optics.
fiber optics.
Okay, so it's fun. I'm not trying to play dumb. I just want to know.
But you've seen the
Because
commercials. What do you think it is?
I don't fucking pay attention because I never thought I was going to get it.
Explain the commercial.
I've seen a lot of commercials.
Explain the commercial you've seen for FiOS.
I don't remember which one is it, and then I'll explain it. Is that with the guy with the
guy,
red
good.
hair and the
Red
other
hair.
guy?
Okay. Who's the other guy?
The fucking fiber optic network seller for the fucking fiber. I don't fucking know.
Who's the other guy in the commercial?
Am I supposed to know the guy? Am I supposed to know the actor?
Why are the two guys in the FiOS commercial? One guy's the FiOS guy.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy?
The red hair guy. You talking about that commercial?
Yes.
He's the cable guy.
Okay, good.
Okay, so the
Good.
cable guy
Yeah.
is not getting he's not closing any deals because the fiber optic guy is in there fucking snatching everybody up.
Very good. So then now you can explain what FiOS is.
It's a better company
For?
due to their advertisement. They're not going to advertise fiber optics and go, well, we're not selling as much as the cable guy. So obviously they're going to lean towards their own product. Okay. I mean, that's sales. If you're selling a product, you're going to lean towards what you're selling.
There is a point in there.
Okay, so
a little bit of a point.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I don't pay attention because I always think, well, okay, I have fucking cable TV, okay, and my internet goes through cable and all that. So what the fuck am I going to just get rid of everything and start over?
Some
Is
people
that-
think FiOS is way better than cable.
So how the fuck does it get into your house?
And here's the thing for you, it's a choice. So if you're not happy with your cable system where you live, you
Yeah.
can at least maybe call FiOS and see what they have to
I'm
offer.
probably going to do that, but how do you get it into your
and see if
house?
it's something you want them to do.
How do you get it into your house? Does it go through a...
They have to like dig a huge trench and lay pipe.
No. Is it
plumber?
Is it fucking wireless that goes through the neighborhood? You're saying through the phone lines?
It's not wireless.
See, you don't know.
It's not. No, it's fiber cables.
They have
You're not going to dig a fucking hole in cable just for one customer.
Yes, your building has to be wired for it in New York. I don't know how they do it in a house, but there's a wire that goes to your house.
One simple wire.
Really?
It's not wireless.
And is it quick?
It's
Very,
way
very
quicker.
And now is your cable hooked to the fiber optic too? I mean, is it one fucking... Can you fucking download and buy movies through that too?
You can do everything on this that you could do on cable, and it's got better bandwidth, and it's got it's I don't know exactly what makes fiber optics, but it's a much better
wires
than glass, right? I know it's wires.
Yeah.
But it's
yes, Danny.
It's light pulses.
Is it light pulses? Okay.
That go
through glass, right?
Yeah, through
much
glass.
better than regular
fiber.
Do you have better bandwidth?
From what I've read up about it, Fios is faster. There is a percentage that Fios is faster than typical, broadband connections.
See, I'm with Comcast, and they're like the mob, because once you get in, you can't get out. They fucking bought up. It's like they're buying.
It's a monopoly.
Everything.
It's a monopoly.
And I don't know. I'm going to check into this whole.
You should
fiber
check it
thing.
out if you're not happy with your cable system. So, hey, did you do your homework assignment?
Well, I got a couple things.
Who came up with this idea? It's pretty good.
What? First of all, last time I was here, when this fucking Facebook that you helped me set up this fucking fan page, I didn't log out, and you guys fucked up my whole Facebook again.
Well, why aren't you logging out?
No, but what the fuck? Why do you act like kids? You guys say
why do you act like kids?
I know, it's like fucking really.
What told you that? The fact that we like cherries thrown at girls' assholes?
Why do you act like kids?
Yeah, you like.
Look around. This isn't reality.
Oh,
you're the best fucking lives on the planet. What are we supposed to do? Act like adults in this dumb environment?
Maybe help the guy the fuck out.
We did help, but if you're not going to fucking sign out of your own Facebook, you should expect that. What did they do that was so bad?
They put up fucking dumb pictures, old ones. I don't know what the fuck they did. I just went back in it and switched to fucking...
It really wasn't that much.
No.
I remember it was just a couple little things.
The profile picture was changed to that awful, terrible Voss and mid-sneeze picture. And I just changed his relationship status from married to single.
Yeah, but all these people are emailing me going, "Oh, I'm sorry," or "What happened?"
It's just fucking,
it's kind of good. I was getting
it's coming. I mean,
huh?
You and Bonnie doing okay?
What's that?
You and Bonnie doing okay?
Yeah, we had company over last night.
That means a black bull came over and they did a little cuckolding.
Oh, I could be so lucky.
Who were the company? You got like
another comic couple that are friends of ours, and they came over for dinner. Brian McKim and Tracy Skeen. They have that magazine, Shecky. What?
I don't know them.
You don't know them?
No. I'm sure they know me.
Probably, most likely.
No, I don't know them. Brian McKim?
So you hang out with other couples that are comedians?
No, they're the only one. Well, I mean, if Ralphie was in town, we'd hang out with him and Lana if they were in town. Mm-hmm. You know Ralphie used to do the show.
Of course. Ralphie still does the show.
Like I don't know. I was just saying because he doesn't come around a lot.
No, we haven't had a problem with Ralphie.
No. Yeah, no, I'm just saying because he hasn't come around a lot. I'm just saying if you remember.
Right. No, we like Ralphie.
Who else? That's probably the only couple. And they came over. I guess things are okay with us. I mean, what the fuck? I've been on the road so much,
Did you? So we asked you to bring in what today? 5.
What? They said just talk about tech shit.
No, but what did we suggest for him? 5 tech gadgets. His favorite 5 tech gadgets or something like that.
And why they're
and why they're cool. You can't come up with a list of 5. Like
I got 3 off the top of my head.
All right, you want to take a break and we could talk about that?
Let me explain something real quick. About assignments. Okay.
It's not an assignment. It's just a fucking...
That was the word you fucking used. I'm only going by what you use.
We casually asked you, fucking bring it... give us a list of 5...
Fucking Steve, this Jamoke texts me at like 1 a.m. or 11 a.m. Hey, can you do this? Or then the other one, would you put on an electrical dog collar? What am I, a fucking listener? No, I'm not going to put on an electrical...
Why, we did it. Huh? We did it. I got
all right, hold on. Let me explain. some emails were going around last night. You're coming in, and you're really good at tech talk, so we want to take advantage of that today. So, and we were going to get a little tech quiz or something together and have you wear a dog collar, and if you got something wrong, we're just going to zap you. What's wrong with that?
Oh,
if you get all the questions right, we don't zap you.
Oh, that's good, and it's kind of a win-win for me because because either I get zapped,
you don't want to be
or
zapped
I get
by
nothing.
You don't want to be zapped by the dog collar?
Yeah, no, really.
Because you're not a listener.
Maybe if I get them really wrong, you start pulling teeth or do stuff like. Why don't we really, make this happen?
Don't give us the ideas.
Yeah, put on a dog collar and get zapped. What the fuck?
We all got zapped by the dog collar.
Oh, probably one time, real quick, right?
It's not fun. If you get your questions right, you don't get zapped. What? Come on.
Well, how about if I get them right, then I get something as a prize.
Maybe I'll give you money or something.
That's something that's fucking real. That could happen. Okay.
Well, I'll give you money. What are you? What were you again? The feature?
No.
You were the featured comic that night?
No, the special event.
The special event.
The featured comic. That was the special event.
Jesus. All right, so you're not doing the dog collar, but we could still talk about tech and your tech gadgets?
I would love to talk tech. I fucking learn so much when I leave here. I'm already going to go get the Fias.
Fias?
Yep. I'm going to get it.
You're going to get the Fias?
I think so. If it speeds up my computer.
It's not going to... Fias isn't going to do anything.
What's so funny about that? It goes quicker.
Fias
he just said it's quicker than I said if it speeds it up, he laughs. I don't understand.
So you're going to call who?
Whoever fucking sells it.
Fias.
No, that's what you're buying, but you got to buy it through a company. I guess either Verizon or whoever the fuck sells it. I got to do research. It's not, there's no Fias company. What am I, a fucking idiot? Yes, but
Jimmy is speechless.
Huh?
Fias, right, Jimmy?
I don't know what to say to you.
What are you talking about? Fias. What do you call it?
What it's supposed to be called.
What's it supposed to be called?
Fios.
Oh,
big
you guys are
deal.
so big deal, so technical. The kids are joking again.
We're just saying the word right.
Uh-huh.
I don't think we're being snooty by going, no, it's not Fias. We're saving you the humiliation of saying it wrong.
Right.
On the phone.
You won't even be able to find Fias.
Fias.
How do you spell Fias?
Fios.
So why would you pronounce that Fias?
Fios. Fias. What the fuck?
What's behind you?
Fios.
Mars is dying. He's laughing so hard. Fios. Now put it together.
Fios.
There you go.
Thank you.
Just want to hug you, but then you'll freak out because you don't like human touch.
No, he doesn't like being.
Look at him. He gets all fucked up.
But in wrapping up, to go bring it back, if you didn't see the fight, see it. Even though you know who won, check it out online if you can.
Did you see the picture Uriah Faber was tweeting last night?
No.
It's on my Twitter. Nice way to promote me today, Opie Radio. But his fucking leg.
What is that?
He was kicked.
Could you find that, Danny?
He was kicked. So this Jose Aldo, and Aldo could have, I think, knocked him out at the end. But I really think that he was being merciful because it was his hometown. I think he was just being a fucking sportsman because he had really beaten the shit out of him.
Yeah.
This guy, his kicks were fucking horrendous.
Don't you panic like when you're if someone got you when you were a kid and you were wrestling and they got you under it, you panic and stuff. That's claustrophobic behavior.
Well, no one likes to be held by another person in a violent way.
There you go. Well,
look at that leg.
Danny, because he was getting,
it's all over the internet.
He was being kicked from being fucked from fighting.
Who's
That was his left leg.
Okay, you could go to Uriah Faber's Twitter. URIGAH.
It's JA, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. God, sorry.
I believe it's J.
It's catching today. URIGAH. I'm sorry. FABER on Twitter. You can see Uriah Faber's leg after the fight. That's fucked up. And someone was telling me on Twitter last night that he doesn't take painkillers. This guy's never taken an aspirin in his life. He just deals with the pain without any of that.
Look at the swelling. His knee is swollen. Because this Aldo...
And that's only a few hours after the fight. Today, that's got to be even worse.
This Jose Aldo, is a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. He was like a world champion jiu-jitsu fighter.
Yeah.
Brazilian champion. He's fucking 23 years old. He is fucking really a dangerous fighter, man.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the best. A lot of people talk about moving him up to UFC, but I think he should stay in WEC and fucking just kill everybody.
I saw some young guys fighting on that shit last week. They were like fucking good, man.
Yeah, the WEC is like they're lighter. I mean, they're not necessarily younger, but they're all lighter.
All right, why don't we take our first break? So after the break, Rich has got 5 tech gadgets his favorite 5 tech gadgets out there. You said you had 3? You can't come up with 2 more?
Yeah, I'm sure I can.
Or 2 that you hear people talking about, maybe. Just 5 tech gadgets. Can you just write that little list for us?
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah.
And where are you going to be? Motley's?
Motley's in Boston this weekend.
And having some of that lobster roll.
Just a lobster roll, playing fucking Granite Links. Yeah, email me for real. Tell me about this course, Granite Links, people. I heard it's like fucking great.
Where is it? I live in the Boston area, but where?
Quincy. How far is Quincy from Boston?
I forget now. Maybe, let me think. Is that 35 minutes, maybe?
Oh, is that fucking far?
I think so. I think.
Yeah, it's like a half hour.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I got to get a hotel, somewhere outside of Boston. I want to stay outside of Boston, and that's too far. Fucking half an hour. Fuck. I got to find something closer. Can you guys get me on some morning radio in Boston? Do you guys have any
Toucher and
connections?
Rich.
Who?
Toucher and Rich will have you
They're
on
big
in a
up there.
second.
And they're in trouble, too.
Who can
They're
get
in
me
trouble?
Yeah, in this shitty, maybe not in trouble, but it was mentioned that they said,
What did they say?
They just talked about Tim Tebow, and I think it was Toucher was just saying that there's something, it was all Lily White, and, he might be a Nazi. Just joking, and they're saying, well, I just got fired for saying nappy-headed hose. How come you could say not, it's just...
Oh, please.
Fucking, the whole country just sucks. They're funny, man.
Tebow is such a goody two-shoes. That's the joke to do.
Yeah.
That maybe he's secretly a Nazi. That's just a simple joke to do.
Who's the radio I did in Boston? It's like 4 people in studio. They seem like older guys. Of course, there's a lady there, like 3 or 4 older... I don't fucking know. It's over by some industrial
You just
area.
explained every morning show in America.
Exactly.
Well,
Well, do we have
Boston
microphones and a
radio.
button that says cough?
Yeah, give me a little more than that.
White. I don't know. So who's this Toucher and Tebow? Who are
Toucher
they?
and Rich. Toucher and Tebow.
Oh, whatever. Fuck. Rich and Tebow or Rich and Toucher. What are they? Morning radio?
Toucher and Tebow.
They're not going to have you on now. You don't even know who they are.
Well, I don't live in fucking Boston. How am I supposed to know who they are?
Do you listen to our show? We have them on every once in a while.
No, I don't get up that early. You guys won't turn on my XM. I'm not.
We could call them.
Yeah, call them. Get me on Friday morning.
We could call them like today maybe and do a couple minutes with them.
All right, let's talk with them.
Talk sports with them.
Are there sports radio?
They used to be like us, but then they decided to take the station all sports. So now they're forced to speak a lot of sports.
Yeah, they're big in Boston?
Yes,
they do really well.
They do very well. CBS and all their brilliant radio moves decided to take a show that was as good as their show and make them do sports. Although I think they're doing well with it, but still.
Mike in Boston is saying, let's go to Mike real fast. Mikey.
Good morning, boys.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Quincy's only depending if you're on the highway, 10, 15 minutes from Boston. You can actually get to New Hampshire in 35 if you drive fast enough.
Wait, so you're saying Quincy's only 15 minutes from
man,
Boston?
And you know what? I'm losing it as far as my Boston references go. I always thought it was longer than that. All right, so
I was just in Quincy driving through Boston about 2 minutes ago. So
I believe you.
15 minutes, yeah.
I believe you.
Yeah, go up 93. You can get to New Hampshire in 35.
So you could get a hotel in Quincy.
Are you from the Boston area?
Yeah.
Well, his name's Mike in Boston.
Oh,
so.
I didn't hear. Do you play golf?
Yes, I do.
How's Granite Links?
I have not been, actually. It's a little pricey for my likings, but...
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I'm not that good.
Yeah, I heard it's expensive, but not for me. You know why it's not expensive for me?
Why?
Because I just mentioned them 3 times.
Because you're a blubbering ass.
That's Plugola. You know,
No, I'm only kidding.
You know they take you away for that, right?
Really?
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
Rich,
you're going to jail
let me
for
pipe
that.
in real quick here.
What?
You asked, does it come wireless, through the phone line? Are you kidding, Rich? Wireless through a phone line?
He did say that.
What wireless is? Holy
Cable.
shit.
That's when Jimmy went speechless.
That's a good.
You
that's a
actually
good
said
point.
wireless through the phone line. You
Be
did say that, Rich.
Yeah, be careful. You don't want to drive your truck into a ditch. But you're right. That's
Why
a
are you
good
making
point.
fun of Mike from Boston for
I didn't
pointing
make-
out that you might have made a little mistake?
I didn't
trying to
make
help you.
fun
What's
of
wrong with
Mike.
you?
You're
I didn't
humiliating
make.
yourself.
I didn't
I
make.
drive my truck into his fake teeth.
Jesus. It's like a bunch of little walls. Good luck, sir.
I wasn't making fun of Mike.
Right,
Mike was
stop.
helping me out with the
And
country.
also, Bell in Hand is the oldest bar in Boston. Bell in Hand.
Bell in hand.
Bell,
I guess that's the Paul Revere.
Bell in Hand. Yeah, that thing, I think that place has been around, I don't know, for like 200 years or something.
Oyster Bar is supposed to be the first bar in the country.
I think it's Bell in Hand is the first bar
Maybe
in
it's
the
the
country.
first oyster bar in the country.
Maybe we can look that up. I think Bell in Hand is the first bar in America.
Oyster Bar is so fucking good. Is that the one where they used to stand around? They said, like, Webster would come in and they would all, like, just throw stuff on. If that's the bar, there's an interesting history to it. Don't cough at me.
I went like this.
I know, right at me.
Yeah, say-
Your hands are too small to cover. His little fucking granite fingers are too small to cover his mouth, so it looked like he was whispering to me and he started coughing.
That was the worst cover-up for a cough.
Yeah, this is what you just did. Right at me, tiny hands.
You actually made it so it would go more directed to
doll
Jimmy's
hands.
face.
Oh, sorry.
Oh my God.
By the way, I had to do a photo shoot yesterday, and I had to look at the photos. I'm just ugly.
You just realized that?
No, but sometimes when you have 600 pictures to prove it,
Really?
I'm just homely.
No, you're not.
Shut up.
You get a lot of, before you had a girlfriend, you had pretty girls in life.
Big deal, because I'm funny.
No.
Yeah.
No. You're packing.
It's true.
Yeah, he is packing. We've all
Decent
seen
dick.
it. It's
If they can get past your stomach to your dick, if they can get over that speed bump, it's a nice dick.
back to Danny. That bar's been there since 1795.
Yeah, Bell in Hand is the 10th oldest bar.
10th oldest.
Yeah, so there's still 9 more bars older than Bell in Hand.
How old? We understand what 10 old is. How fucking...
Well, for Rich, you kind of have to explain
that's
things a
true.
little extra.
And there is an 11th that is not as old.
Now the oyster,
How about
oyster bar, is that above that?
Probably 1982.
No, let's see. Number 9 is Warren Tavern in 1780.
Where's that though? For America. For America.
Charlestown,
Massachusetts.
Then
Okay.
you have The Tavern, 1779.
In
Abingdon, Virginia.
Okay.
Arlington.
I'm sorry, what does that say?
No, I'm saying there's one in Arlington, too.
No, you're not.
There's at number 7, the Griswold Inn Tap Room. That's 1776, and that's in Essex, Connecticut.
Okay.
The Horse You Came In on Saloon, 1775 in Baltimore.
Fuck, I want to go to a couple of these places.
Yeah.
Jean Lafitte Blacksmith Shop in New Orleans. Frances Tavern in New York.
Wait, where's that one in New York?
That is 54 Pearl Street.
Oh, no kidding. Okay, we got an old bar here in New York. That's kind of cool.
The Pirates House in Savannah, Georgia.
Is that Manhattan
That's number
Pearl
3.
Street or no?
Middleton's Tavern in Annapolis.
1750.
And
Number 1.
the oldest is the White Horse Tavern in Newport, Rhode Island.
Wow.
Well, what the fuck? Where is the Oyster House in this?
Maybe it's an old oyster house, Rich.
Yeah.
Damn, 1671, Denny?
Yep, for 73 for the White Horse Tavern.
That's the oldest bar in America. That's pretty cool. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll continue with Rich Voss and Jimmy today. Do a
And
little tech
happy
stuff.
birthday to little sweetie.
Yes, happy birthday.
Hope he's
Nancy.
vomiting into a toilet on his shoes.
Taking his fucking birthday off. What's he, 18?
That's a great hat. That's a great hat.
Yeah, UFC sent us a whole box of stuff, man.
Thank you. Is there any more of those hats?
You want one of those
let me
hats?
look- I don't look good in hats, but let me look through these.
Put the hat on, Jimmy. I think you look terrific in hats.
Oh, you're just being loving.
No, I really
Not this
think you
one.
are.
My head's clean.
No, there's one.
Oh, okay.
Rich, look how nice he looks in a hat. See? Oh my God! Why don't you look good in hats?
I don't know. It would be the head, I think.
What is? You think it's just the head?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see that one.
Yeah, that's a hip. Try the hip hat.
That's
on.
fucking, what's his name? Barnes' hat.
Yes, Ricky Barnes
Ricky
wears
Barnes.
that. You're going way too inside right now.
Can't photo me in this hat.
Iraq will be tweeting the fucking hat picture. Jimmy just doesn't look good in hats. I don't get it.
Let me see this hat.
We're doing
why do you
radio,
wanna see mine? I
Rich.
can't see yours. You're right. Exactly.
Rich, put your hat back on so we can fucking do some radio, please. Thank you.
Why, my hair's a mess, huh?
I don't notice that your hair's a mess. Bonnie is supposed to notice that stuff for you.
I just don't look good in
Where do you
hats.
know this? Did I just
About
have a
you?
nice, thick, full head of hair?
You do have more hair than me.
Oh, I
and
wasn't
you're, what, 10,
insinuating
12
that.
years older at least, right? And you got a lot more hair than me. Jesus, look at that head of hair. What the fuck, Rich?
That's because there's nothing directly under it.
Fucking a root. It's a root system where the brain should be.
That's a nice.
Let me
Nice
see.
hat. The UFC has
That's
great
what I'm
gear.
wearing.
You got one of these?
Yeah, right here. Don't wear the same
That's
fucking hat as
mine. What are
me.
you putting my hat on for? You didn't want me to put your fucking hat on.
Are you going to keep it? You don't
Yes.
like it? You
Yes.
said you don't want a hat.
I don't look good in a lot of things I keep. Fucking made your Jewish hair in my fucking Catholic hat.
Fuck, I'm sorry.
Hey, do we have a Bret Michaels update? What a bummer that was when that hit on, I think, Friday. Bret Michaels had a massive brain hemorrhage.
Fucking amazing.
Was rushed to the hospital. He's in, I guess my update is that he's in critical condition.
No.
But he's talking though, right? He's talking, but he's got slurred speech. He's got blurry
I
vision.
had that my whole life.
He's got a few things going on, and they can't figure out where he's bleeding from still.
That's because we won't let him take the headband off.
That's what a lot of people said. you would think he wouldn't fucking brain hemorrhage.
Get out of here. He's that fucked up?
With that headband of his, you think it would keep it all tight and nice for him.
What is a brain hemorrhage exactly?
I don't fucking know. I guess your fucking brain starts bleeding badly. That's all. So I don't know what causes it. I don't know. I mean, maybe Dr. Steve could call today and explain the brain hemorrhage thing.
Yeah, is it stress or,
If he's going to be our doctor, if he's going to be the show doctor, he should be prepared and he should be on the line.
Exactly.
With his brain hemorrhage information.
How about you do a little doctoring?
Yeah, let's do this.
Brett's such a nice guy, too, man.
Steve, what do we got on him?
Met him?
Oh, many times he's been
Yeah,
a great guy.
He's probably, a lot of people around here have said it, one of the nicest guys we've ever had on this radio show.
Yeah, I hope he's all right.
He's just such a great guy. Yes, Steve.
I talked to Pete, his guy that one of his road managers over the weekend, and he can't comment directly on it, but one of the things I said was I've been reading a lot about Brett in the tabloids. I tend not to believe it. What's really going on? And the only thing he said was believe it. It's bad. He's still in the ICU.
Oh,
they don't know what's causing it. And, they'll keep us posted. But, yeah, he's in bad shape.
He's in bad shape.
Well, he was in there a week ago with, his appendix or something fucked up?
Early April. So they're thinking maybe somehow the two are connected. I don't know. I don't know how the two would be connected. One is, way down there, and the other one's way up here. So how's that connected?
Blood clot or whatever. I mean, I don't even know.
Let me say hi to Megan in D.C. Megan!
Hi.
Hey, what's up, Megan?
I need advice from Jimmy. Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi, Megan. Thank you.
It's Anthony's birthday today.
Well, all right, here's my problem. So, should I go on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My husband got kicked out of a massage for getting an erection.
Okay.
And I don't believe that they would do that, because I think it's probably really common for guys.
Wait. You can't just, like walk us through it a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't just casually say he got kicked out for having an erection. Where did he go and what happened?
Right. Where was
It
this?
was one of those chain massage places.
He got burned up in a fire. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, all right. So he goes to one of these chain massage places, right?
Yeah, so, one that's definitely on the up and up, because it's like a chain,
Right.
Okay.
And he said that she was a lesbian, and she was telling him about her girlfriend and all this stuff, and he, started to get turned on, and he, turned around, and he had wood, and she got all freaked out and, ended the massage and told him he had to go and that there were code violations.
All right, so this is why we asked you to explain it. I mean, if the massage therapist is talking about her lesbian experiences or her lesbian friend, how are you not getting it?
Was your husband pushing his hips up? Was he indicating to her that he wanted her hand, to go to the erection?
You guys are really fuzzy. It's really hard for me to understand you. I'm sorry. Can you ask me that again?
Was your husband pushing his hips up or kind of moving a little bit to indicate that he wanted the therapist to touch his erection?
Well, that's what I don't know, because I don't feel like they just kick people out of normal massages just for getting an erection if they're being totally...
Something suspicious here, because if
but who knows?
A normal massage therapist isn't going to start talking about her lesbian friend, you said?
Yeah, well, he said that she was talking about her girlfriend and stuff. I'm sure she wasn't going into, great detail to get him excited.
Right.
Your husband may have just got a rod, and maybe he didn't do anything. Maybe it just did bother her. If she's a lesbian, maybe she was bothered by the fact that his dick got hard. He could be just telling you the truth, too.
He probably said, what are we going to do about this?
Yeah.
Maybe
he pointed at it and said, suck it or die.
Right. Maybe your husband isn't telling you everything.
Maybe you're not doing your job at home.
All right, Rich. Why do you have to go there?
I
Megan
tried.
calling our show.
I also was calling in to say that that you guys are too mean to Rich, but now I changed my mind.
Good.
I wasn't talking to you.
See, your only fucking friend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why can't we talk to him, Megan?
What?
I would love to talk to him.
Oh, he's not with me. I'm in the car driving to work.
Oh.
But he insists he didn't say anything untoward.
Well, maybe he didn't, but where's this Svengali?
I mean, I believe you. If he's telling you about his experience, then I think that, obviously something weird happened.
I just don't want to throw another guy under the bus for doing what I would have done.
So what was the question for Jimmy?
What was the what?
What was the question
I
for
forgot
me?
what the question was for Jimmy.
Oh, I just wanted to know if it was possible that they would have thrown him out if he really hadn't said anything.
Not the places he goes to.
Yeah, the places I go to, they throw you out if your dick doesn't get hard. I don't
hit it with
know.
a hammer if it doesn't get hard.
Sure, I mean, that's not that crazy to think they would have thrown him out. Chances are, look, most times I think that people have gotten thrown out, they've asked for something. But he might not have. It's hard to tell with some therapists sometimes. Some legitimate therapists will do things that you think, like, maybe. And then it turns out they are legitimate and they just happen to brush your asshole lightly, but, like, actually, it really wasn't accident. Like, you never know. So who knows?
Well, he was very depressed about it.
He probably
Did he have to
blow
pay?
up.
He didn't have to pay, did he?
No, he didn't actually have to pay, I don't think.
Oh,
He was probably mortified, though. He has a fucking boner, and they're telling him to leave.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's a legitimate place. That's pretty funny.
They all, his little robe is tenting out. Everyone knows what just happened. Boo.
Puts his jeans back on, and his mushroom head is popping out the top as he walks out.
His swollen red cockhead, and he's got to go home and sit next to Megan. How was it? No, forget it.
He's using his belt to tie it down to make sure it doesn't pop as he's walking through the mall shamelessly.
Now, how did he tell you he got kicked out? Did you ask how it was?
Well, they just said they have to end the massage early.
All right. I don't know.
I don't know.
I bet he was
very embarrassed about it, and I wasn't even in town. I was, all the way across the country.
I bet he was scooting his hips like a dog on the rug.
Maybe she was hinting at something, and he didn't pick up on the hint, and then she was annoyed. Like, maybe it wasn't a legitimate place. He thought it was. She's doing the lesbian talk shit to go, hey, you could get some more action here. And he didn't pick up on it. And then maybe she was annoyed because she wanted to move on to the next guy that might pay a little extra.
Or maybe
I don't know.
she was getting weird vibes from him. Maybe she was getting some kind of sexual vibe from him and was trying to say, oh, yeah, my girlfriend.
What was your first clue? The raging hard-on when he turned over?
Or maybe she was rubbing the back of his leg and he kept bucking his hips up to get her fingers close to his balls, which she didn't want. So maybe she mentioned she had a girlfriend as a way to go, hey, back off, I'm gay, I'm not into this. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, we don't know.
That might be possible. I think he'd probably been drinking, and he definitely starts turning girls off left and right when he's been drinking.
Would you be mad at him if he was trying to get his dick jerked a little bit?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I could deal with that. I mean, we've done some pretty crazy stuff, so I don't know.
What?
Like what? Yeah.
Just like some swinging stuff. So.
Well, what swinging stuff, miss? There's a lot of this. Let's get into it a little bit here. I want to know.
Not like hardcore or anything. Like
Okay.
Not like full swaps, just like.
Full what?
Swap. It's where you fuck
swap.
her and she fucks your husband. What kind of swap did you do? Partial or just?
What's this?
Maybe
world?
blowjob or hand job. It's like not a full fuck.
Yeah, like just mainly like just the two girls hooking up.
And what do the two guys do? They just jerk each other off on the couch
and drink a beer.
No, they kind of participate, but only with the girls.
with their own girl.
Yeah.
So basically, you girls are like making out, eating each other's pussies, and the two guys are fucking. You.
Yeah, kind of.
So did both of you girls blow each guy though?
Yeah, I guess we've done some of that. Not like a ton though. We haven't.
Go ahead.
I don't know. We have a kid now, so we can't do stuff like that.
All right, well, fine. Don't include
so
keep the kid the babysitters. Don't bring him over.
So she's blowing the other dude?
Yeah. So both of you kind of blew. You and the girl. Who did you blow together? You and what girl? Like not her name, but like you and a girl blew her husband and your husband.
Well, the problem is we're not too popular when we meet people because I don't mind seeing him with other girls, but he minds seeing me with other guys. So it's like, he'll be like, "Oh, I can have your wife, but you can't have mine."
Yeah, who goes for that?
That doesn't sound like it would be.
Your husband's an asshole. Who goes? who goes for that? Unless you know.
Pretty clever if you think about it.
What's that?
Pretty clever if you think about it.
But that's like cuckolding. Unless another guy. Does your husband like have a big dick?
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
All right, so maybe another guy would want to see a guy with a bigger dick fuck his wife. Maybe that would be an attractive quality to this couple, where, you know, the guys end up being cuckolded like that. But I can't quite. Why would you do? On principle, I would never do that.
What, the whole thing?
No. If I was with a girl, I don't think my girlfriend would do it anyway, but if I was with a girl who would do it, or and the other couple where the guy wants to fuck my chick, but I couldn't touch his, I go, fuck you, buddy. On principle, it would annoy me.
Oh, yeah, no, I know. He's aware that, you know, if the lessons or opportunities.
That's fine, though.
What if you guys were with another couple and you and her were fooling around and then you looked over and he was blowing the other guy? No, for real. Would that freak you out? What would you do?
What would you do if his cheek was puffed out like he was eating a lolly?
What would you do? Like, would you go? I mean, because you're eating pussy, you know. Say.
I don't think I would like it. It's just not something that I like the thought of.
Obviously, we can never get together.
How about if you looked over and your husband was sitting on the floor with his head back on the couch, and the other guy was sitting on your husband's face, and your husband was eating the other guy's rusty asshole?
Oh my God. Would that be a problem?
And then he came over to kiss you.
Would that be a problem in your marriage?
And the other
we have some really good gay friends that are going to love listening to this conversation.
No, but would it turn you off?
It's a very good question. Listen to Jimmy closely, please.
Would it turn you off if the other guy was sitting on your husband's face, getting his ass eaten, jerking off, yelling, "Help Daddy come"? Help Daddy come. Would that turn you off?
Yes, I think it would. That's too bad, but I guess it would.
Wow, you guys got some double standards in your relationship. It's okay for you to eat puss.
Yeah.
But he's not allowed to get fucking throat fucked.
What happens if you were laying on your back in your pussy eating, and you open your eyes and you see your husband's eyeballs on the bed because he's getting rammed in the ass so hard?
Oh, God.
What would you do if you and the other girl were making out and you looked over and the other guy was standing over your husband pissing in his mouth? Would that turn you off?
Guys, but I got to go to work now.
And then he gets on the phone and has an argument with Time Warner Cable.
Exactly.
I like that.
He lied about something. He was in a massage place, and it was an Asian gentleman who was rubbing him. And he asked for a little sucky. And the guy goes, "You have to leave, sir. I don't do that." And you know what happened?
Call Dr. Laura.
Your husband grabbed the crotch of a male massage therapist. He reached over and he let his knuckles brush the guy's cock as he was standing there massaging him. And he cupped it, and the guy was like, "Whoa, buddy."
And the guy turned your husband around and goes, "What are you, a lesbian?"
Your husband, that's what happened. Your husband hit on a male massage therapist.
It looks like you have double standards in your relationship.
Yeah, tried to get his fucking pole tugged.
What's wrong with you? You're licking pussy. Why can't he have a little fun?
The other guy wants to tune on a little meat. Let him go. Let him play the meat flute while you're sitting in God's eyes. Let him do the same.
Oh, fuck. Megan, comment?
Yes.
What is he allowed to do with another guy while you're eating pussy?
Right.
It's never a question because he doesn't want to do anything with other guys.
That he tells you.
Yeah. How about if they weren't stuck at each other's dicks? How about if you just heard your husband go and spit on the other guy's cock and then just grab it like real rough and manly and stroke it with his own flu spit on it? Would it turn you off?
It's been great.
Megan, one more question.
No, one more question.
One more question.
Yes, Jimmy.
Would it turn you off if the other husband sucked your husband's dick and then you went to suck it and there was flu breath on your husband's dick?
She's got it.
She wanted no part of that fucking discussion.
No.
Whose dick isn't hard? I challenge anyone.
We lost Dr. Steve. He was going to explain the whole brain hemorrhage thing. That's a scary thing. It started with a headache. Bad headache. He's complaining of a headache, went to the hospital or whatever. They rushed him to the hospital, and his fucking brain's bleeding.
I'm glad he's alive, though. He's a really good dude, man.
I hope he's going to be okay.
Yeah, me too, man.
And he's on that Celebrity Apprentice.
Yeah.
Big episode last night.
Yeah, which we were maybe supposed to be in, but weren't, and we don't know why.
Well,
we're trying to find out behind the scenes what happened.
Well, we had Sharon, Brett Michaels, and Maria
on the phone.
On the phone, and we did a great segment for the Celebrity Apprentice, and they wanted the audio. And then, you know what? I've talked to our guys, I've talked to the bosses, and there's something going on. So, Celebrity Apprentice wanted to use the footage bad, but they're saying through our guys that the lawyers here at Sirius XM made it a major problem with the contract that they sent over for us to sign, and they wanted the contract rewritten, and by the time it was rewritten, it was too late for the Celebrity Apprentice people because they were already editing the episode. Celebrity Apprentice saying our guys, meaning the lawyers here, blew it for us.
So
and they said that there was a 2-minute stipulation or something. They could only use 2 minutes of the Opie and Anthony show on Celebrity Apprentice, no more than that.
If that's true, that's
insane.
Dummy would say you can only advertise for free for 2 minutes.
Right.
Shows on Sunday night.
If Celebrity Apprentice wanted to make it into an Opie and Anthony episode, why would that be a problem? I think there's more people watching Celebrity Apprentice than listening to this horse shit.
What?
Especially today.
Fucking
Sorry, Rich.
Dummy.
Blame it on you that the show sucks so
What
bad.
dummy would say that?
Yeah, I cut you guys out of Celebrity
What
Apprentice.
fucking dummy would say only 2 minutes?
Do we have Sam here?
Holy shit! If that's true,
well, he was in the middle of the. Well, I asked some people around here, and they go, "Well, the lawyers got back to them, and there was no problem on our end." I'm hearing there was a major problem on our end.
If that's true, I hope somebody tells Mel that it's like, how counterproductive is that? It's like you want free advertising and mentions, and if the legal team here screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
It's unforgivable.
Sam, what do you got on this? Wait, what do you got?
I was just showing Jim where.
Now, you're not going to get in trouble. Well, just tell us what you know about this situation. All I know is the Celebrity Apprentice people really enjoyed the interaction we had with three of their people, when they were in, doing their show.
Basically, when Brett, Michael, Sharon were in, and Maria was on the phone, the Celebrity Apprentice people first contacted WWE and said, who's your connection at Opie and Anthony? Because we want to get the audio and the video and stuff to play it on the show.
Yeah, because we were filming on our end. So.
Right. And
at the very least, they had the radio portion.
Right.
God, they want to be indemnified. It's what the
And so they put him into contact with me.
Right.
And I said, yeah, that would be great, no problem. Like, I started cutting up the video so I could send it to them, had E-Rock get the audio.
Right.
And they sent over the contracts that they needed signed, just the releases. They needed you, Ant, and Jim, because you were in studio. And then they needed whoever had the intellectual property rights over the Opie and Anthony show, like whoever actually owns the audio.
I remember you came by and said all they need is a signature of who technically owns the show.
Right.
And this was
done.
The green lit, as they like to say in the corporate world. This was going to be blue sky. This was going to be fucking baked.
Right.
This thing was going to be a no-brainer.
It was up to 100 seconds for free. I guess after that, they expected to be paid. Brilliant!
What?
So what happened was,
Wait, can you read that letter?
It just says, it's up in it's legal bullshit writing, but it just said up to 100 seconds. And
What? Sirius XM was only going to allow up to 100 seconds
Sure,
of us
because
on
that's
Celebrity Apprentice?
That's what you do when you want your platform plugged for free on a fucking major network, is you put a limit on it. You inconvenience the network so they can't plug you for free.
Why would they put a limit on it?
Because there are people involved that don't understand the value, apparently, of a free plug on NBC. It doesn't, if that's...
They only would allow 100 Why would that even be an issue?
Why would you do that?
So
these fucking lawyers don't understand the big picture ever. And what does it matter who owns the fucking show? Who cares? You're going to be on a Celebrity Apprentice. Just make this happen.
And then people hear this fucking fun dialogue going back and forth. People who are not probably customers, and they see, oh, wow, you're getting these celebrities on this fucking satellite radio platform.
It's a no-brainer commercial for the Opie and Anthony show.
It is a free fucking commercial. And anyone that doesn't understand, anyone, whether you're a lawyer or an executive in any company, the value of your audio being played for free when you're a subscription service on another platform, then you should not have anything to do with the company. If you don't understand how valuable that is to expose yourself for free.
Because I got a lot of tweets last night. People were like, it was so obvious this was your episode or the show's episode that you guys should have been on it.
Wow.
Because we walked everyone through it going, oh my God, this is going to be on the Celebrity Apprentice. We got the video, we got the audio.
Well,
there were a lot of big, huge fucking laughs. Plus they were explaining what they were doing for Celebrity Apprentice. It was a no-brainer.
I am so aggravated what horrendous thinking that is.
What you got, Sam?
Well,
Wow.
I
went to Steve Blatter, who then in turn went to Gary. Gary's one of the guys that I don't know. I think he's like a babysitter for the channel or something. He got back to Steve and said, no, there was no problem on our end whatsoever. They did everything they were supposed to do.
Maybe.
Well, I gave the.
It doesn't sound like that. It doesn't sound like that.
Why would you rewrite the contract? Why not just say, unless the only time I can understand rewriting the contract would be if
rewriting
NBC...
the contract takes a long time as far as lawyers go.
Well, this show is not a priority with the platform. It seems like it's never been. But it's like, unless NBC, the only way I would say it makes sense, wanted to be indemnified if anything was said here. It's almost like if NBC wanted to show the Sirius audio or play the Sirius audio and then be indemnified after they play it, then I could see Sirius going, fuck you, no way. That makes sense to me from a business point of view. But to actually say up to 100 seconds...
That shows...
Here's what it should say. Here's what it should say. If you know anything about...
What are you holding, by the way, for the people out there?
It's a contract that was signed.
That's the contract that they eventually rewrote.
Who rewrote this?
Well,
Sirius XM rewrote it.
I gave the intellectual property contract to our legal guy.
Right.
And he said, I'm going to rush this through as quick as I can because usually this stuff takes a while, but I know...
What do you mean quick as I can?
Because he said there's like 8 people that are going to have to go through it before
great job. I hope...
then when they came back...
Well, obviously someone blew it because we weren't on the show. And they made it very perfectly clear to us that it's such a good segment on our show that they definitely want to use something from it.
Up to 100 seconds. And this should say, for as long as you fucking like.
Yeah, if they want to turn it into the Opie and Anthony show last night on the Celebrity Apprentice, why is that bad for the company and us? Someone explain that to me.
Wow, man.
They basically said, the original thing that they said was, and I was checking, it took like, I don't know the exact timeline, but I would estimate about 3 weeks before I got this contract back. And they said while that was going on, that the main issue was that there was nothing in the NBC contract or whoever's contract it was, that said Sirius XM would be plugged. And they said it was a necessity that if they used...
Great job, guy. Yeah.
Sirius XM had a mention on there. And so they said that's what it was. So, like, whatever it was, 3 weeks or so later, I don't know the exact
They just wanted a mention at the end, right?
Yeah.
Then why could... That should have taken an hour. That should have taken a fucking hour, and then this should have been messengered back over and said, look, you're happy to use it. We were just, because you're not going to show video of it, it's only going to be audio. We would like people just to know where the audio came from. And NBC probably wouldn't have a problem with that.
Right.
So
if they do, fuck them.
They they completely rewrote the contract. It's a whole new contract. And then once I got this new contract, I immediately faxed it over to them and got it, and was emailing saying I sent the contract, and then a couple days later, I emailed again saying, hey, I didn't hear back from you. And the person I was in contact with said, yeah, I think they're kind of done editing, but I'll let you know if we need that stuff.
Cool. Well, if that's... apparently, according to them at least, it was blown on this end. And if it was blown on this end, what happens is, when you go to negotiate the contract, and you say, well, what does the Opie and Anthony show have to bring to the table? And all these things that could make the show more valuable, that are fucked up, it's beyond our control.
E-Rock, you got something else on this?
And again, I haven't heard anybody's side here either, so you can't... I don't want to throw this company to the bus if they're right.
What do you got, E-Rock? You came into the studio.
Let me see. How many viewers? 6.91 million viewers, number 5 in adults overall. So that's good. Put a limit on how much they could show to 6.9 million people for free.
Call it 7. 7 million.
I understand wanting to mention at the end, though, that you should get that at the end, because if you're going to let your audio be played without being shown, it's like you can see these... What are these called?
Mic flags.
The mic flags. If there's no mic flags that can be seen, I understand wanting a credit at the end.
There's so much... Because Cigars and Scotch is online. I don't have time to go to the cigars. But look, there's signage all over the studio.
They might have only played audio, though.
What they basically wanted was to guarantee that in the corner of the screen while it was going on, like you say if they just showed Maria on the phone and there was audio playing, that it said Opie and Anthony show Sirius XM. That's what they wanted. That
you know
guarantee.
what? Even if you don't get that, I mean, if she's saying Opie, just saying Opie and Anthony would be great.
Well, I mean, they wouldn't have. I mean, I wouldn't think that they would, just from a television standpoint, just play the show.
Of course, they're not going to just fucking
not mention what show it is.
Fucking dopes.
It's amazing to me. So I just maybe Mel knows and he's cool with it, but it's like if he doesn't, he should know that there are things being done that are extremely counterproductive to free fucking plugs.
And this is gonna hurt some people, but we got amateurs running the fucking channel. We got amateurs that don't understand how important this would be, and they don't have the skill set to figure it out so it gets done. Eric Logan would have got this done. Simple as that. We have amateurs. Like, oh, okay, they don't see how important it is. They don't see how, holy shit, if we have to go to Scott Greenstein or Mel Karmazin personally, we got to do this because this is really big for Opie and Anthony and Sirius XM. Eric Logan understood when there were opportunities in front of our fucking faces, like, holy shit, we just got to get this done and not deal with lawyers going back and forth and shit. It's just good for everybody. Especially we have fucking amateurs with skill sets that don't understand how to get this type of thing done.
Especially since that was when Sharon was trashing Susan Boyle.
Right. Yeah.
And that was when that whole thing happened. So they very well may have played that on The Apprentice because it turned into a big thing.
Of course.
So just really horrendous.
That's the difference.
Counterproductive lawyering.
It's going to hurt people, but Logan would have got that done. Period.
Wow. That is fucking embarrassingly bad.
Thanks, Sam.
For us we got fucked out of a Celebrity Apprentice mention or appearance or something.
Anything from a mention to a nice piece of a nice chunk of audio or video being played on that show that 7 million people watched last night. 7 fucking million people. We got amateurs with bad skill sets that don't understand how to get this type of shit done.
I would love an explanation as to
why. And they
why
babble in front of my face all the time. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah.
I'm fucking biting my finger. I'm so aggravated. When something is just counterproductive, because there's so many channel and like levels and layers to go through, and people don't know how to just go to one guy and go, look, could you take care of this? This is important. Mm-hmm. Nobody fucking communicates like that in any corporation anymore. Mm-hmm. No one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And if the people that babysit this channel, I don't like saying they run this channel because that's a joke. You know, if they just are just passing it along to lawyers and assuming they're going to do the right thing, that is amateuristic right there.
Because the lawyers don't give a shit.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't care.
There's nothing in it for them.
It's like the old lawyers at our old company. It's not that they hate the show, but they don't give a fuck because the success of the show has nothing to do with them or their success rate. The thing that they care about is litigation. And that's every lawyer cares about that and the lack thereof, which makes them happier.
See, I purposely TiVoed the show just so I could see O&A on Celebrity Apprentice. Yeah, because it was very obvious that it was a great segment. And if they were going to, they definitely would have wanted to use this. Somebody fucked up. I want to get to the bottom of this.
I would love to. Who fucked up? And if it's a lawyer, what lawyer? Why is everybody protected by layers? Why don't people's names ever get used? If I fuck up, everybody knows Jim Norton fucked up. So why is everybody not held as accountable?
And one of the babysitters of the channel that's all they should have been doing. Lose sleep over it and make sure it gets done. Don't just pass something on to some lawyer. I haven't even met these lawyers. I don't even know where they are in the building.
They just
fucking hide in these weird fucking glass offices, and you never see them. You never talk to them, and then you hope that one of the babysitters is doing the right thing and fucking making sure it gets done, and it doesn't get done ever because you don't have the skill set. You just don't. You're nice guys that babysit the channel, but you don't know how to get things done. Eric Logan knew how to get things done. That's the big difference between the two fucking places.
When a company wants, here's what satellite radio does. One of the things it competes against, besides iPods and a lot of other things, is it competes against free radio. So if you can get a plug for a pay service that's competing against free shit, you take the plug.
Yeah, you fucking bend over backwards to get it done.
And you don't take weeks to get it done.
But the lawyers, well, my dick's bigger than your dick. Oh, really? No, I think my dick's bigger than your dick. And they go back and forth and argue it instead of just pulling their fucking pants down and going, okay, wow, you do have the bigger dick.
What you got to say is, what would a minute and a half of advertisement time cost on NBC during prime time?
Of course you have to do that.
And that's what they blew. They blew whatever it would cost on fucking...
Look at Rich being smart. We all know how dumb he is.
And it's like...
No, I know
But you figured it out like that.
If the lawyers said, look, we would like some kind of a mention that at least it was our platform, and NBC said no, then the lawyers have the right to go, well, fuck you. But to take 3 weeks, if that's how long, according to Sam, that's how long it took. If that's how long it took.
It took
If it took more than a week,
it did take more than a week.
It is inexcusable.
That took a long time.
Inexcusably bad.
And when this
it was a blown opportunity.
When this came up in a meeting, someone just casually said, "No, we didn't, we did what we were supposed to."
Wow.
Also,
fucking no, you didn't.
When you're negotiating and you're the smaller part of the negotiation, if Apprentice is putting you on, you basically have to go with how they want to put you on, because that show's been going on for 8 years with or without the Opie and Anthony show. So if they say this is what we want, you go, okay.
As long as what they want, as long as what NBC wants wasn't unreasonable. Like, as long as you can't tell NBC how to produce their fucking show and say you have to put Opie and Anthony bobbleheads in the fucking corner. They're not going to do that. If all you get at the end is a mention, do you know how clothing companies will give clothes to people and hosts? So at the end it says, this wardrobe has been furnished by.
Oh, yeah.
The whole time Leno is on, or Letterman's on, or Conan's on, or anybody on television's on, you don't see this wardrobe furnished by.
Right.
You don't see a fucking guy from the Men's Warehouse in the corner tap dancing, so you know it's mentioned at the end.
It would be worth for the company and us if all it was is one of the celebrities going, Opie, I'm talking to Opie and Anthony right now.
Yeah.
Because then people go, Opie and Anthony, and they might do a little research on their own, go, well, that was kind of funny on Celebrity Apprentice, and they mentioned Opie and Anthony, so I'm going to fucking Google Opie and Anthony. Oh, they're on Sirius XM, and then next thing you know, you're getting something out of it. You just are.
That is just terrible.
All right, well.
It's terrible.
Yeah, we just got babysitters that babysit the channel. I don't have any faith in them getting real stuff done for us.
But the system,
I just don't.
You know what? The system that's in place, lawyers should be able to look at that and go, "This is important." You don't make NBC wait 3 weeks. They're fucking NBC.
Right.
It's NBC.
Right.
Fuck, man.
Oh, I'll fucking talk to Mel and see if anything could be, because I can't talk to these other guys, all of them. But there's 5 layers of managers here that do nothing. It's like, stop. I'll go right to the big guy. He'll explain it to me. And if I'm wrong, trust me, he'll make sure it fucking hurts. And he'll make me look like a fool.
But there's nothing wrong with asking. We heard it took 3 weeks to get back.
Right.
Why would it take that? If that's the truth, why would it take that long for some simple language over fucking airing audio, which is done all the time? This is not that uncommon. It's not like they wanted to come in here and fucking borrow the satellite for 2 weeks.
The guys on OutQ were on Celebrity. Brian in Arkansas. Brian.
Yeah, Opie. OutQ, when the Celebrity Apprentice first started, Cyndi Lauper had called in to do an interview at that time, and she called Larry at another time, and they just sent him a release to sign, and they were going to play him on the show.
So did they play it?
Yeah.
Now, did
they were supposedly going to. I didn't actually
did play
catch it, but he
what
was
they
all
did was
excited when they were
hold on, sir.
the release.
They played it so you could hear Larry Flick's audio. Like the camera was on Cyndi Lauper, and you could hear Larry Flick's show through her cell phone, and it said Larry Flick.
So why would that take? If they've already dealt with the platform, why would that take 3 weeks to get? Why don't they just take Larry Flick's fucking contract, photocopy it, white out his name, put Opie and Anthony, and send it back, and go, "You've already done this. Let's just do it again." Same thing.
No, somebody fucked up. Yes, Steve.
That is exactly the question I was trying to get answered, which I don't have yet. But
what did you ask?
From Gary is Sirius sent over their contract. NBC never responded.
When did Sirius send over their contract? How long after?
Was it 3 weeks, Eric? 3 weeks.
Why was it 3 weeks later?
Wait, what? Sirius XM gave the contract to them 3 weeks later after they requested the audio or video?
Here's the thing. The production company that owns the rights to The Apprentice sent over a contract for you guys to sign and for the company to sign.
Right.
We handed that off.
Right.
Sirius, after a few weeks, then handed their contract back, saying that NBC or that company had to sign permission on our agreement, not we signed their agreement.
But it took a few weeks for them to pass it back to
I
NBC.
could find the exact timeline, but it was about 3 weeks.
Okay, but it was more than a week.
It was definitely more than a week.
It should have been a day or two.
See, if that's true, Gary, you don't have the skill set. You just don't. You don't have the skill set to deal with what we're all about and what this channel's about. If that's true. I'm saying if that's true. You just don't. Eric Logan would have got that done. Eric Logan wouldn't have spent weeks fucking going back and forth with stupid lawyers knowing how important this would be.
Holy
You just don't get it.
shit.
You just don't fucking
more
get
or
it.
less 3 weeks.
You're a nice guy, but you don't fucking get it. If
And
that's
then-
the
And the
truth.
lawyers should do better. How would that take 3 weeks? How do you not understand the priority of a show that's in production? It's like, have you ever dealt with entertainment things before? There's a television show in production. They're not going to wait. They're just going to pass over it and go on without it.
Yeah,
And they did.
Yeah, of course they did. And you know what? 7 million people still saw the fucking episode. We needed them way more than they needed us.
That is embarrassingly bad. That's embarrassingly bad.
We're the small guys in this.
That is embarrassingly fucking bad.
We got fucking babysitters, not people that could get things done. It's enraging.
Can somebody please just let Mel know? He probably doesn't know. The guy's doing stock things. He doesn't watch every. He doesn't know that this happened.
I got a relationship with Mel. I'll fucking email him. No problem.
The only way to do it.
I can't deal with babysitters. I need people around here that could get real things done.
Let the
for us.
person who runs the entire company know, because this way he's aware of it. He might not be aware of it.
Have they gotten back to us about the Homeless Charlie segment being rerun? They still haven't gotten back?
How long ago did we ask for that?
That's a long time ago. The last word I heard on that was
the lawyer's looking at it.
Yes, they had more important things to deal with. What right now at the time was dealing with NASDAQ. So,
how hard is it to get a guy to look at that? Why wouldn't we be able to play it? What's the issue?
They have the audio. It was submitted, and it's still in limbo.
And Gary is Gary like fucking pounding on their door every day, going, "This is what's important for me and the channel and the guys." Of course not, because that would take a real skill set. Oh God, I'm in hell. After all these fucking years, you would think things would be right, but they're not. They're never gonna be right. Oh, Logan, I miss you, buddy. Too bad you had to work for Oprah. Fuck, you just fucking make the call. I'm out.
It's just embarrassingly
Make the
bad,
call.
man.
I'll talk to chicks, no problem. I'll talk to big fat fucking housewives. I'll change my whole fucking act to work for you, Logan. Please, just fucking call me. You got my numbers. I could do it. I could talk about baking cakes if I have to. Get me the fuck out of here. Work for fucking people that get it. Logan got it. How many months? 5 months.
That's embarrassingly
5
bad,
months
man.
to go. 5 months. 5 months. 5 fucking months. How many days is that? 150 days? 150 days to go.
He had 1 or 2 for those months that have 31.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Let's call it 155. 155 days. All right, why don't we take a break?
I would love to know who's responsible for taking 3 weeks.
You never.
Yeah, no, it
The
went through.
babies-
Nobody. It went through. No, but because
The
nobody
babysitters
fucking
of the channel will go, well, no, we did everything right on our end. And it'll be very vague, and I'll go, can I see some emails? Because I really want to see what took so fucking long. This should have been a quick little thing.
This is why I loathe. And again, it's in television networks and radio. It's in every type of business like this. Everybody fucking hides. Nobody just mans the fuck up. Every person should be completely accountable for their end. Completely accountable. By name.
But the Homeless Charlie thing is obviously the bit that got us suspended from satellite radio for 30 days, and regular radio got to continue with us. Now, it's been out there. It's been blogged about it. The audio has been all over the internet, but we want to replay it now that we're good and stuff, and it's been about 1.5 years at this point, I think, or maybe close to 2 years. I'm not sure. 2 years. I think it was in the spring. Okay, so about 2 years ago.
It was in June of 07, I believe.
And we wanted to play it, and then they said, well, we got to wait for the lawyers, and then it's like, well, but all right. And the lawyers have taken so long, we forgot that we want to even replay it at this point. And we got a babysitter here that fucking hasn't pounded on their doors every day going, look, my guys need an answer, I need an answer, the channel needs an answer. And you just accept that there's more important things to do right now? That's not okay. That's why I can't talk to you guys. I need to get out of here right at 10:30 when our show is over.
Can I tell you how great it was? And I mean this, how fucking great it was doing something for HBO. I forgot how fucking well they fucking run, how efficient they are, how everything gets done when it's supposed to get done, and how they treat their fucking talent.
Right.
Jesus fucking Christ, do I like working for them.
Well, at least cherry darts, Jimmy, wasn't an issue, so that's good. You know, we were supposed to do cherry darts
tomorrow. Yeah, but that got pushed back. Why did it get pushed back? What happened? we have to tell people why it happened.
And this is why I call out the babysitters today, and this is why I say once again, you don't have the skill set to fucking run our channel or our show.
What happened?
Because this is shit that should never happen. Go ahead, Danny.
Well, apparently when the email address was created...
Yeah.
They created an email address so possible contestants for the Cherry Darts contest could contact us, and we go, wow, okay, great.
Well, I started noticing that people were getting in touch with me saying, hey, I'm getting my email bounced back, so I tried it with a few of my email addresses, and I got them bounced back, but, you know, everybody was like, oh, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. So it turns out that the email address was only active for people internally, so...
Great job.
So it wasn't open.
Who did that? Who fucked that up?
The IT department.
The whole department, or was it one guy?
I can't answer.
It's called the IT department fucked it up, but
the whole department fucked it up.
But the babysitters for this channel, right? I mean, they don't really have much to do. Quite frankly, they get a nice salary for. I don't even know what they do. We have to fucking do this every day. What they do to help us, I couldn't tell you right now. But at least if you're going to have an email address for the Cherry Darts thing. If you're a babysitter, you would send this sounds stupid, I know, but you would send an email to that address from maybe an outside email address. A Gmail or something, just to make sure everything is set and ready to go. But this went by their heads for what? A week or two before they even realized this was a problem.
Well, I had a feeling something was going on because like I was getting responses to one of my personal email addresses, but then, you know, we'd have meetings and, you know, it'd be like, Eric, is anybody, you know, we got any contestants yet at the other email address? And the answer was always no. And I always thought that was kind of weird.
Right. Of course it was weird. But see, when I was coming up in this business and I had to do these lame jobs like they have, they got lame jobs. You do the best at it, so hopefully you move up. So if you know the guy set up a special email address, it's a no-brainer thing if you got the skill set. I'm going to keep saying skill set and babysitter all day long because that's what it is. You fucking get a Gmail address and go, okay, I'm Joe fucking Listener. Let me make sure that there's no problems with this.
Right.
Hi, I'm Joe fucking Listener, and I want to throw darts at my girl's asshole. Send. Oh, wow. Fuck, that never went through.
It was tested twice, but both times were from corporate accounts.
Yeah, of course it's going to work with corporate accounts.
So basically, the lawyers fucked us out of a TV appearance.
We're not looking for fucking contestants from the corporate world that work at Sirius XM. So why would you do it that way?
And
trust me, there's some fucking softballs I would like to throw at assholes around here. God, there's a whole bunch of these idiots I would love to line up and throw fucking softballs at.
So this week, we've been
chocolate covered fucking softballs.
We've been fucked out of a TV appearance.
In the balloon knot.
And we've had this fucked, all beyond our control.
So we have to, because we got babysitters
all beyond our control.
They don't know how to do this shit. They don't know how to do this shit. They were music guys that they just shoved our way. Nice guys, though. Nice guys. Terrific guys. They know how to fucking program some of the music channels around here and do it very well. So why would that mean they would have the skill set to work for the Opie and Anthony show? It's beyond me. It's fucking beyond me. So... we should break. But Cherry Darts is postponed. I guess we could
postponed.
Officially announce that.
Due to the fact that the email address was not working. Sorry, folks. The email address wasn't working. So like assholes, we're plugging this event like fucking assholes.
Feeling like assholes, too. Like, wow, no one gives a shit about us in this contest we're running. And the prize is really good from Steven Singer. It was a nice iPad with fucking diamonds on it. No one is responding. And we're all looking at each other like, God, we're fucking zeros.
It is fucking embarrassingly bad. Wow, is that fucking embarrassing.
Why?
Because when things happen that are beyond the control of the creative angle of the show or the creative force of the show, it's very frustrating to have to rely on other people to do things that are relatively simple. Start an email address. How about that? That's not hard. All we needed was an email address and something signed to get us on TV.
It was tested twice by a corporate email account, so that they assumed that was good enough.
Why didn't the IT department fucking test it? Why didn't whoever created it, nameless, there's no name, the check just says IT department. Why wouldn't they go, well, this could happen if it was only for corporate. I don't know anything about that because I don't work for them. So I understand that Gary or Bladder, they wouldn't know either because they're not tech guys. But how about you go to the tech guys, and the tech guys should have known, well, you're testing it from an email address that's internal. It doesn't mean anything. Let's try it from another one. That's the tech guys. It's just fucking embarrassingly bad how certain things that should work don't work. And you know who looks like fucking dickheads? The show.
Yeah,
we look like cunts.
If you're one of these guys that, if you're a babysitter for this channel, it should be embarrassing how much you check shit. Check it 100 different ways. And people are like, you're insane. Why are you checking it 100 times? You've checked it 99 just to make sure. Because that's all your job is. That's it. It's the easiest fucking job here. To babysit this fucking channel and do the basics. But you set up an email address, you make sure it works 100 different fucking ways. You make sure it works if someone is using their phone. You make sure if someone's using their home computer. You make sure if they're using their fucking internet connection on their TV. Whatever. You try it a million fucking ways. It's no-brainer stuff.
Or if you're the IT department, you don't set up an email address and then not realize for weeks that only people that work for the company can fucking enter the contest.
I had a dream. I've been doing radio since I was 18 years old. I had a dream that at this point in my career, everything would be fucking nice. Like, everything would be nice. I still fucking work with amateurs. Fucking amateurs around me. That's what I get after years of fucking service to this business. Bunch of fucking amateurs.
Send over. It's all money. Send over, like I said before.
My resume is going to fucking Harpo. What do you think I could do for Harpo?
Nothing. They would take one look at you and go, he has nothing to offer us. What's this the guy that did what?
I could talk to Bruds. I'm going to talk to the Bruds. I'm going to talk to them somehow.
It's all money. Tell them what they lost by not having.
They don't care because, do you understand? The people that care, Mel would care.
Yeah.
I think Scott would care. He's the president. I mean, I really do. Those guys give a shit. The attorneys don't care. Not that they want to lose money for the company. They don't. But it's their priority is not that.
I'll go to Mel with this. I don't deal with babysitters. I go right to the main guy. Oh, that is my privilege after all these years. I used to talk right to the main guy at XM, Logan. I didn't deal with all the other guys, and they were nice guys. And I deal with Mel around here, not these fucking babysitter guys with lousy skill sets.
When you want...
But very nice guys. Terrific. I'd go out and have lunch with them. They seem like very nice people.
Sure. Something would happen, though. Your email would get crossed because the address wasn't set up right, so you would meet at the wrong time for lunch, and they'd make you indemnify them in case you choked on a piece of steak.
Right. It'd probably be a whole fucking...
It'd be a nightmare. It'd be a nightmare.
We just wasted an hour on this shit.
I wish I could just fucking pass the buck. I guess I'm one of those people, like on stage, if I'm bombing, you know whose fault it is? Mm-hmm. Mine. So I guess you get used to fucking owning up to when you fuck up. When I fuck up, it's my fault.
We got all these guys, and we have two big fuck ups. They would argue the Celebrity Apprentice thing. I know they will argue that.
I would love to hear that argument.
They would argue that it wasn't their problem, but I mean, certainly, without a doubt, the Cherry Darts email problem is theirs.
If Celebrity Apprentice has already dealt with this platform, if it took 3 weeks, if they say, no, we got back to NBC in 4 days, then my apologies. Mm-hmm. But if it took 3 weeks, then whoever that is should be fired because they're bad at their job.
Mm. Tell you this, 155 days, there's going to have to be some big changes.
There's not going to be big changes.
There's going to have to be. There's just going to have to be, Jimmy.
It's not going to be.
I had my choices when I came here. They said no to all my choices. And then,
Well,
and then the one guy I did like, he just, not decided, but they gave him a huge fucking promotion. So now he's sort of hands off watching these babysitters fucking run the channel. I'm not happy. Nice guys, though. Terrific. The one guy gave me the brand new MGMT CD. I loved it. I'm loving the new MGMT. I want to thank him for the free CDs. You're good at that. You're good at fucking handing out free CDs and programming stuff. I would never argue that. I'm loving the new MGMT. Congratulations. Didn't like it at first, though. Couple plays through them. I'm fucking digging it.
Well, I mean, if you guys want to fucking hire me to stay on top of these people, because I know business, you know, like I'm fucking furious about this NBC thing. I don't care about tomatoes and darts and shit like that, but this fucking NBC plug, or cherries, or whatever the fuck you want to throw, but this NBC thing is fucking insane. I can't get it out of my mind that whatever it is you make it fucking happen.
Because it's incomprehensible that somebody in any company would be so counterproductive and stupid. It's incomprehensible.
Yeah.
That somebody would be that counterproductive.
Let's say hi to Steve in Connecticut. Steve.
Opie, I got to give you a round of applause, my friend, and your therapist, too, because it wasn't that long ago with this kind of BS from management, you'd be ripping the studio apart brick by brick.
Well, there's a couple things going on. My therapist made me realize that I'm actually a genius. I'm just fucking brilliant at what I do. So whether I do it here, I'll do it somewhere else, so that doesn't matter. Second of all, I would have ripped this whole fucking studio apart if I knew it would have made a difference. The one thing over the years when I was fucking breaking shit, it made a difference. And guess what? It started at NAW. They gave us a horrible, shitty fucking phone system. It was in a wood fucking panel. And who are those fucking guys? And the phone system wasn't working. I was yelling and screaming for weeks. You got to fix the phone system. They refused to realize how important it was. So I smashed the entire fucking thing. Most guys would have gotten fired for that. Guess what I had the next day? A brand new fucking phone system, state of the art. So over the years when I did smash shit, the next day they replaced it with the stuff I wanted in the first place. But I know if I break shit around here that nothing would change. It wouldn't change, and they probably would just fire me. That's the difference. That's the difference. Rich Voss, Motley's, Boston, this weekend.
And now for our comedy segment.
With the lobster roll thing. We're going to take a break. But
Jim Norton, Pittsburgh, this weekend.
Cool.
Improv, bad mullets.
Jimmy is furious.
Yeah.
I'm more disgusted, and it really, dude, really is just
don't be
terrible.
confused. I'm furious too. I just deal with it differently. You got to fucking take care of you.
I had such a fucking great time shooting Frasier. I swear to God, it was so nice.
Yeah.
It was so. Everything worked flawlessly.
Yeah. Steve?
Everything.
All right, listen. Let's take a break, and we'll get into some other shit. Jimmy's in Pittsburgh. Where, Jim?
Improv. Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Tickets still available for some of the shows, possibly?
I'm sure they are, yeah.
I don't know. Pittsburgh's a big fucking market.
It is actually a good market.
Yeah.
So go see Jimmy in Pittsburgh. Are you competing against the Penguins? I don't think so. Or are you? Maybe.
Probably.
That might be
I
a little
didn't think of
rough.
that. You know
That's
what?
A little rough,
Didn't
Jimmy.
even think of that. I think I was
fucking
last
rough.
time, too.
With fucking Crosby. And Voss is going to be up in Boston and Motley's in Faneuil Hall.
Thursday, Friday.
By the way, did you hear about the
Saturday.
guy who killed his wife because
Thursday,
she was
Friday,
nagging
Saturday.
him because he's fucking watching the Penguins overtime game?
We'll talk about that and some other things.
Love to.
What about the fucking hero that died on the sidewalk while everyone walked by him?
Yeah.
You didn't hear that
Someone
story?
took a picture of him.
I did not.
Oh, fuck, we got shit to
Somebody
do.
took a fucking picture.
All right, we'll move on from this for now, but and get into some new shit after
Sorry
the
to the
break.
listeners, by the way, for this contest that was handled horrendously.
Nah, they'll blame somebody else, though. It's not their fault.
I want to know who this
Whatever.
therapist is that convinced you you're a fucking genius.
It's the Opie and Anthony show. Anthony took the day off for his birthday. He'll be back tomorrow. We got Rich Voss in the studio helping us out today. Who's going to be at Motley's in Boston over the weekend, getting that lobster roll sandwich. And you going to do like the Freedom Trail or any of that shit while you're up there?
What's the Freedom Trail?
It's like a little walk. There's like a line on the street. You follow the line, and it walks you to all these historical places of Boston.
I couldn't think of anything worse than follow. If that line takes me to a golf course, that's where I'm going.
That's all you care
That's
about.
all I do on the road. I mean, like we go on the road, Bonnie and I go on the road, we do nothing. Like we're in some of the best cities. Like when we were in Philly, we want to let's go see the Liberty Bell, you know. So we drove to it, and then we got there, and we said, you know what, I don't want to get out of the car. So we looked at it, then we went back online.
It's kind of hard to look at it through
we looked
a car window.
Quick enough. We saw the Liberty.
Did you get to see the crack?
Kind of. We saw
Kind of, right?
We saw the crack, and then we just went back and watched the info channel and got info on it.
Yeah, that is smart. Every hotel has the info channel about what's going on in that area.
Yeah, so I mean,
you know what? I don't even want to beat you up because I'm not a tourist guy like that.
You know, this week.
I mean, I talk about it. The one tourist thing worth doing is Alcatraz. If you ever get,
I did that on my first honeymoon.
Fucking
my
amazing.
First honeymoon. Yeah, we did that.
Most of the tourist trap shit is who gives a shit.
Yeah, I took Saturday. We took the baby to Easton to the Crayola factory because for the kid, like I would never do something like.
Well, you got to do stuff for your kids.
But the crayon factory is only like really one floor of crayons, and then they just do other shit on the second and third floor of farming shit. How does that have anything to do with crayons?
Right.
But like we've been. Yeah, Alcatraz was great. Alcatraz or whatever the fuck.
Where's
it is.
Jimmy? Did you say
Alcatraz. Alcatraz. Trash. Alcatraz was good.
Alcatraz.
Like here's what we did when we went to fucking England.
I don't even know how to say it now because you just fucked me up. Jimmy.
Wait, hold on.
He just said Alcatraz. Trash.
Alcatraz.
But you said Alcatraz.
I was on that one.
You know what Alcatraz is? We were talking about Alcatraz. Well, he called it Alcatraz.
He doesn't do it either. He doesn't go to, like when we were in England, in London, Bonnie and I, like, you can go to this or that. We were staying right by Buckingham Palace. We didn't do that.
I've been to Alcatraz, by the way.
Yeah, so that was the only good one. And then we didn't even fucking do the tour bus. We just got on a double-decker bus and drove around and looked at shit.
Yeah, because it's fine. Most tourist stuff sucks. It really does. Hey, this is a very good idea. Maybe Danny can help me out with this one too, because Tim's going to get it going. Tim in South Carolina. You're now, just to set it up, Rich, you're going to be in Boston. There's a lot of fucking history, man, up there.
Yes.
Revolutionary War started up there. The first shot of the Revolutionary War.
Yes.
A lot of shit going on up there. Tim, what do you got for Rich?
I was just wondering if maybe he'd like to answer some questions about the Revolutionary War.
Would you like to answer some questions about the Revolutionary War? Or maybe early American history?
Now you're letting callers program?
Why not? Why would this be different than any other day?
Yeah, can any caller start an email address for us? It works.
Yeah, I could answer a couple questions if you like.
What, you got a question?
Sure, I can think of one right off the top of my head. What was the name of the church where they hung the lanterns to determine if the British were coming with land or by sea?
First Presbyterian.
Wow.
I don't know. The church where they hung it? Mm-hmm. The first one, Saint Chip.
No, boss. It was the Old North Church.
Was it really? Okay, and how does that make you any money in life?
What's your handicap?
Yeah.
I was just trying to help you with
Yeah, they hung it from there. Okay, next to the hemorrhoid. Okay, another one? You have another one?
Yeah, one more.
No,
this guy has one. He only knows one thing about the Revolutionary War.
We want just basic.
It really is. I know shit.
Basic early American history in general would be very, very good.
What was the name of the American general who betrayed the U.S. Army at Yorktown?
What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do it again. I didn't hear it. I said what because I didn't hear it.
Nah, I'm not going to do that.
He's asking about Benedict Arnold.
Question.
Yeah. No, he isn't.
I know that. I know that.
What was Benedict Arnold's role in this whole thing?
Actually,
coming out with bread.
What?
Arnold's bread. He invented Arnold's bread.
Do you know who Benedict Arnold, what he did?
Yeah, what did he do, Rich?
He's a traitor. He was a traitor.
But I heard he wasn't. Isn't that a big misconception that he was not a traitor?
I heard the Jews didn't kill Jesus. Who are you going to believe?
Well, they didn't actually. The Italians did.
The Romans, yeah.
A couple of Jews were like, yeah, get rid of him. But it was really Pilate. I want to no part of killing him, by the way.
This guy's quiz fell flat.
It did fall a little flat. That's okay. You get an answer down the hall there, Jimmy? About the email debacle?
Well, Gary, I'll say this for Gary too. Gary was out for last week too. So there's things that last week were beyond his control because he was on vacation. But I don't know. We should have him come in and just ask the questions. Didn't he say something about? I don't want to misquote him, but he said something about how we have a staff here who has to like be on top of that stuff. And I said, well, Danny did bring it to somebody's attention, and it didn't happen. Like,
wow, the whole staff is running down.
But again, I don't want to misquote Gary either. but I believe me, I know the staff's not. I said, this is one thing these guys know is computers and all that stuff.
I have a lot more confidence in the staff than the babysitters.
Well, for computers, of
Holy
course.
shit.
The guys know how to set up an email address.
Yes, Sam. Yes, Travis. Yes, E-Rock. Yes, Steve. Holy shit.
Well, I mean, just in case anything's brought into question, I have the complete paper trail where it was the first email was sent to me and Eric on January 26th. The contract was sent to Gary.
This is the Celebrity Apprentice thing?
Yes.
So they gave us paperwork that they needed signed immediately so they could start editing the program for a future Celebrity Apprentice, which ended up airing last night, right?
Yes, on January 26th.
All right, so you got the paper from NBC January 26th. Good.
The contract was emailed to Gary. He had it on January 27th.
Okay.
So it was emailed to him.
It's right here. I emailed and said, here you go, and he acknowledged that he received it by asking me for a copy of the audio.
Okay.
So he got both those things on January 27th.
Okay.
I let the person I was working with, the apprentice, know. On February 9th, she asked what's going on, any follow-up with the lawyers.
Now, you didn't realize...
So February 9th is almost just under 2 weeks later.
Wait.
Right. At this point,
That's a long fucking time right there.
On February 9th, I told her what I had been told, that it's about 2/3 of the way through the lawyers. I wouldn't have written that if nobody told me that.
Sure.
February 22nd, which is the same day that the contract is signed and dated. February 22nd, that same day I emailed the person at Celebrity Apprentice saying, the lawyers put together a release. I'm faxing it over later today. And it was faxed. And then I didn't hear back. And finally, on March 3rd, she said, yeah, I got it. So sorry, I've been swamped. Everything looks great. The producers are putting the episode together. As soon as I know if the clip is being used in the show, I'll get back to you.
So,
and that was it.
So we officially got back to him February 22nd.
February 22nd.
When you got it on January 26th. See,
Yes.
That's a month later, am I correct?
Yes.
4 weeks.
And I remember having the
Just under a month.
conversation. I did say
That
it was
doesn't sound
urgent
like it.
because I remember Gary telling me, well, yeah, usually this stuff takes a while, but I am going to do my best to push it through.
Well,
So-
4 weeks is a lifetime as far as this situation goes. I would understand a week. I would understand maybe a week. I don't think I would understand more than a week.
More than a week is inexcusable.
Yeah, but 4 weeks, I mean, come on.
So I was telling Gary, like,
Come on.
this is what, and again, I don't think, Mel's a guy who, he understands the value, because he was in radio, he understands the value of free plugs on TV. He, believe me, knows this business probably better than any of us. Obviously better than us. Guarantee you he does not know that there's a system in place that is so counterproductive to doing what the company wants you to do. It's like, it's free plug. How do you blow that?
That should be, as they like to say in the corporate world, on the fast track. I mean, something like that should be on the fast track. I understand they can't, jump up every time we need them because, well, I think they should, but whatever. But something like this, that should be on the fast track immediately. It shouldn't take 4 weeks.
Especially when, I understand they have stock things they're doing, and that's what the main lawyers are doing here. I mean, this is not going to the head lawyer, the fucking lead counsel. He's doing stuff in Washington. I mean, they're doing bigger shit. But the lawyers that are dealing with this.
There's got to be a lawyer on staff that does this type of thing. It shouldn't take 4 weeks. Why are you trying to steal his UFC hat, Rich? What is wrong with you?
How did you notice that?
Because I'm not an idiot.
Oh.
I know 2 minus 1 is 1. And I had 1.
We got a box of UFC stuff, and one of the hats is pretty cool. I got one of them, and Jimmy got one of them, and Rich desperately wants it. And
I'm obsessed now. I can't get my head off it. My mind off it.
Now he's trying to steal Jimmy. So, all right, well, there you go.
Great.
I don't know. They can say whatever they want, but 4 weeks is just way too long.
I knew that it was not our staff that dropped the ball on that.
That's something you get back to them immediately because that's an incredible opportunity.
It is inexcusable. That literally, if Sam sent that out the 27th, I understand it takes a couple days with a weekend or something. By February 9th, she should have said, hey, thanks, got it last week.
Right. Oh, yeah.
January 27th was a Wednesday.
Yeah, that's
It's okay. The following Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, even.
And that's one of those things. And I don't know if they have the skill set, but they should be basically hounding the lawyers every day, going, "Wow, this is a timing issue. We really need an answer. I know you're busy, but you really got to get back to us because we're going to miss out on this unbelievable opportunity for the Opie and Anthony
Understandable, but you know what? The lawyers shouldn't need to be told that.
Well, fuck.
Like anyone working
That's
for the
asking
company,
for way too much, Jimmy.
anyone working for a satellite radio company shouldn't need to be told the value of a plug on the Celebrity Apprentice. I don't think anybody should need to be told that.
And I did act with urgency because I have contracts from all three of the hosts that were signed the day after they were sent.
Of course they were.
Yeah, I just signed
No,
it.
we should have just jerked off for a couple weeks with the contract. We should have wrapped our dicks in them and said, well, let's just wait.
And here's our responsibility in the whole thing. Usually when we get any type of contract, we're skittish and scared, and we call up Super Agent Bob Eatman like, hey, you got to look this over, make sure it's cool. But we knew how important this was and how great it was for the show. I just fucking signed away without ever talking to Bob. I'm like, look, we got to, yes, I'll sign this. What, you're giving it back to them today? And Sam goes, yeah. I'm like, yeah, let's push this forward.
So it was absolutely, the ball was dropped here, and the big boss should be made aware of it.
He will.
Because there's no way he can't possibly know it. He's got a million things to do. He should know that, to know that there are people that work here.
He will. I mean, he might say, look, you're wasting my time, but at least I'll fucking...
No, he won't.
Make sure he knows.
A plug in front of 7 million people? That's a massive fucking plug.
That would be terrific.
I apologize to the listeners for harping on it, but it's really frustrating because our success rate is judged on stuff like this and on recognition and on subs and on people that, subscribe to us from Sirius to the best of X. And it's like when things are done to hurt that, nobody during negotiation time will go, wow, we fucked you here, here, and here. Never. They're only going to look at numbers. So I apologize to the listeners.
All right. Thank you, Sam. There's the paper trail.
Cool. I knew he, of course.
There's the paper trail. That's a long fucking time between January 26th getting the paperwork from NBC and pushing it back to him on February 22nd. That's a red flag.
And Sam sent it out the day he got it, or the day after, right? The next day it was out.
The next day it was to one of the guys that...
February 22nd, the same day that it was signed, it was faxed.
January.
No,
when you sent it out
he got it January 26th.
It came in the afternoon, January 26th. They got it the morning of January.
The first thing the next day.
Right, and you probably sent it the 26th, but it didn't get open until the 27th.
Right. Well, no, because I wasn't going to give it to them without having you guys sign first.
Oh,
so I had you guys sign it.
Yeah, so we signed like the next day.
But it was the 27th. I was hoping to.
So I knew that it wasn't on the end of this staff.
Well, I want to thank the babysitters for fucking up a terrific opportunity for the show. Whatever.
Cool.
All right. Hey, homeless man stabbed dozens. It was stabbed. Dozens of people walked by him as he dies doing nothing.
And he was going to help a lady that was getting mugged.
A lady was getting mugged. Very good, Rich. Homeless guy jumped into action and saved the lady from being mugged, right? He gets fucking stabbed, this homeless guy. He's
How many attackers?
He's down.
One guy.
I got the news story here.
Okay.
He's down, and he's obviously bleeding out, and people just fucking walked by the homeless guy bleeding out. The video is online and everything, man.
Where's this? In Queens, right?
Queens, yeah.
And
Nobody called 911?
Not only that, one guy went over him and took a picture of him with his fucking phone.
People with cell phones who just take pictures of victims should be shot in the fucking temple.
Right.
Yeah.
It was 1 week ago that Hugo Alfredo Telyak saw a woman being accosted by a man at 144th Street in Jamaica. Telyak, 31 years old and homeless, decided to intervene. The woman got away. He got stabbed in the chest. Surveillance video shows Telyak go after his attacker for a few steps before falling to the pavement. And here's the truly shocking part. Nearly 24 people walked past him on the ground, bleeding to death. One person stopped and took out a cell phone, but instead of calling for help, he snapped a photo of the scene. Another passerby shook Telyak and even tried to turn him over, but walked off despite the pool of blood under his body. It wasn't until 7:23 a.m., over an hour and 20 minutes after the stabbing, that help arrived. A group of firefighters responding to a 911 call about an injured man spotted Telyak on the ground, but he had already died. Detectives say it's not too late for someone to help in last week's case. They're hoping someone will see the surveillance video and recognize either the woman who was attacked or, even better, the man who killed Hugo Telyak.
Jeez.
And the lady...
What a horrible country.
Why wouldn't the fucking lady at least... she's probably running and scared.
Maybe she had no idea this happened.
Yeah.
She might have just...
I don't know. Maybe she ran off because she was free. But
See, again,
where do you go for that?
Could people see that he was bleeding, though? Like, because you're used to in New York seeing guys sleep on the street. That's not uncommon.
Sleep like that, face down, in the open, almost in the middle of the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Just off the middle of the sidewalk?
It's...
Look, I've been in New York now, off and on for 10 years. I've never seen a homeless guy sleeping like that. I would have absolutely called 911 if I saw a guy laying like that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I would too.
I mean, you're right. You see him sleeping in the doorways and this and that. You're like, that's just a crazy person. But that is an obvious problem right in front of your eyes. Fuck.
It's just fucking animals.
Huh?
Yeah. Fucking animals.
Yeah, Rich. You're right.
It's
You're
just...
right. You're right.
When...
You got your tech gadgets?
Oh, yeah, I know all my tech gadgets.
Okay. What do you got?
And fucking, oh, look at that, rats. Oh.
What?
Fucking rats.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten rat watching in a while.
I know.
In years.
Yeah, I missed the rat watching stories. You guys used to what? Coming home from the clubs late at night?
Yeah, just go get candies and feed them, and they'd all come running to the car, scurrying out.
How many would you see?
Oh, fucking 50, 40. I don't
Really?
know.
Sure, late at night up on 72nd, but not at the subway station.
It's a
Nice.
subway. And they would just come. And there's other places to go, but this was.
What, all you'd have to do is throw a little piece of candy and they would come out?
Yeah, they come. Because you know how they have those little islands with all the flowers and
Yeah. They're all in there.
Yeah, they're fucking.
You got to be insane to go in there.
Or sit on one of those benches by there.
Oh, yeah, you got to be insane.
I don't even walk through.
For the people
those.
that aren't from New York, they're in between, how do you explain it? I guess in between the streets or whatever.
Like on Broadway.
It's a tiny little island.
Yeah.
So you got traffic going this way, you got traffic coming at you, and in the middle is like a mini, it's not even a park, it's just like shrubbery.
Yeah.
And a couple trees, and
Just
and you
full
see
of
them
rats.
scurrying in there.
Just full of fucking rats. and we would pull up and throw Reese's Pieces and stuff like that, and they fucking love chocolate, and they'd come out like fucking tons of them. It was fun, man.
My brother used to live up on the east side in the hundreds, and he had a horrible apartment, and he used to do battle with the rats in his apartment all the time with fucking frying pans and shit. I should get him on the show to talk. It's great stories. They would go out when they were younger, and get all drunk and shit, and then come home, and they're just hammered, and they're passing out, and rats are just walking all around the place.
In their fucking house?
Oh fuck yeah. And they would hear rattling in the kitchen, so they think maybe someone broke in or something's going on. They go in there and they would do battle with the rats with fucking frying pans.
Oh fuck!
My brother, way braver than me. I'd
move.
I would be like, get the. He didn't give a shit. He just knew he was living among rats, and every once in a while he would have to take them out.
You'd freak out?
I would lose my fucking mind.
I picked up a girl once after the bar years ago. We went back to my place to do, I had Coke, and she was hot, and we're sitting in the living room, and I lived up in the fucking third floor, and we're sitting in the living room, getting ready to do Coke. I'm gonna fucking
you had some whore bait,
and
didn't you?
Fucking a bat flew in. I got up and I pushed her out of the way, and I ran out of my own house. Okay, I pushed her like, get the fuck away from me, and I ran. And then I went back like 2 days later, and the bat was dead, from something.
You know what?
I did Coke.
I had a bad problem in my old place in Huntington, and I think I would have to say bats more creepy than rats.
Oh yeah, of course.
Fucking creepy as shit.
Well, but I was so high.
It didn't matter. You know that I slept on. Well, I spent a lot of nights sleeping on the couch back then. But I slept on the couch one night, and I felt like something was hovering above me, and I'm like, that's crazy. You're fucking nuts, man. There's nothing above your head, right? I just had this feeling. So I slept the whole night, and these bats, they will circle for hours. Sure enough, I wake up in the morning, and now because it's light out, the bat is just hanging in the corner of the room. I'm like, that was a fucking bat hovering all night, just circling above my fucking head.
I would have been freaked out that it bit me or something. And those fuckers have serious rabies.
They don't bother you, though. Bats don't really bother you.
One night.
How do you know what's on a bat's fucking mind?
No, bats don't.
They don't. No, they don't bother you. They don't attack.
Just how they fly, though, is because you can't figure out what their pattern is. But we had another bat in the kitchen, Rich. I took out the fire extinguisher, and it was one of those powder ones. The powder ones. And I completely destroyed my kitchen trying to fucking knock this bat out of the air. It's like a fucking sitcom.
I was so
You wouldn't pet a bat?
Hell, fuck.
Pet a bat? I don't want to touch my wife.
You would pet a bat?
Sure. If I knew it didn't have rabies, you have to be careful they're not rabid. But I mean, if it was one that was brought in by a handler,
yeah, if it was controlled, but would you?
Are you crazy?
How about if there was a bat in studio? Would you go?
No. Just because again, they do have diseases.
Look at the fucking size of his dick. I didn't know bats have dicks.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking.
Would you suck a bat cock?
Jesus, for bat rock. Look at that.
His big bat balls.
Oh, that's.
Oh, dude, we gotta fucking caption contest that shit.
Look at that.
Can you send me that picture somehow? Yeah, we got a caption contest. This.
Even the black bats have big dicks.
You got to see this bat's dick and balls, man.
His bag is huge.
Pretty fucking
Holy
impressive.
Fuck. I thought that was Florentine.
Thin though, he's got no girth.
This bat has a bigger dick than Bobo.
Dude, he must rip up bat pussy with that.
Oh, he fucking goes through bat pussy.
His dick is literally
destroys bat pussy.
That's the equivalent of a human being like a 14-inch dick.
Right. Now I understand why the bats are just fucking going in circles.
They're all over the place.
Their pussy's hurt, and they're trying to air them out. I don't know.
We were walking home from a club one night, me and Bonnie from the club to the hotel, just walking across, and there was bats just hovering all over us.
Oh, yeah.
She got pushed, I ran.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't bother you, did they? Huh? They don't bother you, dude.
No, bats,
but you don't know.
Bats, no, they're not going to fucking bother you.
Their radar is so good. They know the difference between you and and an insect. I mean, intellectually, they wouldn't spot the difference. But between you and they know you're not a bug.
What's that story? What's that old tale that they try to nest in your hair?
No, they did tests on that where they put a bat in a girl's hair and they mixed it up. The bat just flew out.
Yeah, it didn't want to deal with it. What are you talking about, Rich?
Hey, it was an old tale that.
How is it going to nest in your hair? Do you realize that takes time? You're not going to notice that a bat is starting to make a nest in your hair.
You ever see hornets? All of a sudden, your ear itch, then you realize, hornets have built a nest here.
Right.
Look at those fucking things. We were playing last weekend. We were playing golf in Ocean City. The other guy was, who the fuck?
You want a bat biologist? I don't feel
listen
like listening to you right now. What?
The guy I was playing golf with the other day in fucking Ocean City. He hit the ball, like, not in the woods, but in the, like, rough there. We walked in there. There was a snake, the fucking size, this big. And I pushed him and I fucking ran so fast.
You're scared of snakes?
I'm scared of everything. Are you kidding me? Mice, snakes, any of that.
You know what? You know what scared the shit out of me? Was I playing with you? I'm trying to think. You have to pee. All right, go. Oh, it wasn't you. Okay, I was in Florida. My drive fucking. Well, you've seen my drive, so you can imagine where it was. So I'm walking toward my ball, and it was my friend Ted. Okay, he used to work for the Islanders, now works for NASCAR. We were down in Florida because the Islanders, I think, made the fucking playoffs, whatever. This is a few years ago now. And I'm walking toward my ball off the fairway, and all of a sudden he goes, stop. I'm like, why? I'm like, no. And I keep walking. He goes, no, trust me, stop. And I turn. There's a fucking alligator, maybe 10 feet from my fucking ball.
Get the fuck.
This course was filled with them. Like, it was a lot of water holes, and you see the bubbles of the alligators. A lot of them were very small, but this one was probably like a 6-footer.
I've seen some big ones in Florida, and there could be
right off the fairway, just fucking sunning itself. And then the locals like, they don't bother you. I'm like, oh really? All right, I'll go find my ball because it's really worth hitting that right now.
Yeah, it's bad enough I got to take a penalty stroke, and now I got to lose my leg.
Yeah.
Okay. I've seen those big fucking alligators. Get in the cart and you scram.
Yeah.
You know. But bats, rats, any of that shit, you don't want to fuck with that.
Let me say hi to I don't know. Fuck, a lot of fucking. Let's go to Jason in Delaware. Jason, you're a bat biologist.
Yes, sir.
Now, Rich wants to know if a bat could fucking nest in your hair.
No, they will not nest in your hair.
Of course not.
No, I know that. But, how do
what do you want to
know
ask the bat biologist?
For real, how do you know they won't just swoop down and bite you for the fuck of it? Like, I mean, you don't know.
They can't eat you, so why would they?
They can't what?
They're interested in the food. They want, They're not. They don't give a shit about you.
Okay, how about
they're not going to nip at you?
How about a fly lands on you and a bat swoops down, boom. You know what I mean?
It's not going to fuck with you.
How about this, bat biologist? What would it take for a bat to bite you?
If it did have rabies, there is a chance that it might.
Oh, that's
because it is a neurological disorder and it does interrupt natural processes. But instances of rabies in bats is very low. More people die from dog bites than rabies.
What if it bites? Is this a dumb question? What if it feels kind of like it's trapped and it's got to go through you to get out of that area? Would it bite you?
If you grab it, it'll bite you.
Nah, yeah. For the most part, bats aren't going to touch you. Even though, you know what? If there was a bat flying in the studio right now, we'd all fucking run like sissies.
Like in a second.
In a second.
Yeah, I've been bit hundreds of times because I'm holding them, but it doesn't even hurt.
Do you fly around at night?
No, I do not fly around at night. We catch them, and when we're processing, they'll bite you sometimes.
You've been bit, and
all right, Jason.
How do you got to check? Like someone said to check if a dog has rabies, they have to kill the dog. Is that true? Huh?
Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry, what's the question?
Okay, how would you know if a bat has rabies? Like, if you've been bit so many times, every time you get bit, you have to check to see if that bat has rabies, right?
Well, you wouldn't. There's some behavioral differences that I might notice, but chances are you wouldn't tell. But a bat will only live for about 24 hours after it gets rabies.
Okay.
Yeah, but you're not going to find the bat.
Yeah, I mean, if it bites you. No, I'm saying
you're going to follow the bat?
No, I'm saying he's been bit a bunch of times.
Right. Yeah, how do you know you didn't have rabies, Jason?
Well, I have a pre-exposure vaccine for rabies.
I got you. I figured.
What do you mean? You can get something that if you get a vaccine, you can never get rabies?
I guess. Yeah, as far as bats biting you. So, all right. Thank you, Jason.
I'm going to get that shot.
Hey, yep, have a good one.
I was playing golf with you with the rabid raccoon that was following us, right?
Yes.
How fucking scary was that?
They're big. They're disgusting.
Remember, I pulled out my stupid HD flip, and I'm trying to get close. It's like 12 feet in a tree, and the thing jumps out of the tree.
It's fucking. Are you kidding me? A raccoon attacking you?
And then it was going through the golf bags of the guys behind us, waiting on the tee. And the one guy has no idea. He's just on his cell phone with his legs up on the cart, and this raccoon is completely going through his bag right behind him, looking for food.
I always see him in the dumpster behind my house. I saw a whole family one day walking, like, there was about the mother, father, and there was like 5 little raccoons behind them, and they were climbing up a wall. They're fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
Rats?
Now we're talking about raccoons and bats.
Possums, all of them. They're just fucking possums. Ew.
Brian and Philly, I had a bat flying around my apartment. My cat killed it. I've been bitten by a bat. You want to talk to that guy?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right, let's go to Doug in Ohio. Doug.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, I'm a truck driver. And I was working one night, and you got to have a hard hat. And I was up on the deck of the flatbed, securing the load. Went to adjust my hard hat, and when I put it back on, the damn bat had been right there and got it trapped right between my hard hat, and it bit me right in the damn head, right in the top of the head. And wound up with over a series of over 20 shots in order to get rid of whatever it was that had happened to me from it. And those shots were just nasty. They would just make you drain all the energy out of you, every other couple of days.
What did the bat have?
It was a precautionary type thing in case it was rabid. They didn't know,
Well, they knew it wasn't a rabbit, sir.
It wasn't rabid, but I still had to. The protocol was, and the company that I worked for made me go to the hospital and take these shots and all this other stuff, the insurance reasons for it, because it was on someone else's property. So
in your stomach, those big rabies shots in your stomach?
Yeah, some of them were in your stomach, and some of them were in your, hip. They were nasty. You would take those shots, and it would just absolutely drain the energy out of you and make you sick sometimes. And all I wanted to do was go down and then just lay down, after I would take those damn things for a couple of hours.
Jesus.
Just made it tough to work for several weeks. I just felt like I had no energy whatsoever. Whatever it was they were giving me, it was just nasty medicine.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to be bit by a bat. Thank you.
No, you don't.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah.
All right. This guy has Caveman, Brooklyn. You really have a pet rat?
Yes, I do. Its name is Feifel.
Now, is it a city rat?
No, it's one from the store. It was being sold for snake food.
Snake food.
Oh yeah,
I rescued it.
Well,
little thing.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's nice and cuddly. You can hold it. It goes on your shoulder. It nibbles at your finger.
Well, it's just appreciative that you saved him from a fucking snake.
Yeah, but he doesn't know you as his pet owner.
I would be more impressed if it was a city rat that he's seen the subway.
That's the biggest set of balls you ever saw.
Really?
Oh, my God.
If it was a track rabbit.
Would you eat rat balls, Rich? If they were cooked nice?
They eat rats, and the mole people that live underground.
Mole people don't eat rats.
They're called track rabbits.
I know they're called track rabbits. I was obsessed with mole people for a while.
Did you read the book, Mole People?
Did you see the documentary, the black and white documentary that was in like 2 theaters in the middle of fucking a horrible area of Manhattan because no one gave a shit about the documentary on mole people? I went.
Yeah.
They said something like there's thousands and thousands of people that live below the streets of New York at any given time.
Fucking cities and mayors and
they don't have Jimmy, will you help me over here?
Cities, they have. What are you talking about? It's like 50 of them that live together.
Cities and mayors.
Yes, they do. They vote in people that fucking run that area. There might be 50 homeless people under the city in one area, and they
have a city. What's the city called?
No, not a city. They don't build fucking sky. I'm saying they have communities.
They have skyscrapers under the ground.
They have communities, and they vote
mayors?
in officials. Yes, to take control.
They have like a Mayor Bloomberg.
Yes. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Do they raise sea monkeys too?
Yes. What the fuck is that?
You don't even know what a sea monkey is?
What?
You don't even know what sea monkeys are?
I can't say it on the air.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I know those two terms are kind of weird to go together. I get it, Rich, but sea monkeys was a real thing. You raised them when you were a kid.
Oh, those things you add water to and they grow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You know, they're brine shrimp, but they didn't want to tell you that because who would fucking buy brine shrimp? They're sea monkeys.
I just put it out because Boston said that the mole people have like cities and mayors and stuff, and I always love the packaging of sea monkeys out. Like they would show like a king, a queen, like a big castle behind them and stuff. It's just like they didn't have that.
They had communities down there.
You said cities and mayors.
Well, they have communities and they vote.
They probably do eat rats. We cooked up a New York City rat at NAW, and honestly, the people we brought in to try the rat, they actually went back for seconds.
They ate? You had people eat it?
They ate. We wouldn't be able to do that nowadays. No. These lawyers would have a fit if we said we were going to fucking cook up a subway rat.
8 months to get back to the rat's attorneys.
Yeah. They would have a fit if we said, look, we're going to get a New York City rat, and we're going to fucking cook it, and we're going to have listeners come in and try it. There's no fucking way they would
What about
that.
the 50-gallon drum thing?
No fucking way they would
What's wrong with that?
It's entertaining.
Well, you can't put
Jimmy, you checked out a little bit there. Mole people underground. He's saying there's cities and mayors.
Oh, I'm listening to him.
Yeah. There's communities, not communities. You can call them the city or whatever.
I don't know what they do down there. So
I'm sure they have in their own way some kind of structure. I'm sure.
Yeah. So then what?
I'm sure I'm sure they kind of like, put their...
So then why are you making fun of me when I'm telling you?
Because you say cities and mayors. Like
communities, they vote in like...
there's a transit system and there's a mayor. And
you know how they tap in for the electrical?
I know that.
The water's coming through the pipes.
Well, they break the pipe. They break the pipe just enough so that... and then they plug it up, but then when it's time for a shower, they unplug it. I know all this stuff. I saw the documentary.
Is it warm or cold water?
I read the book.
Yeah.
I don't remember anymore. I would assume it has to be.
They're like 6 stories
cold.
underground, some of them.
Yeah, some of them are.
6 stories underground.
How do they... Was there a documentary, a video? I want to see it.
Yeah.
It's called The Mole Fellas?
The Mole People.
This is many years ago, but I think it's just called Mole People, I think.
Mole People.
It's about people with a bunch of moles. I'll do this all day.
And a lot of them just come up through the fucking, manholes, and they work all day, and then... So there used to be a few spots in New York where people would go and hang out at the end of the day because they would take the manhole cover off and go back underground, and you could check them out certain times a day where they're going back underground.
And some of them were...
there it is, the Mole People.
They're not...
Life in the Tunnel Beneath New York City. Yeah, that's the book I read.
Oh, yeah. And what do you call it? Some of them were just normal people with normal jobs, and they just fucking checked out. How normal can you be?
Normal people with normal jobs.
Yes, they weren't all homeless and crazy. I mean, they're not all crazy.
Are they still normal people with normal jobs, but they live underground? Or they used to be normal people with normal jobs, and now they live underground because they went nuts?
Right. Some just checked out. They didn't want to deal with above ground. That's why they went under. Some people deal with things different than others. It doesn't make them crazy. Just because you don't agree with them or whatever doesn't make them...
If you live underground, you're crazy.
Oh, really? And they're going, if you live above ground, you're crazy.
I understand they're saying that.
Yeah.
But I'll take my definition of crazy over
But
somebody who has to go to a manhole cover.
You don't see them for an hour on the phone arguing with Time Warner.
I don't know who Tom Warner is.
He's a guy that started a business.
He's enraging at times, isn't he?
Because he tries to make a point and he just doesn't.
I make a great point.
You don't. You can't make a great point if you say Tom Warner.
Listen, it's early. I haven't slept. If you meet some mole people, I guarantee there's some there that you wouldn't even know are mole people. They're just.
So you said I'm gonna go. You want to come over? Yeah. Go to 43rd Street and then lift the cover up. Right. Come underground. That's how you know.
Some of them have families down there.
Huh?
Some of them have families.
Let's go to Kurt in Cleveland. Kurt.
Hey guys, before I talk about what I called about, I wanted to plug Rich's gigs this weekend at Giggles in Mole City. 2 performances on Friday.
What's that, dude?
Giggles in Mole City.
We didn't hear.
Hey, I wanted to see if you guys saw the video. I think it was last year of Mono Ginobili swiping that out of the air. So if you guys need some assistance in studio, I think he can help you. I believe he had to get rabies shots because of it.
What did he do? What did he do? Who is
He was Mono Ginobili from the Spurs. He was dribbling up the court. A bat was flying around the arena, and it came by him. He just, swiped it out of midair and, knocked it. I think he knocked it, unconscious or something. It laid on the ground. They scooped it up and continued the game.
Wow, really? Is there video of this?
It's on YouTube.
All right, hold on a sec. Bat delay. During a Kings versus Spurs game. Hold on 1 second here. I never heard of this one. By the way, LeBron James looked great yesterday for you guys.
Yeah, he played really well. They need to get Game 5 on Tuesday.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of the Bulls. What are you guys doing?
What the fuck?
You shouldn't allow them to win a
game. They spotted them 20 and they almost pulled it off. So
yeah, we can't get it, Dan. We're working. Hold on, Danny's working on the video. All right, here we go. Jimmy, watch this. Where's the fucking bat?
Right there.
All right, so the bat's just flying away. When did someone hit it? There's the bat flying.
Oh my God.
Flying. They're trying to grab it with a net. They got the fucking mascot out there with the net, trying to get the bat. Oh, fuck.
Oh, he picked it up.
He's insane.
And he took him. What the fuck? Why would you pick it up?
Dude, we are a bunch of pussies.
He picked it up.
What's his name? Kurt, I really don't know who he is.
Mono Ginobili.
All right, so it's a bat delay.
Oh, he's probably like a fucking Armenian or something, a Russian.
He probably fucking eats it as an appetizer at a restaurant or something. Fucking... All right, so hold on. The game is delayed. They see the bat. They get the stupid mascot out with the big net to make it entertaining for everybody. And then the bat was close enough to him, and he just swatted it with his left hand, knocking it out cold on the ground. And then he just walks up to it and picks it up like it's nothing. And
hands it to a guy.
And hands it to another guy that brings it to the locker room.
And fucks it.
What the fuck? I've never seen that before, and I never heard about that.
Okay, see how that...
Danny, where's that link for everybody?
It's on YouTube. I will get it to you so you can tweet it. But
I'll tweet
it's that delay during a Kings Spurs game.
I would if I was in the stands 4 levels up, I would have ran out.
Well, he's a tough guy. He broke his nose, I think, in the last game and wouldn't wear a mask last night, so he had his nose all taped up and everything.
Right, you know a little too much about this guy.
Exactly. He's obviously cock and balls and ass.
He's obviously an NBA fan. He's following LeBron. You know LeBron's leaving Cleveland, right?
No, he's not. Oh, come on now.
I could feel it. I think he's leaving, especially if you guys win the championship. Then there's no real reason for him to stick around.
Is he going to be like every store on Euclid Avenue?
Huh?
We haven't won a title in 40 years.
Well, I'm saying if he wins it, then why would he stay? If he doesn't win it, then I could see where he maybe stays and gives you guys a chance.
There's so much to do here. It's pouring outside.
This is just basic sports talk. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but you know. I think he really wants to play for the Knicks. I really do. I think he wants to be a big star in a big city.
How many games did the Nets end up winning this year?
I forget, 11 maybe. 10, how many did the Nets end up winning, Kurt?
I think they won 11.
Yeah, I think that's about right. All right, brother. Thanks. Good talking.
All right, take care, guys.
Yeah, right on. Let's.
Goodbye.
Oh fuck this bitch. Hi, Lydia.
Oh, hi, Opie. I knew you were talking about me.
No, I wasn't. There was someone on TV, and I just. What do you got, Lydia?
Hi, Lydia.
Yeah, you were talking about rats before, and I grew up in Brooklyn, and one of the things that would often happen, unfortunately, we would go on dates, me and my girlfriends, and occasionally the guys would go down to the garbage docks down by the Verrazano, this big garbage transfer station there, and what was fun for a lot of the guys we dated was to take baseball bats and go and bash the rats. in the head, and there were literally thousands of them. And then once, unfortunately, it was a put out or get out situation, and man, we were not getting out.
That's where they took you on dates to go smash fucking rats with bats?
Yeah, fun in Brooklyn.
And you went back out with them?
You know what? I read a book on rats too. That book was good, but you got to kind of. There's too much fucking details and information. I think it's just called Rats, and it's a whole history of rats and how they got to New York City and stuff. They came in on the ships and whatnot. And it's a great book, but it's a little wordy at times. You know, you rifle through it.
I did the same thing on a date. I was going on with this girl years ago, you know, and she was in New York. I met her at a comedy club, and we fooled around, and I took her out one night. And I took her to a sex club because I had free passes. Remember when that guy gave us free passes at the cellar to the vault?
Vaguely, yeah.
He gave us. So I took her there, but they moved the vault, and it was like in somebody's apartment almost. It went from that big club.
Remember we tried to go there?
Yeah, and then I took this girl there. So this was our date, and I take her there, and then we watch like this couple. You know, one guy's jerking off in the corner, this and that. Then I take her from there to look at rats. And
was the vault empty?
Not as empty as my fucking soul, but there was a couple creepy guys, and you know.
You brought a date to a sex club?
Oh, she didn't know New York.
And the guys just jerking off in there?
Yeah, those guys jerking off. I didn't get to really see.
And then he said, all right, well, let's go watch rats now.
Let's go watch rats.
Did he get anything off her?
Yeah. And her, yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Herpes.
God, she's got low self-esteem.
No, it was a fun night out. What the fuck? Her friend was going out with like the richest.
Actually, you know what? I wouldn't mind checking out rats. That would be cool. Where do we go to check out rats?
I don't know now. Me and Rich tried to go to, sorry.
What's wrong, Rich? He's just trying to touch
Me and Rich went through, Rich doesn't like his fucking ankles touched.
I don't like anything from your warm fucking jizz fingers touching
My
me.
hands are very clean.
Why don't you like being touched, Rich?
Who likes it? It's ridiculous. It's just, people, you know, if I liked it.
Can you hug another man?
Huh?
Can you hug another man?
24 years ago.
Yes. Boss can hug the man's ass with his cock in his mouth.
All right, let's say it. Thank you, Lydia. Let's go to Dan in New Hampshire. Dan.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
I came out to my house. I live in the mountains up in New Hampshire, about 90 miles from the Canadian border, and I left some Dunkin' Donuts in the back seat of my Explorer, and I came out, and there was a bear, punched a hole through the window, climbed in the back seat, ate my donuts, and then fell asleep. So I had to call the cops and had to come and put mace on him and take him out and
Jesus,
get him out of my car. And then I had bear shit and smell in the back seat of my car.
Did the bear shit in your fucking car? What a dick.
What a fucking asshole.
I know, bears are douchebags. We've proven that already.
How bad was the bear's shit?
Well, he clawed the seats, and it was like a green, just a wasted shit. It's kind of like Jimmy shitting on a Friday night.
It's probably the donuts. Bears aren't used to eating fucking processed donuts. They're used to like fresh berries
and fresh meat.
They're not used to a fucking Boston cream.
Unlike you.
What do you mean?
Did you see when bears attack?
Bear removal service.
Nothing on that.
All right, Dan. Thank you so much, sir.
Did you see when bears attacked? It was just on the Discovery Channel.
I didn't see it. No.
No. What was that about?
You can't.
Nor
fuck
do I
with
wish
them,
to
man.
hear about it.
You can't fuck with them.
Who does?
Why would you fuck with a bear?
Yeah, who
There's
slaps a bear
people.
in the face?
There's bear people.
You're supposed to play dead, but who in their right mind is going to attempt that move? Every one of us is going to go, fuck that, I'm running.
You play dead.
But
I
say
think
you're
if
supposed to play dead.
I think if you just ran around a tree in circles, eventually one of you are going to give up. You can't climb the tree. Just keep running
I
around.
kind of like your strategy. I think I would rather run around a tree than play dead.
Yeah, really.
I'd rather take my luck running around a tree.
That's what I would do.
Hoping
Run
the
around
bear
a
can't
tree.
really figure out what the fuck's going on.
Oh, fuck.
But the bear would just stand there and wait to get to the other side of the tree because you would assume it's trying to chase you around
The
the
bear's
tree.
not that fucking smart. The bear doesn't know psychology.
All right.
That's why I won't go camping, man. I got a lot of camping gear, but I'm too scared to go camping because of fucking bears and ticks. The smallest thing on the planet and the biggest thing.
Yeah, I used to go camping when I lived in Boston. It's not for me.
My daughter
has for me.
Camping sucks.
It's creepy when it gets dark out there. I don't give a shit who you are.
Yeah, I got all this camping equipment from Marble Miles from years ago. What the fuck? It's creepy. We used to go.
It's creepy especially when you don't do like drive-by camping. When you really go hiking in the woods and then find a spot. Fuck that. I was out of my mind all night.
Did you guys ever see the Blair Witch Project?
No.
I know a girl that was camping and they were sitting there and there was a thunderstorm and lightning hit a tree and it went through the root into her leg. And they had to run down the mountain for her and all that shit, and her leg was all black and smoked out and fucked up. That fucks up a camping trip.
You think?
I would have cooked something on it at that point.
Let's say hi to Mason in West Virginia. Mason.
Good morning, boys.
Hey, buddy.
Jimmy, happy birthday.
Thank you, Mason.
I'm going to throw the hillbillies under the bus here today. We used to have almost like a bowling league in the late 70s and early 80s that the landfill in our area wanted to sell some of their property to put a strip mall in, and they would offer 50 cents per rat. Well, the hillbillies got the 12 gauges and 22s and went out, and they would kill them, bring them in. The developer now has about 6 restaurants on this property, and the boys got in behind it, and they would come out every Saturday night. Some would shoot bats, most would shoot rats, and there was kills of 200, 250 per night.
Jesus. That's a lot of fun.
So that kind of tells you, I don't know what they ever did with them, but I'm sure that some of the Chinese restaurants around there took advantage.
Oh, the poor Chinese restaurants. Although, I think I
wouldn't have eaten one.
What, in a Chinese restaurant? What's
Not
wrong
in a
with
million fucking years.
You've never eaten in a Chinese restaurant? You got to know
Not
where
anymore.
to go.
Nowhere.
There was a place.
Amen.
There was a place.
Nowhere.
Thank you. I could say it because they're no longer around. There was a place in Northport when I was living out there on Long Island. Chinese restaurant. Went and had one of their chicken dishes. 3 bites in, I'm like, this is... there was no doubt in my mind I wasn't eating chicken. I was so fucking sick to my stomach. Like, what the fuck is this? It wasn't bad chicken. It was another meat. I have no doubt in my mind. And sure enough, man, that restaurant closed down. So, I don't know. Maybe they got desperate and started replacing the chicken with something else. I don't know.
I'll eat it.
But I just know for a fact in my fucking soul I wasn't eating chicken that day.
I'll eat a P.F. Chang's, that's it. Because
It tasted slightly gamey. Like, chicken has never tasted gamey to me. Never.
Never.
So I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it was. What's worse than like when you get... I ordered from one Chinese place around our neighborhood, which I think is clean. It's clean, it's healthy food.
Yeah, there's a couple. I've tried them all in our area.
What's more disgusting than diced chicken? Like, I like white meat. You always have to ask for white meat because they send you the other stuff is rubbery and it's like chicken fat.
Well, no, why? Because they don't get rid of the fat before they chop it up because they're trying to save a few pennies here and there. Fucking get rid of the fat.
There's a true story that this girl, a lady was eating at a Chinese restaurant, and she sent her food back like twice, and 4 guys in the back jerked off in it or something. She got really sick and sued them. You know, they're just...
you would think she would enjoy the taste of sperm.
Not in... Well, if she was getting sweet and sour, but... It's just, I couldn't... Remember we used to go to Chinatown all the time, and the last time we went, how fucking gross it was at that place that had all the... You know, I don't know the name.
Wait, you went down to Chinatown?
We used to go all the time.
You gotta know where to go.
Patrice and everybody used to go after late at night.
You know the deal with Chinatown, right?
What's that?
You gotta know where to go. They have restaurants down there for only Chinese people, but they can't say that. So if you go in there, they make your life a living hell, so you never go back.
Oh,
I had like a 4-hour meal there once, and we were all out of our minds. Like, what the fuck's going on? And we watched Asian people come in and get served right away. And then someone finally explained to me that, you know, it's Chinatown, which is a tourist trap, but there's people down there annoyed because there's restaurants just for everybody else that lives in the area. And they don't want the tourists in there. They don't need the tourists. So you got to understand where to go.
Oh, well.
That is a fact, too. A lot of facts today. And someone finally told me, like, no, this is a real thing that happens in most Chinatowns in your cities. There's ones that everyone knows that welcome tourists, but there's a bunch that's absolutely don't. But they don't tell you that. They don't tell you when you walk in.
Certain foreigners, and I'm not saying what countries or what people, they're they're not as clean. I mean, they're not. You know, I walked into a fast food coffee place, and there was a guy sitting there. I'm not lying, on break, picking his toenails. I'm not fucking lying. Ask Bonnie. I go by. He's picking his fucking toenails in public. His feet are off. Like back home in Bangladesh, that might be normal at the donut store to pick your fucking toenails.
Are we adding? Are we adding all these to the list today?
Huh?
An old one.
Huh? Oh, he said that one already?
I think that's an old one.
Bangladesh.
Whatever. So, and he's picking them.
What'd you say to him?
I go, what the fuck are you? I scream. I go, you disgusting. You know, then you're going to put your fingers in the cup. You're fucking gross. What are you doing? And it's nothing to him. It's nothing.
My favorite Chinese restaurant stories, I think there are two we did on this show. Was there one with the cabbage where they were fucking squashing it with their bare feet or something?
It was cabbage, or it was...
The fuck was it?
I know what you mean.
And there was
can't
all
remember
sorts of health violations because they discovered that they dumped it in garbage pails.
The garlic. They were taking the garlic outside and crushing them on the concrete with his heels.
With his heels or something, with his dirty fucking heels. Something like that. And then the other one, which was out of Buffalo, where a Chinese restaurant got shut down. They discovered that they were serving deer meat instead of chicken, I guess, right? And one day, is this true, Danny? The deer story with the Chinese restaurant? One day, they saw the owner of the place dragging a deer through the entire restaurant, trying to get it into the fucking
I remember
kitchen.
that story, sure.
And he just assumed that no one was going to report him. With a blood trail, obviously they were going to clean up.
These are people that shit in holes, that just squat and shit anywhere.
They don't all shit in holes, Rich.
Yeah.
I just say all of them.
Some shit on each other in pornography.
There you go.
Well, I'm not sure, but
that story out of Buffalo, they had to shut that guy down.
Okay.
They just couldn't allow that anymore.
If the dog food they send over here is tainted and toys, what do you like? If you go to the market, do you ever buy seafood in the market?
What?
Do you ever buy seafood at the market? Like you go and buy seafood. Do you read where it's from? Like you won't buy your seafood from Vietnam or Indonesia or any of those places.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Seafood.
What about it?
It's got to be from Canada or fucking America. You can't.
Seafood has to be from Canada. Why?
They're cleaner. They process it cleaner. Their fucking farms are cleaner. Everything's cleaner.
How do you know where you're getting your seafood
from? It says it when you go buy it. It says from Vietnam.
When there's a bunch of like jumbo shrimp on ice. How do you know where it's from?
It says it at the supermarket. It'll say.
It says it where?
It's just
right under the price.
Yeah, right next to it says from Indonesia, from Vietnam.
It fucking doesn't say that.
Are you out of your fucking mind? Listen to me. I'm telling you, it says that.
Is there anyone out there that could fucking back me up? It doesn't say where your seafood's from.
Yes, in the supermarket. Yes, it
How about
does.
it's got like salmon fillets, whatever, on ice.
Yeah,
and it'll say the salmon's from
Nova Scotia.
I've never seen that before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, because you're buying all canned shit, cheap fuck. When you go buy the real fresh stuff, I'm telling you,
that was very hurtful.
I know it wasn't even funny, and I'm sorry.
It was just very hurtful.
I'm sorry.
It was just a funny thing to say that you're buying canned shit.
It's like, hey, have someone call in from a supermarket.
I've never seen that.
It's all labeled.
Jimmy, have you seen your seafood says seafood from?
I actually never noticed it. I never noticed it.
I've never noticed that.
I noticed these things. That's why we won't buy it.
Hey, where's the deer story, Danny? I saw you have it up there. Okay. Yeah, here it is. China King in Hamburg is closed tonight after health officials say they found a deer being butchered in the kitchen. This is a true story. Hamburg is outside of Buffalo. A spokesman for the Erie County Health Department tells Channel 2, I guess, on your side. Okay. They received a call Friday from a person claiming a deer was being butchered in the South Park Avenue restaurant. When health officials arrived, at the restaurant, they did indeed find employees butchering a dead deer. Health Commissioner blah, blah, blah has scheduled a meeting Tuesday. Officials say they don't know whether the deer was roadkill or if it had been hunted. They also say that none of the meat had been served to customers.
Yeah, from that day. From that deer.
Right. You think that was the first time he was doing something with a deer?
That's what's good about L.A. They have like a number system outside the restaurants.
Yes.
That, 1 to 4 or something. Or They
have gradings, too, for cleanliness.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow,
and
man.
if you
have a bad number, you might as well fucking just give up, right? Who the fuck's
Well,
going
if
to
you-
a bad number restaurant?
Nozawa always gets an A for the cleanliness and stuff.
Who?
Sushi Nozawa.
Nozawa.
Yeah.
That's
Even
fucking-
I'm scared to eat sushi now.
Not there, you wouldn't be.
Anywhere. How do they know
Why?
there's not a fucking piece of bacteria or something in there?
Well,
that's
you
gonna-
can get it. You have to assume that they know how
Yeah.
to do it, or everybody would just be getting sick every day eating it.
Right.
So you
But
go
that's
to the
the number
reputable
one
places.
course.
Nobu is very good. Matsuhisa in L.A. There's a few places that are good. There's a place called Gary here on 77th, which is great. I
Yeah,
trust
they're all
that.
good. I've eaten
Gary-
I've eaten
Gary rules.
Yes.
What is
Rich
it?
doesn't know about this.
No,
It's
I
trashy.
just. Are you
You're
crazy?
very trashy.
Are you crazy?
You really are
I've
trashy.
eaten.
I've had sushi with you.
yes,
You're very
You're
trashy.
very trashy.
You never had sushi with
I
me.
certainly
Yeah.
have. You go to those like fucking
Yeah,
like
Steve's Sushi
You,
Hut.
you buy them out of the machines.
you go like half price sushi.
Exactly.
You go to all you eat.
Me and Jimmy
all
have
you can
class when we
Yeah.
eat our sushi.
We used to go all the time to half price.
See, of course.
Me and him.
Yes,
well,
we
I
did.
know you did. That's
was
why I
good.
said I wasn't even going for a joke.
But
You're
fucking-
a half price sushi
No,
guy.
not anymore.
Lunchtime special.
I ate at that place in
What's Charlie all about?
Charlie has info on seafood labeling.
I do. Actually, all seafood.
Hat's crooked.
That's how the Utes.
I'm
wear
sorry.
them.
Go ahead, Colin.
All seafood that goes through Costco anyway is printed right on the label, right underneath the price, the country that it's farmed in.
yes, every supermarket.
Yeah, most.
Could this
shrimp
be the
is from
first time Rich
Vietnam.
Voss has been right and we've been wrong?
Not the first fucking time.
Pretty close.
I've been right a lot of times.
Go ahead, Charlie.
How do you know this? Did you work in a supermarket or being that you spent a lot of time there? Huh?
I work at Costco.
Do you work at Costco?
Yeah.
What do you do for them?
Drive forklift.
You ever dream of driving a tractor in life, or you just want to stop at forklift?
I think.
Why are
forklift
your
is,
ears fucking squared off?
I have no idea.
Why do you have rectangle ears?
Your ears have been cuffed.
I was born like that. My brother used to try and rip them open when I was
Look
younger.
at this creepy fucking ear.
Holy fuck, your ears are hemmed.
Oh my god.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
You got, fuck.
I don't like your fucking bed skirt ears. They're terrible. Let me take a picture of your fucking creepy ears.
Sure.
Wow, they are. Wow.
Look.
Hold on.
What the fuck? His mom take them back when he was growing up?
Forward.
Forward? Which way?
Oh,
yeah, I guess you're right. Forward. I didn't see that one. That one's worse than the other one. Yeah,
Let's see.
that
Turn
one's
around.
worse than the other one. See, that one is not as bad.
I would say you could get them fixed, but that would be the 8th thing on you that you should work on.
Jesus.
That's
great.
nothing wrong with your ears. Don't do anything stupid. You know what I mean? Don't
There
get
is
a
something wrong with
compliment.
these ears. They're rectangles.
It's not. No, they're just.
All right,
you know.
listen. Let me go to Jason. Thank you, Charlie. Jason.
Exactly. Beat it, fucking square ears. Fucking cereal box ears.
Jason, what do you got?
Hey, here's what I got regarding the Chinese place in Hamburg. I used to live in Hamburg. I was right down the road.
Okay.
This particular deer was actually hit by one of my colleagues. I actually taught for a school there, actually. And she actually hit this deer. It was over on the side of the road, and yeah, they took this and dragged it in the establishment, and they were cutting it up. What happened after this? They actually applied to have their health license reinstated, and they actually reinstated their license. So this place actually opened back up after they were seen actually killing a deer inside the establishment.
Wow, no kidding. Who the fuck would go there? Because, I mean, Buffalo and Hamburg, obviously, smaller places, so everyone knows about the restaurant. They can't they can't hide the fact that they were a big story in town.
Well, why would they why would they let them? What kind of?
I don't know.
And interesting enough, there was another Chinese place right across the street from them, kind of kitty corner. They were caught a number of years ago by the DEC, and they had actually seagulls in their freezer. They had 5 or 6 seagulls, so rather than shutting them down, they charged them $500 per seagull.
Jesus. Oh, that's unbelievable.
And they didn't shut them down.
They didn't shut them down. The DEC just said, well, you can't have these. They're prohibited, and charged them the state limit for having an unauthorized, I suppose, game bird in the without a license, of course, permit per bird. So $500 per bird rather than shut them down.
And, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of Chinese restaurants doing the right thing and serving terrific Chinese food,
Yeah.
but there's also some horrific things going on.
Yeah, but it goes on with all restaurants.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
can tell you if you want to know a good restaurant. I mean, there's tons of ways, but the first thing is walk in the bathroom and see how clean that is.
Yeah.
If it's not
Chinese
fucking
places always have
immaculate.
disgusting bathrooms.
Me and my girl. Thank you, Jason. We were out and about with people. I can't remember. We're trying to remember where we were, and she had to use the bathroom. And she goes into the bathroom of this restaurant. We didn't even eat in there. It's one of those shit. She's got to use the bathroom type things, right? She goes in there. She comes running right out. I'm like, what the fuck? She goes, there's cockroaches all over the bathroom. And that was the women's room. So I went into the men's room and got like, get the fuck out of here. Sure enough, cockroaches everywhere. Everywhere. How do you run a business and not take care of the cockroach problem and where it's obvious right there in the bathroom?
Me and Bonnie were eating in a place downtown, down the street from the cellar.
Sure,
and we're sitting there eating, me, her, and Rick Shapiro and some whatever fucking psychopath broad he was with at the time, okay, that could deal with his psychopath. And we're eating, all of a sudden mice are running across the floor in the restaurant.
Right.
And we go to the people. I go, there's mice running. Look, you can see it. It's right here. It's hiding behind the garbage. And they said, yeah, they're here all the time. Like it was nothing.
They're just
in
used
the
to it
restaurant.
after a while.
Really?
Unbelievable.
And then they charge us full pop and not even offer dessert.
Why would you want dessert from
I
a
didn't.
place that has
I
mice
wouldn't take
running
it. I
around?
wasn't
Exactly.
going to. I wasn't.
And why did you continue eating?
We
What?
stopped eating.
Oh, okay.
We didn't eat anymore.
But you're mad they didn't offer you dessert?
Or take money off the dish.
Yeah, I
or
agree.
say-
They should have.
Right.
I had that happen in a place around. It's like, how do you not fucking? What are you looking at? Rich?
Look how hot she is.
That's Donald Trump's wife.
Is that Trump's wife? Wow.
Oh, yeah, it is. Let's say hi to Tommy in Chicago. Tommy.
Melania.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Her legs are a little thin for me. She's like a model's body.
Oh, yeah.
Louis Vuitton.
Her legs are as thin as her arms.
Yeah, she's a model. She's sexy, man.
What do you got, Tommy?
Well, first of all, as much as it pains me to agree with Voss and his oversized dentures, he is actually right that they do have to, by law, say where the fish is from.
I never. I believe all you guys. I just never saw that before. Never.
And they're not oversized. I'm getting new teeth, sir.
Very good.
And let me tell the fucking audience members that come to the shows, thank you, O&A listeners that came to Altown. But there's always one that thinks he could throw stuff in from the show and he's part of it and he knows me. I fucking smashed this guy so fucking bad Saturday night. His girlfriend walked out on him and left and went home. Because he made it go, oh, he's doing like little references. I go, listen, you fucking cocksuckers, you're not Opie, you're not Anthony, you're not Norton.
Yay, you mentioned me.
So don't fucking pretend that you are in that category.
You're an animal.
They do that to Bob Kelly sometimes too. It's like they mistake the fact that we break each other's balls as friends, and it's like you forget that it's like he's a professional comic. He's going to shred you. You don't know him like that.
Yeah,
Tommy, hold on for a sec, okay? I saw Jay Moore last weekend at Gotham. He was having a great set. Who
was he doing?
Huh? And this guy that was sitting literally right behind me at a little table just kept yelling, "Do Christopher Walken, do Christopher Walken, over and over again." And then Jay obviously finally humored the guy because he really wanted to move on with his show. And I'm sure Jay Moore was going to do Walken eventually.
Sure.
And now it was out of place, and it was like he was just, catering to this one fucking
Why didn't
asshole.
they throw the guy out?
I don't know, man. It was so frustrating. Let the comic do his thing, man. He's
that's
got a
what-
whole thing, and if the guy's known for something, trust me, he's going to get to it.
That's where Caroline's is beautiful. Literally, if you're eating and your fork hits the plate too loud, they fucking walk over
They
and grab
boot
you
you.
by the throat. Oh, that fucking club doesn't tolerate 1 ounce of tomfoolery out of the audience.
And they drag
Caroline's rules.
And they drag you upstairs to throw you out on the street, and trust me, it hurts.
They don't tolerate any bullshit.
But this guy made the whole show about himself. He needed to hear Christopher Walken. Everyone was enjoying themselves. Jay had a lot of stories, a lot of good stuff, and it still was a great show. But for about 10 or 15 minutes, it threw Jay off. The audience is like, "What are you doing?"
That's where the club should walk over and go, "Sir, if you yell that nonsense again, we're going to make you pay your bill and throw you the fuck out." Call the police.
And it wasn't like the guy didn't know any better. It was obnoxiously so. Like, all right, shut up. He heard you, obviously.
To walking.
Tommy,
what are you yelling out for in a public place, you cunt?
Tommy in Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey. So
anyway,
yeah.
We had I'm a fireman up here, and we had a fire in a Chinese restaurant, and we were throwing away all the chicken and stuff that was sitting out because it got a bunch of like the extinguisher and all that stuff all over it. We actually, as we were finishing up, we saw the guys in the back in the dumpster pulling all the chicken out, bringing it back in to wash it so they could reuse it. We called the health department. The health department came out, threw it back in the dumpster, and then poured bleach all over it, which still didn't stop them. They still had to pull all the chicken back in, and they tried to wash the bleach off, at which point the health department had to shut them down.
You hear this?
It's
You hear this?
fucking.
You hear this? That's unbelievable. That's a true story, Tommy.
Absolutely.
Jesus. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Here,
Let's go to
Opie.
Steve in Philly.
Real
Steve,
quick.
hold on one more, because this guy has been waiting a while. Steve.
What's up, Queef?
Hey, brother.
Now, I'm a plumber. I've been doing work in Chinese restaurants 13 years. One story that always comes back to me is sewer was backed up all through the kitchen. They had the food that just floats inside, like a Tupperware bin, sitting on the floor, smoking cigarettes, ashes everywhere. But what killed me was I was at the job for 4 hours. They're sitting there skinning bullfrogs, cutting the hearts out. Long story short, the job's done. I say to the guy, he offers his dinner. I said, I really want frog. The guy goes, "We talk about there's no frog here." Well, come to find out, frog actually tastes like chicken. Very, very common with the Chinese restaurants. Dirtiest fucking places on the planet.
I wonder if I was eating frog then in that restaurant.
that?
I'm wondering what I was eating in Northport. Maybe it was frog.
But how
It's
many?
definitely not chicken, though.
How much cheaper can frog be than chicken? You can't be any cheaper of a food than chicken.
Frogs are pretty cheap. You don't have to
Really?
fucking buy them.
Yeah, just go catch the
You go to a little
fucking
fucking pond.
It's inevitable.
If you know where they're
Every
fucking
time-
hanging out, it's very cheap, Rich.
Exactly.
They're
Use frog
free.
bait.
Right.
Oh, my
Frog bait will
God.
fucking get frogs from fucking wild, man.
Yep. Jimmy's
I
right.
mean, it's like
Frog bait.
married with children. Every time you're in there, they're just sitting there smoking over the food, and you go to use the bathroom in the back of the kitchen. There's never any soap.
The bathrooms are disgusting. It's like this dirty, fucking, filthy hands touching everything. The bathrooms in Chinese places are fucking horrendous.
I was in Hong Kong.
I
The
love
food
you.
there was fucking so good. It was so gross.
In Hong Kong?
Yeah.
Make love? Why?
I don't know where I was going. We didn't know how to read anything.
You were in Hong Kong. What do you mean you don't know where you were going?
I mean, you don't
You
know
were
how to
already there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what.
You were Bonnie?
No, it was when I was a comic. And I had to fly 15 hours with Jim David behind me, spitting on the back of my neck, talking.
Why didn't you sit next to each other?
Yeah.
Because I had the whole seat to lay down on. It's a 15-hour flight.
You're in coach?
The plane. This was years ago. I didn't have fucking money, and I'd still be.
You
in
should rub
coach,
this
but-
cock.
Huh?
Rub his cock.
Yeah, let him
No, ugh.
Show him who's fucking. You know,
Who's boss?
Yeah, who's in charge.
Show him who's boss.
Who's boss? Here's the thing, and I'm not telling you how to do what you do because you do it great. But I think when a caller calls and tells a story, and you go true story, if it was a lie, do you think that was the pressure that would turn them around and go, "You're right, it was a lie"? Do you know what I'm saying?
No. I'm completely baffled by what you just said.
2 callers ago, the guy called.
Did he say true story or did I?
You did. You go true story.
I just want to fucking hammer it home. Like, this guy knows what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
It's a problem.
All right. I thought you were cross-examining him, and he was going to.
I just wanted to pump it up a little bit. Make sure people were hearing a true story.
True story?
You're probably right, you fucking asshole. Where are you going to be, Rich? We got to take a break.
I'll be at
Then we're
Motley's.
Then we're going to talk about your top 5 tech fucking gadgets after the break.
I'm at fucking Motley's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in Boston. And if you can't catch me there, you can catch me at, what do you call it? At
Standing in somebody's lawn holding a lantern.
at Granite Links. I'll be there Friday and Saturday.
Right, but Motley's
No,
in Boston.
Motley's.
this
I'm just
weekend.
fucking around with that one. I'm
Fucking,
not
I
even
love
going there.
seeing Rich, man, do his stand-up. Absolutely love it. And Jimmy's going to be at the Improv in Pittsburgh this weekend. So
Thursday, Friday,
So you
Saturday.
got choices.
Can you guys
depending
get
on
me
where you
back
live.
into the improvs? You guys
Why don't
have
you
that
work
power?
them?
Yeah, what's wrong with you in the
I don't know.
Improvs?
Fucking who knows? I mean, I don't know. I just,
Did you,
I guess, you know.
What'd you do?
I didn't do anything.
You didn't send a tape first, did you?
Is he one of those comics? He has to send a tape
No,
first?
that's what. I was working a club once years ago. Do you want to hear this?
Can we take a break?
No,
or
no,
is
this is quick.
All right,
years ago, before any TV, and I'm on stage, and it was at Stand Up New
Before
York.
any TV, were we working there like the
No,
fucking
before
30s?
I was at Stand Up New York. I'm doing a show. You know, a special
there's
show
no
there.
TV in
And then the
30s,
fucking
and
club
you're old.
owner,
Okay.
I'm doing a show there, and the club owner was there watching the show. And then I said, "Can I work this club?" He goes, "Can you send me a tape?" I go, "You just fucking saw me. That's what they used to do. Can you send a tape?" You know what I mean? Okay, that was the story.
But it is true. I mean,
Yeah, it's
they are
fucking
awful.
ridiculous.
Club owners.
All right, why don't we take a break, Rich?
Get me back in.
We're going to do tech gadgets next with you. So your top 5 tech gadgets, whether you're using them or you think are really cool in general, okay?
Reach
Oh,
Boss.
All right, we'll figure it out.
I could tell some cool ones, I think.
You think?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
All right. How's everybody today? Good? Good? Good. Good. Oh, I got a quickie. Over the weekend, I was watching MSNBC. Don't tell Anthony. And a guy said blowjob while I was watching on MSNBC. And he was a real creep of a guy. I filmed it, but the glare on my TV is horrendous. I had horrendous glare, but I got the audio for everybody.
Why'd he say it?
Well, I'll just play it. Basically, they were doing a story on how they, the $100 bill they changed? Is that it, right?
Did they?
And what's going on with our money is they're making the presidents look nicer and nicer as the years go on. Like they're getting rid of frown lines and they're softening up their look in general and making their hair look better and all that. Even though like the original money probably was very accurate to what the guy looked like, right? So they had a plastic surgeon. I guess this is what happens when you got to fill up 24 hours of news. You have a lot of dumb stories that mean nothing. They had a plastic surgeon on who was discussing, why they're doing this in our culture or something like that. See, there you go. Ben Franklin. This one, they didn't really fucking clean him up too much. They could have.
Hot one is a new one. He looks more wrinkled.
They have his whole body on there. Jesus, he got his fucking shoes.
What?
I like the new one.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Well, they're doing
Go ahead. Yeah, go, Rich.
A lot of the reason they're doing it is because they're counterfeiting them over in Taiwan and other countries, and they're flooding our market with counterfeit $100 bills. They're easy to counterfeit, so they got to stay one step ahead of the counterfeiters. They might say it's because of appearance, but it's because they're fucking being counterfeited.
That's why I don't think they deny the counterfeiting. Are they out now or no?
No, but they're changing his appearance too. That would have nothing to do with the counterfeiting part, because they're putting all sorts of fucking stuff within the dollar.
Unless it's so you can't just stamp the old picture on the new one.
Yeah,
like they added more to them now.
You think that?
Maybe.
Counterfeiting reasons.
Well, let me ask you. Sorry.
All right, whatever.
Is it out yet or no?
I know.
Yeah. It's not, but they're not cleaning up Benjamin Franklin just for counterfeiting reasons. That's what they were talking about on the news. They changed the entire dollar to make it harder to counterfeit. Yes,
smart.
I'm smart.
So here's the audio that I captured over the weekend as I was watching.
Andrew Jackson, of course, the $20 bill there. The far left, 1928, you can see eyelid, kind of fat bags, I guess if you want to call them those. Redesigned in 98. I don't know, it's looking like filled with injectables for the temple lines and the hollow, laugh lines. And then on the right, the current one since 2003, it looks like he got his hair blown out,
Indeed. Actually, a lot of changes, not necessarily for the better. As you alluded to, they filled in his temples and his laugh lines with some injectables, and they've really done a really nice blow job, hair dry, and it looks like he has the smock on from the hairdresser.
Yeah.
There you go. The guy saying blowjob instead of blow dry. Nice, right?
Yeah. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
He meant well.
Thank you.
Hurry up.
All right, Rich. That was a quickie, whatever.
Let's do your tech stuff.
Yeah, the tech.
Yeah, it's my new radio
the
voice.
tech gadgets.
What do you think of my new radio voice?
I hate it.
I want to talk like this from now on.
I fucking hate it.
Really smooth radio guy. Yeah, I want to know what the people out there think of my new radio voice.
2011.
Smooth. Yeah, go right ahead.
Yo, Rich.
What's up?
Tech guy.
Can we put the dog collar on you?
That can never happen.
Why?
Why not?
It really. Listen to me.
Let's put
Let me
it
explain
on.
something.
Yeah.
There's certain limits.
No, there's not.
That Rich Voss will go to. I give enough to this station where I'm not going to be physically harmed. After the broken elbow is when I drew the line.
That's you really
Happy
did draw a line in the
birthday.
sand.
Happy birthday. Let's
Hey,
break
man.
your bone.
Why do you have to bring up the same shit every time you're here? I
Because
have
my
nothing to do
elbow
with
hasn't
it.
been the same.
Bob is such a bully, he doesn't realize
Yeah,
that you
Robert
can't throw
Kelly
people to
should
the ground.
You had nothing to do with it. You were the one who went at me first.
Robert Kelly went too hard.
Yes, he did, because he's a moose and he doesn't know.
What was
his
it,
own.
on stage in front of what?
At the Mohegan Sun on my birthday.
How many
June
people? I don't
30th.
even know. There was a lot of
It doesn't
people.
matter.
there.
I wasn't
Bob,
going.
And we
Bob
brought
doesn't-
out a nice cake for you at the end of the show, and me and Bob, I believe I was helping with the cake, and then Bob took it upon himself to really make it hurt.
No, you.
and then,
come on, you
and
started
then because
the
you're an
riot.
old fucking guy, you slid on the icing on the fucking stage and broke your own elbow.
Listen, fucking Danny DeLuccio.
Kenny, do you remember?
Let me explain to you.
Bob
what
doesn't know how to
happened.
do things like
This is
that
a
because he's
video.
just too brutal.
Okay,
He's like he once killed a girl in a barn by petting her hair.
Kenny, how do you remember the broken elbow incident with Rich Voss?
There should be a YouTube video.
There is.
All right.
And it was probably Rich's fault.
It was definitely your fault. You couldn't just sit there and
really
appreciate the nice
Kenny?
dude, the nice gesture. We gave you a cake at the end of the show.
Oh, really?
It's your fault
For trying to walk off with the cake and being, and
you
cherish
fell down.
my present that you gave me.
You broke your own elbow.
Yeah, as the whole crew was coming at me.
Remember how swollen it got?
Opie Sharpton led the pack. The fucking stupid Bobby.
Why are you blaming me? Bob shoved it aggressively into your face.
Listen, I don't need to.
Is it up there somewhere?
Well, anyhow, there's no reason.
All right, here we go. Let's.
Look how good Bonnie looks. What the fuck happened?
All right, Bonnie kisses you. It's all nice in front of the crowd. There's the cake. We blow out the candles. So far, so good. I'm just standing on stage.
Look at the fucking.
Louis C.K., Robert Kelly.
See Bobby lingering. Look at Opie there. Who's going first?
I'm doing nothing.
Yeah, look at Opie. Oh, yeah. Who was the first, you fucking idiot? And stupid Bobby. Look, I broke my elbow.
And look how excited Bobby is.
It doesn't matter how excited it's.
Bobby throws his hat into the audience. He's so happy that you're on the ground with a broken elbow.
And look at Rich with cake all over him.
Look at you.
And look at Bonnie, stupid codependent
With
helping
a
me.
fucking broken elbow. Whose fault was that, Kenny? You saw the video.
It looks like he threw himself on the ground.
Thank
to
you,
be
Kenny.
dramatic, like a wrestling move.
Thank you, Kenny. See?
Gosh, she looks good. Oh, she was pregnant.
See?
Fuck Bobby.
Whose fault?
It was. Oh, look at them Patrice.
Look at Patrice. Oh, shit.
Look at Patrice. He's so funny.
Well, look at Bobby. So excited. He's going to throw his nice hat into the audience. He's so proud of what he just did.
He's Pete Townsend.
All right, we'll fucking tweet that video too, I guess.
Well, he has the same hard drive, at least.
Yeah. All right, Rich.
So there goes your dog collar. That's why.
That's when you finally had it with us?
Well, no. I
When you
mean,
broke
like
the
I
elbow
said,
for the show?
I add so much, and some stuff, you just got to draw the line.
It's Happy Birthday, Rich Voss on YouTube.
God, that's
and you can see the video.
You
we
can
were just checking out.
You can get through it to.
And you could. I love the set. I mean, it was a great set for that virus show.
It was fun, man.
Holy shit! What high school made that for us?
I don't know, but I remember that show. That's the one. That's
what?
Caliendo.
I thought you were serious for a second. It's not.
Caliendo had a tough time.
I had better fucking sets when I was doing high school plays at Harbor Fields High School.
Caliendo had a tough time.
Because you fuckers wanted so much money for that show.
And now
the caution tape really lets you know that you're about to see something dangerous.
Right. See, look at the police tape.
We wanted
everywhere.
so much
Watch
money.
out. Watch out.
I was saying Caliendo had a tough time, but yet now he signed like a $800 million deal in Vegas. Not that big. It was a big deal. Not a million, big.
Yeah, Caliendo is one of those Vegas comics now, right? He's
Wait,
gonna be
Frank-
stuck out there for years.
But Frank's the
What,
type
for
of guy.
great money.
For like probably 10 million a year.
He'll have a great life out there because Caliendo's a good
Is he getting
impressionist.
$10 million a year?
It's stupid money. He's getting stupid money.
Frank's perfect for Vegas because he does impressions, and they're great impressions.
Oh my god!
And they love, like, Danny Gans is dead, and Danny was the guy
Frank
out
gave
there.
him the coke.
Is that what he died of?
No, I think.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know how he died.
Yeah, I don't know how he died, so I'm not saying that. It was a joke.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But,
it was a tragedy.
Yeah.
Because that guy was fucking Vegas, right? He was the number one guy.
So
out there.
he was there was signs for. You didn't know who Danny Gans was unless you were in Vegas, but he got famous just from being in Vegas.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they filled that slot, but I mean, look, Siegfried and Roy are gone. Danny Gans died.
Lucille Ball died. It just said that. 77. I just saw it on TV. Did she just pass away today? Or has she been dead?
This is not happening right now.
Has she been dead?
This is not happening right now.
Oh, yeah, she's been dead for a while. Go ahead. That was what's his name's
What
bit.
happens? Do you even know how to drive home?
That's what's his name's bit. Kevin Sullivan. What? Lucy's in the sky with Desi. You're right. Go ahead. So what you're saying about?
No, we can't just move on from the fact that
I just
you
saw
thought
that on TV. Lucille Ball dead.
Lucille
Yeah.
Ball died.
I don't. Do you
She
know?
died- Do you what?
Huh?
She died. Ready for this, Rich?
Did you hear the bad news out of Dallas, Dealey Plaza?
Rich, Lucille Ball died 21 years ago.
And
Did she die today?
And she's still as strong as ever. On TV. She died 21 years ago?
And you thought that maybe she just died, right?
She would have been 98 today. She died at 77. 21 years ago? Fuck, I was sober then, too. Well, there's a gadget I should work on.
Kenny's still laughing.
Who is? Kenny? I just saw it on TV, and I was like, whoa, man, that's sad news. That's sad news. It's like only hearing part of the story and then acting like you know everything about it. Like I just glimpsed at the TV and saw Lucille Ball.
You didn't know she was dead. Come on.
Well, if I would have thought about it, I would have said, yeah, she's dead.
Why would you think about it before you say something?
I can't think about every celebrity that's dead or every person. I don't fucking
That's
remember.
an obvious one, though.
I bet you there's like...
When was the last time you heard about her?
All the time. Her name comes up.
All right.
In our documentary.
Rich,
Go ahead.
We gave you a little thing. Just because, you do tech stuff. You're going to do a tech show with Laszlo, hopefully, soon.
I'll try one day. I'm about that guy, his personality.
I spoke to Laz about it. He's definitely down to do it. So.
Wait, you don't like Laszlo?
No, I don't know him that well.
He stinks.
I don't know him.
Okay, listen. So we asked you to bring in your list of 5 tech gadgets that you like or you have.
That's right. Well,
all right?
Yeah.
I mean, because, there's a lot of tech stuff out there.
Well,
yes, there is.
The first new, and I've had it before, but now I upgraded a great piece of tech, an instrument for someone who saves a lot of stuff on the computer is to get an external hard drive, which I have 3. One the editor has, one I have, and I have one that I travel with, a small one. I haven't traveled with it in a while, but if I have to, it's a smaller one. And the external hard drive I have now is 1.5 terabytes, which is a fucking ton of megabytes in a terabyte.
And it's a bunch of gigabytes, too.
Gigabytes, terabytes.
No, but what you got to...
It's just tons of stuff. So the external hard drive it's great because your computer fills up with just a bunch of useless shit, and all, and then it's so easy. You just click and send to K.
What do you call the file that you hide cock pictures in?
My mind.
See, then the brilliance comes out. It's just,
I know. My mind. What the... So...
How can you be that quick and that funny, but you don't know Lucille Ball died 21 years ago?
Do you understand you were off by over 2 decades?
Well,
What would
that's
that be?
stuff that I'll send to
89?
my external hard drive now. Facts about.
And what's this K thing about?
Well, that's you go to on your computer.
Just push the K key.
No. It's going over like, what do you call that? Like there's K drive. The K drive is where my external hard drive is now. You have the C drive where most of your stuff goes. The D drive that you don't even know what the fuck is there for. You can't get into the D drive unless you can break down that fucking wall between C and D.
Well, the D
which
drive,
I have no idea how to break down the wall.
The D drive is normally the fucking DVD player.
What's that?
The DVD player is normally the D drive.
No, you can send over files and stuff you save to the D drive if you know how to get through the fucking wall between the C and D drive. If you're smart enough. I don't know. So if the C drive fills up, you send the shit over to the external hard drive, which is the K drive, and then you erase the shit on the C drive.
What's on your D drive?
What's on my D drive? I can't get to it. I don't know. On my D drive.
Is it a backup of your hard drive? Is it a backup of your operating system? Because I have one too. I have a big giant Mac computer that has 2 fucking hard drives, massive ones. And I just go back and what you do is you can have icons on your desktop and then open either one. It's easy to go back and forth.
On your D drive. No, if you have, say you have a half an hour, your half an hour special on your C
or my
drive.
hour. That's my hour.
Your hour, either one that whatever unwatchable special you have. Okay, on your C drive. Okay, all right. You can't go to your fucking D drive and look at it. You have to go to your C drive.
I can put it on both.
If you can you can put it on both. You know how to send your stuff to your D drive.
Sure. What you do is this: you open up on the desktop. You have 2 little icons. Okay, one is called C and one is called D.
Mm-hmm.
You can fucking open up something on the C drive and just drag it and drop it into the D drive. That's how I would do it.
No.
Do you drop?
Maybe you could do that
drop
on
and
an
drag?
Apple. Yeah, I drop. That's how. Yes, when I'm burning DVDs from our movie, I'll take what's already downloaded in C drive and I'll drag it and drop it in and burn it and back it up on a CD or DVD. You know, but that's not what we use for the movie. That's just in case. You know,
Right.
I have like 40 different ways to back this shit up.
So your first tech gadget
that
you love is the
external hard drive.
Sure. Okay,
that whole fucking terabyte thing is a whole nother level.
All
You
right.
can't fuck with terabytes.
Especially since they don't exist.
What do you mean? What are they called?
Not what you think they're called.
They're terabytes.
Yeah.
Terabytes.
Yeah.
It's not.
What's it called?
That's what Tara eats.
Okay.
All right,
So I
what's your-
like my externals.
All right. What's your next tech gadget
That I
you're doing?
like?
Well, yeah.
Well, and this isn't even a tough tech gadget, but I got it 3 years ago for my birthday. Was my my Sky Caddy, which is a golf GPS where you download courses onto your GPS. Now you could do it on your iPhone now, which I tried the other day, but the only problem, and the iPhone is much better with the course with SkyLogic, it's much better, but it eats up the power in your iPhone. Like after one round, your fucking battery is shot. I don't have a backup battery, which they said you could get for an iPhone. I don't know how to do that, but eventually I will get the backup battery.
There is a thing. Sorry,
You know, I'll
there
give
is
it that. Huh?
there is a thing that you can get for your iPhone where you put it around. It's slippery though, which I don't like. You put it around the phone like this case.
Yeah.
And it has a battery charger. You can use that.
Okay. That's something I'll look into when I'm.
You know,
all right.
I have Fire.
So you got a Sky Caddy. Those things are really cool if you play
Okay,
golf.
so you got there's two. Excuse me. You got two. What's your other
Hold
one?
on, but I'm making fun of Rich for being, dumb and all. And did I say that Ben Franklin was a president? Great, that's wonderful. Whew, sorry,
Ben Franklin was not a president.
No.
I do know that.
No,
he was
he
a
was
guy
a-
with the fucking white stockings and a kite.
And a kite. He was a kite flyer.
He
You could see
probably
him
should have been a
right
president.
before
I don't
Sheepshead
know.
Bay. If you driving down the belt.
Yeah.
Why they're flying kites? Really? Can you fucking drive?
You don't like people that fly kites?
No, I don't like people
fucking
that
hate
stop.
how that stops
fucking
traffic.
Stop to
Why
look
are
at
people
it.
stopping to watch?
Because they're assholes.
Yeah, they're fucking kites. If they were
What
flying,
kind of
Well, their
kites are
religion
they?
has nothing to do with it. I know.
What kind of kites are they that people have to slow down to check it out?
Big juicy cock kites.
that's 1 in a million.
You never flew a kite, Rich?
Huh?
Never flew a kite? It's fun until you have to reel that fucker in. Then you're like, why did I let out so much line? I'm going to be here all day.
Reel it in. You got enough money to let it go and buy another one. What the
No,
fuck?
I haven't flown kites in decades. I'm talking when I was a fucking kid
Oh.
when it mattered.
Yeah.
You put it on the fishing pole and let it go, and then you're stuck there fucking reeling it in for hours.
That's a good idea on a fishing pole.
Oh my god, that's the only way to fly a kite. There you go. There's a big cock kite for you. All right, so what's your third gadget, Rich?
Well, you didn't discuss the golf caddy. What do you want to know about it?
No, I mean it's pretty much self-explanatory. Your ball's there.
It's not that easy to.
And then what happened? You aim the golf caddy at the flag, I guess.
No. That's where you're wrong. That would be the binocular one. That would be the one that you hold in your hand. And
wait, so your ball is just on the ground?
Yes, and it's marked off by satellites through a satellite, and they mark off
But
the
how does-
course.
how does
and
it
will
know
tell
where
you
your
the
ball is?
distance. It'll tell you the distance to the front, middle, and back of the green. Okay.
Oh, where you're standing.
From where you're standing.
Where the
Yes.
the sky caddy is. I got it.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
To the green.
Right.
And
what if you want to know like the yardage of a sand trap that's maybe
it'll have the
20
distance,
yards short of the green?
It'll have that distance too. And I have the older version, 3 years old, which I'm not re-upping because I'm not paying $50 a year to re-up it.
That a
with
boy,
fucking
Rich.
dumb
That a
Sky.
boy.
I'm going over to my iPhone.
That a boy.
Golf Logic. So what I'm saying is it'll mark off traps and hazards. And
Okay.
it didn't help me at all last week at Bethpage where I fucking had a meltdown. But it's
I
a
told
great,
you I wasn't going to play that
it was,
place.
the
For that
second, it was a
reason.
nightmare. It was a fucking horrifying
You played
experience.
black. The
Yeah,
black
it's
course
just
is where they have the U.S. Open. It's a nightmare
fucking,
course. It's one of the hardest courses in America, and
just destroy everything.
And it's early in the golf season. And Rich calls me and goes, "Let's play Bethpage Black." I'm like, "No fucking
No,
way."
I played
It's
again
not
the week
fun.
after. It was a fucking nightmare. Anyhow,
It's not fun. But go
Okay,
ahead.
so I like that. That's one of my favorite gadgets.
Is that that's your second gadget?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't now live without, and I bought 2 of them. One for Bonnie, one for... I actually bought this one for Bonnie for Christmas one year, but I just bought it for her for Christmas, but I knew I'd use it. It was basically for me, but I counted it as a present for her, was my my GPS, my Garmin or Carmen or whatever the fuck it is. On the road, there is nothing that's more handy than my GPS. It shows you where the Walmarts are, where...
You need Walmarts?
I love fucking going to Walmart after the show and just fucking getting stuff.
What do you get at a Walmart?
Fucking, golf balls and pita bread, shit like that.
I'd love you to make a sandwich from those 2 things.
I'll fucking
now we understand your teeth, man. Those fucking golf ball sandwiches are tough.
So, but great teeth for dam building.
As much as you want to laugh at the guy, that's exactly what you could get at Walmart. You can get pita bread and golf balls.
So,
anything else you get at Walmart besides the pita bread and the...
who knows? Late at night, some groceries.
I feel
or
like
whatever.
I'm doing a Kids Say the Darndest Things segment right now with you. It's an old show, Rich.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Observation, relax.
Well, the GPS. Now,
I want to know what else you got. You go in to Walmart to get.
Late at night, I don't know. Maybe I'll go get a snack, or I'll get a fucking... batteries. I don't fucking know anything, just to fucking do something after the
Tell us
show.
more about the GPS.
So the GPS now, there's so many. If you need gas, there's so many things on. What I want to know is, and I'm going to look into it, if there's a talking GPS on the iPhone, which I'm sure there must be because it has everything, and I might.
Well, that's Travis. Travis knows a bit or two about apps.
Yeah, if they have.
Travis, you know anything on the GPS for the iPhone?
Yeah, TomTom's got an app. It's like $100. You're basically buying another GPS.
Yeah,
but it's a complete GPS on the iPhone.
On the iPhone, it's $100.
Yeah.
Who the fuck needs that for $100?
Well, what do you think? What do you call it? Costs $200.
You trust the iPhone's fucking connection over a real GPS connection? You nuts? Sorry, I'm yelling, but fucking, it just makes me angry.
Personally, I wouldn't use it because then you're using your phone as a GPS. So, what if you
can't
get a
really
phone
use
call?
it. Right.
Yeah, it's fucking. What is
You're not supposed to use it while you're driving anyhow.
Really, fucking goody gumdrops.
and let me tell you something.
You're not
else.
supposed to think of cocks while you fuck a woman, but let me stop you.
Let me tell you, I need something to get me hard. Here's the thing with the iPhone too that you might not know. If you're using this app and the phone rings, Bing. You answer the phone, Bing, you hang it up. It goes right back to the app. So what I'm saying is, while I'm on the phone, I'm sure it's going to be not a quick turn here, a quick turn there.
Is the GPS for the iPhone good? Does anyone know?
It's gotten good reviews. I mean, TomTom makes it, so...
Yeah. The one they had for the BlackBerry really sucked, but I haven't tried one in a couple of years now. But the one they did have a few generations ago, well, it was just a useless fucking thing.
I love TomTom. I used to use TomTom when I was in L.A. as a portable one. It was great. TomTom knows.
TomTom knows.
Although they're becoming obsolete because most cars now have some sort of a fucking GPS.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's almost standard at this point, right?
Well,
yeah. New cars almost.
What I don't understand are these rental car companies that when you go rent a car, they'll go, would you like a GPS at $14.95 a day? Some fucking jamoke will get it for a fucking week.
Stop saying jamoke.
Did I say it again?
You don't like the word jamoke?
Yeah, it's your 30th time using your new word.
I've used it forever.
Shut your mouth.
I used it forever.
Is this your new word, Rich?
No,
jamoke?
exactly. I don't know why.
You should write some new jamokes.
now, see, that's where the crowd.
It's a good joke.
I know.
Just let it be a good joke.
I don't care what the crowd gets. That was. How else am I going to play with the word jamoke? I have to say jamokes.
Everyone knows it was just a joke for the radio show.
It was just a jamoke.
Rich, you're terrific.
All right, listen to
me. You're terrific.
I would have said that to Colin or anybody.
You're terrific on the stage.
Oh, Jesus.
You should be back in the improvs. I don't know what the fuck you did wrong there.
You should be fucking laying next to Lucille Ball.
Right, you should.
The good thing about the GPS, so these fucking idiots don't go rent a car, spend $14.95. They could have went out and bought one. They could have went right to fucking Walmart, maybe said hi to me, and bought a GPS.
But isn't it a lot more expensive to buy one at the Walmart? Maybe people don't travel as much as you.
Exactly.
So it's cheaper to just rent one every once in a while.
But they don't want to carry it in their luggage.
It's also cheaper to go to Rent-A-Furniture, for the quick fix, but you want to buy your own couch. You don't want to rent a couch.
I had the portable TomTom because I was traveling so much.
You used to rent furniture?
No, but you see people that do that.
And what happens?
What happens?
If you can only rent it for a certain amount of time?
I don't fucking know. All I seen is Rent-A-Center, people getting couches and shit like that where you can get anywhere.
Okay.
All
right, so what else on the GPS? That's it?
I love it.
That's number 3 gadget that you like.
That I like. There's ones I want to get that I don't know a lot about that I'll get to. Obviously, I like my radar detector. After I got a speeding ticket coming back, I was coming back from Harrisburg, not this year, working there the year before, and I'm in the car with Bonnie, and her friend was with us, Lynn.
Could you get more details? What was the weather like?
What was Lynn
Can
wearing?
I tell the story? Listen to me.
What fast food restaurant?
Discuss the foliage that you were looking at.
Let me explain this, okay?
Sorry.
All right. I'm sorry it's not a mental illness fucking rant, but it's about football. What I'm saying is...
very defensive tonight.
No, I'm not.
What's
I just got to make Jesus.
But you gave really bad details. We had
I'm finishing.
I had a red tie. Sorry.
We're driving back from a
with
gig.
Bonnie and Lynn.
Exactly. How many audience members were there?
How many at the club?
Yeah. How were the chicken fingers? While you're at detail, go ahead.
Were you a feature? Is it a feature? What was it again?
Special event.
Were you a special event? That's going to make me laugh.
I do real
So what was the deal?
Harrisburg.
A regular ticket is $14, but you were a special event, so they had to pay $15.
And that was in Allentown.
Oh my god!
But the further out west of Pennsylvania I go, my price goes up.
Nice.
All
right, go ahead.
And so we were driving, and we're discussing. I don't think celebrities should get preferential treatment at times. They get away with a lot of stuff because of who they are. They walk in. And I go, I think it's... We were talking about, what's his name, Alec Baldwin, when he was smashing his daughter, that whole thing. And I go, there was no backlash, this and that.
There shouldn't have been.
What do you mean there was no backlash?
Well, whatever.
There shouldn't have been. It was a private conversation. He was yelling at his daughter.
Everything is private. Everything, that's bullshit. Because everything about Tiger is private. Everything about everything is private.
I agree.
Okay, everything. Every news story should be private. The President Clinton should be private.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Why?
Because Alec Baldwin is an actor who we pay to act. So his private life has nothing to do with his ability to do his job or what we pay him for. An elected official...
But that's not true, because Alec Baldwin is very outspoken when it comes to politics. So
an elected official has a response... An elected official can fucking influence my life or your life by policy. And by being an elected official, you open your life up to public scrutiny, whereas being an actor, or a golf player, I don't think you do.
No, but that's bullshit, too, because when you're a celebrity or an actor, you do open up your life, or else you wouldn't want to try to get into all these magazines to advance your career. You wouldn't have your publicist call the Star or whatever, Us Magazine, say, hey, he'll be eating lunch here. Just to advance, they want to be in the public eye. That's what advances their career.
But not being judged on things that most of us do.
100% wrong.
No,
those magazines.
You're going to lose this argument.
No, no. Us
You're
Magazine. I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Can I be the judge?
I'll tell. Okay,
Sure.
I'll tell you why
I'm
you're
the
wrong.
judge.
Us whatever those magazines are, sell millions of copies, talking about celebrities' lives, not about their audition, not about their next role, about their personal life. Okay. Millions of dollars are made on it. And those actors want to get in those magazines.
You said backlash, Rich. Like, there should be a backlash for Alec Baldwin yelling at his kid when almost everybody who has a kid has blown up at the kid. Especially going through a horrible divorce like you went through.
Okay.
So he should basically be penalized for behaving in a way that, let's just say, every one of us, the collective us. Hold on, I'll let you talk. Tiger Woods, he cheated on his wife. As do many men.
Okay.
He's not a child molester. He wasn't fucking an animal or doing something that none of us can understand or that goes against all bounds of decency. He was behaving in a way that a tremendous amount of high-profile athletes behave.
Yes.
It certainly was not affecting his work or his ability to perform.
Wrong.
Golf? He's the greatest ever.
It has affected the way he works. Do you see what he did in the fucking Masters? It does affect. You see last year he didn't win a major last year.
But that's not because of that.
He came in 4th place in the Masters.
That's a good
all the pressure on him now.
That's a good position, man.
It still
if he didn't make
affects
the
you. Don't
cut,
think-
then I would say
you
it
don't think
affected
if you're
his
deceiving
job.
your wife and everybody in life, it's affecting your career. It's definitely
If that was true, really? So how come Mickey Mantle was able to hit home runs? Nobody knew he was a drunk. Why was Joe DiMaggio?
Oh, wait, you're going against your argument.
No,
from
I'm
last
not.
Week.
I'm saying it doesn't affect their fucking job.
Well,
It's fine.
Yes, it does. If you saw last week, sex addiction affects the way you act. It's going to affect the way you perform.
It didn't apparently affect us. There are people called functional alcoholics. What I said is his addictive behavior was because he was reckless having sex without condoms. He's married.
So
Means
where's
he can
the
bring home
fine line drawn where it affects what your
we
career?
don't pay him to be a good husband. We pay him to play golf.
But I'm not
What
talking
he
about
does
him.
in his
You're
personal
right.
life is
There you
his
go.
fucking business.
I'm with Jimmy.
How did it affect his? I didn't say it wasn't.
Rich, how did it affect his golf, though?
Well, but wait a second.
How did it affect his golf?
I was wrong
You
about
think
saying
that-
backlash against alcohol. I was wrong about that. But their personal life is what fucking sells tickets.
Maybe
it's what sells tickets.
Oh no, it's not.
You don't think so?
I don't give a
Why
fuck.
do you think they want to try to get in all those fucking magazines?
Because
and get on the fucking
I'll tell you how.
TMZ?
I'll tell you how. What sells tickets is that we like what they do.
Yes.
What keeps them in the forefront of people's minds is them showing up in other places, good and bad. Sometimes
Yes.
negative works for them too. What I'm saying is to be penalized for a behavior.
Okay, I was wrong about saying backlash, but
or anything. Like, let's be honest, all of us, it's a reflection on what a disgusting, phony country we are.
Of course, we're fucking super.
But why is their privacy less valuable than yours? Or, like, for real, like, we joke about our sexual stuff.
Yeah.
But, like, there's certain private things that you'll discuss with your wife or Opie will, or I'll talk about with my chick, that you don't want people to know. And all of a sudden, if someone got a hold of that tape and played it, you want to be judged on that by a bunch of people who do the exact same fucking thing.
No, but certain people are hypocrites, too. I'm not saying alcohol. I'm saying certain people are fucking hypocrites, will go out and preach against this, preach against that, and do the exact opposite, okay? So, politicians,
sure,
fucking, so...
I don't mind that stuff being exposed.
Okay, so only with a politician. Let's say Janine Garoff. Let's use her as an example. She's very, very liberal,
right,
and very,
outspoken. She's outspoken, yes,
very outspoken.
Sure.
Okay, now say she does something like say she's on 24, probably the most racially profiling show on television. Okay.
Should she be called out on a hypocrisy about something she preaches against? Yes.
Okay.
Now, I agree with you.
Okay.
However, Tiger Woods was not preaching celibacy.
I didn't say.
I'm using your argument.
Yes.
Alec Baldwin talks about politics, but as far as I know, he has never said parents shouldn't yell at their kids. If Alec Baldwin had been on the soapbox about parenting and how you should always just talk to your child,
okay, I was wrong about
then that came out. Then, to me, that's a hypocrisy that should be weighed. You go, you know what, this guy's full of shit.
Good point, Rich.
But I'm making good points.
You're not.
What I'm saying,
how are they hypocrites?
No.
How is Alec or Tiger hypocrites?
I didn't say Tiger. I never once said Tiger. But I
you mentioned
Janine.
Tiger.
You brought up Tiger.
You mentioned Janine.
You said Tiger is not. It doesn't hurt his performance, which you don't fucking know that.
All I know is
wait, and that's what I want to jump in for a second. You said it didn't affect his performance. So
it does.
Was he supposed to win a lot more tournaments? When he was being the sex addict?
Well, addiction, any type.
He was banging all these
Okay, wait a second.
broads
If he
playing
was
golf.
shooting heroin, that addiction, do you think that would affect his performance?
We both know the difference.
Between
shooting. It's a terrible example.
Okay, do you think any addiction, not the physical, the mental addiction, is going to hurt his performance?
I don't know. It certainly didn't make Richard Pryor less of a comedian.
Oh, come on. You can't compare that. That's not it. No, you can't. Why? Because
you're saying mental.
No, you're right. A mental addiction. No, you don't. You're twisting it.
I'm not.
He really isn't, Rich.
No,
hold on. Here's
what you did.
One thing at a time.
You really? Yeah.
I said addiction.
Yeah.
How does it affect Tiger's performance? I don't know.
Okay, yes, I'll tell you how.
Rich, please
sorry.
first.
Okay,
Please.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I honestly don't know how it affects his performance. All I know is the results are the guy wins a lot. He's heralded as the greatest golfer alive, or one of them. So it's obviously not negatively affecting him enough for it to be an issue. And then you said to me, what about the mental? And I'm saying, okay, if we're going to talk about the mental, well, then I mentioned somebody else where the mental counts. It didn't make Pryor less of a, it didn't affect Carlin when he was doing it. So maybe it didn't, I can't judge Tiger's mental because I can only raise other examples of guys who are addicts and it didn't hurt their mental.
Okay, what I was saying is, when I said heroin, you can't compare that because the physical, of course, is going to affect him.
Sure.
So addiction is mental. Obviously, you know.
Yes.
That. Okay, it's mental. So what's going on in Tiger's mind mentally with his addiction? Mentally, you don't think that can affect him putting in front of the fucking country, in front of the gallery?
Can I jump in now?
That could affect
Rich?
Could it affect him? Yes or no?
So are you saying because when he was winning a lot of those golf tournaments, he was a sex addict, banging broads all over the country. So to follow your logic here, was he supposed to win even more tournaments than he did?
I don't know, but
that's the question.
I'm saying is here's the bottom line.
Because it's hard to say. Hold on. It's hard to say that it affected his playing because he won a shitload.
Okay, here's what I'm saying.
But I'm keeping an open mind, wondering, was he supposed to win even more tournaments than he did? I don't know.
All right.
Maybe it calmed him down in some weird way.
Hold
on. Where he's banging broads and he does have this thing in his head all the time, pussy. So he gets his fucking rocks off, and now maybe he is calm enough now to play the sport that he's great at.
Okay,
it could go either way.
It could go either way. Okay, here's the bottom line. Addiction affects every aspect of your life.
Yes.
Okay, whether you're a doctor, a golfer, a fucking plumber, it doesn't matter. It affects every walks and affects every part of your life.
But what's that got to do with? This is my question.
Okay, I was wrong about Alec Baldwin with the backlash.
But even Tiger.
Okay.
The guy behaves in a way that a lot of men do, and there's a lot of very successful men, executives, actors, politicians who succeed while doing what he did, which is fucking different women on the side. In some ways, maybe Oprah's right. You know what? Maybe the idea of being married was frustrating to him, and maybe this made him feel like, you know what? I am still alive. And who the fuck knows? It certainly is something we all get. So a lot of us succeed with that addiction. Sex addiction is a bad example of hurting your success. I raised it as a mental obsession because I'm like, why would you risk $1 billion in a divorce coming back with herpes or AIDS or anything else you can get? That's what I meant by that.
He doesn't hurt us, but how about
no?
And I'm not. Listen, I really don't give a fuck about him. But if you're a sponsor spending $10 million,
you're right.
$50 million, you're supposed to paint a picture, an image.
Then how about being consistent? And how about, this is what bothered me, the executives in charge of those companies who are paying this guy. I guarantee you, a good percentage of them
doing the same
behave
thing.
the exact same way he does. And that's what bothers me.
But those guys aren't in front of the camera.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. And they're not getting $100 million fucking deal.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. How could you judge somebody else for doing the same thing you do? Like, for instance, Tiger's job is if you work hard, if you practice, if you become great, you can be the greatest of something. But that's what Tiger's message is. He's a black guy who's called the best golfer ever. That's inspirational. The fact that he fucks a lot of girls is going to ruin that? Not to me, it doesn't.
No, not to me either. But that's not his message once he takes $100 million to be a spokesman for something. Okay, then you're in a whole other thing. And it's the same with you. If you go into a club, all right, and say the club's saying, I'm going to give you $100,000 tonight, but you got to do your set this way. Okay, you agree to it. And the club owner's in the back cursing, doing exactly what he told you not to do. That's not the deal.
You're right. Just like if Tiger all of a sudden stops playing golf properly, that's not the deal. I'm paid to be a good comic.
Yeah.
He's paid to be a great golfer. If all of a sudden I do the set they tell me to do, and I do well, and then they find out that I was fucking a waitress or not a club employee, an audience member in the thing, and they have a problem with that because I'm married, then they're minding my fucking business.
If that affects their money, if it affects, listen, you know it's all money. If it affects their money, then it is their fucking business. If they're paying you and it affects their fucking money, it's all bullshit.
And I don't even know if he was a sex addict.
Yeah, I
think he was.
You think he was?
I do. I believe
just because of the chances he was taking with the no condoms and all.
Because of the crazy risks, and I think the compulsion of it. Like I definitely think it was probably making his personal life very unmanageable.
Right.
But again, I don't know what it did to him professionally. Look, I'm a sex addict. I know how it's hurt my career creatively, but I don't know what it does to a golfer. I don't play golf. I just don't know.
I just feel like that he didn't have a chance to grow up and do all that naturally. That it finally came out, later on in his life. He didn't get a chance to really fucking date a lot of women and stuff. He was too busy fucking hitting 1,000 fucking shots every day.
Yeah. But once a celebrity, Lindsay Lohan and fucking Paris Hilton, they made a career out of throwing their fucking personal life. If it wasn't for people knowing about their personal life, they wouldn't have a fucking career.
But they're not people who are paid to perform a certain way. Like, to me, that is what they do. They contribute nothing.
At this point, that's why they're famous.
Especially Paris. At least Lindsay, you could say, could act or say,
well, we don't even know that anymore because it's been so long.
But
She's now just famous for being a fucking loser fucking partier at this point.
Nicole Richie, she contributes nothing.
Yeah, so
Paris contributes nothing.
It's all bullshit. All these fucking people on TV with no talent. It's fucking ridiculous. But they do throw their public life. They do throw their lives out there. So I'm not saying
Not to be judged
example.
for something that a lot of us understand. It's because, again, that's some big companies. How many of those big companies are walking away from the Catholic Church because of the way they behaved? How many people, I'd love to know, how many of those companies are publicly distancing themselves from the Catholic Church because of the molestations? Not many. Not many, because I don't want the backlash from the Catholics. So they're fucking disgusting.
They're all,
well, again, I don't subscribe to that.
Where did this start, by the way?
He's saying that Alec Baldwin
I made a mistake.
But I'm just saying that's how it started.
Yeah, I corrected it.
But why were we talking about Alec Baldwin?
Well, I was talking about preferential treatment for celebrities.
Oh, this goes
back to my radar detector.
All right, the radar detector, right.
And whatever. But it's ridiculous. I can't get in the text.
All right, so you guys were arguing about the Alec Baldwin situation.
And
because of that, you didn't see the cop?
And then and then the cop pulls me over, and I started fucking trying to say who I was. I'm a comic. You ever listen to Opie and Anthony or seen this? And I try to use I just was talking about how it's fucking disgusting.
See, now it's funny, man.
I got pulled over.
Because you're like, look, I know Alec Baldwin got out of this mess because he's famous, so watch me get out of this mess because I'm famous.
And
did it work?
No, I got the fucking speeding ticket and went out and bought a radar detector the next day.
Okay, at least we brought it all home.
I was wrong about him. I was wrong about him.
All right.
There should have been no backlash.
How fast were you?
You have kids.
How fast were you going?
80 something, and I don't even know if he cut it down to 79 and cut me a break. Because once it goes over 80, it's a whole nother ball game.
Do you know when Tiger should have been held accountable if they found out he was not apparently using steroids or something that is considered cheating in golf?
Right.
Then there's a major problem, because to me then he's breaking his contract, because then it's not just this guy playing golf the way we thought. What he does off the field is none of our fucking business.
True. You don't know his contract. You don't know the stipulations.
They all have morals clauses.
Yes.
I understand that.
Okay.
But it's despicable.
But
then don't sign the fucking contract.
They do check for steroids and all that.
What's
Jim
that?
is making a good point. They do check for all that stuff in golf. And if he was caught cheating, then it would be a very different situation.
Listen, I don't care who he does.
All right, so radar detector's your third.
No, that was the fourth.
Fourth?
It was my external hard drive, my golf caddy, my GPS, my radar detector. And
a lot of people still have radar detectors.
Yeah, but you know what? I
don't see them as much as I used to.
I do, but it kind of beeps like the last minute, or they'll fucking beep again. There's no one there, and you don't really slow down. You know, it's like a warning that you want. It's like when you're doing drugs and everybody tells you not to do them. Those warnings you really don't care about. But then when you get that fucking heart attack from the drugs, you're going, that's the warning I'm going to take. It's like, you know. So radar detectors are like your parents bothering you. You know what I'm saying?
Not really. What's your last tech gadget?
Well, that I like, I don't know how to work it that well. Bonnie controls it. But that fucking TiVo is off the hook, man. I mean, it's been around. Don't get me wrong. It's been around. But TiVo, let me tell you something. Fast forwarding it to commercials.
Doing what?
Fucking fast forwarding it. Okay.
Fast forwarding it.
Fast forwarding. You know, the whole TiVo.
But your cable system has that.
Here's what I really
you tape shows off your cable system?
I don't think so. I don't know. What I really was thinking of the other day,
most
I
cable
might start to do.
It's pretty much part of your thing now.
I might start to do this, or I might do this. I bought a new computer for the movie that we don't go online with. I told you that.
Yeah, I understand that.
Okay. And it's nice. It's fast. It's everything. It's nice. My desktop is just my desktop. You know, I had it all. Fucking everything erased out of it just to clear it up, and it's slow. So I was thinking maybe I might step up and go buy an Apple and a Mac. But I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous about learning how to do, because I'm just
You get used to it.
I'm just starting to conquer, cut and paste with my computer and all that shit.
You do it on Apple. You do everything on Apple.
But because Apple seems like, my iPhone.
I got a Mac Pro for Christmas, and I wasn't really doing much Mac stuff before that, and now that's all I use.
Well, I don't know what I would do,
but I still have a lot to learn. But you pick up a lot of stuff right away. I just want to back
up my iPhone onto a computer, and on my other computer, it's too weird and hard, and you got to have this and that, and
what's this and that?
This and that.
What do you need? What's the this and that you need to back up your iPhone on your regular computer?
I forget the program.
Like some chords?
No, the program. It's one of those.
Danny, do you know what he's talking about?
The programs you need to back it up on a
this and that.
Oh yeah, it's one of those. You got to download it because they don't sell it, and it's called iTunes.
No, I have iTunes. To back it up on your computer, you just got to go through
a thing.
Oh, I forget to.
If you buy a Mac, they have an automatic backup where they can actually back up to an external drive.
iTunes is on there, but
iTunes can back up your iPhone.
It does. Not the phone numbers and stuff. To back the phone numbers up.
Oh, Mobile Me.
Mobile Me stinks.
To back up your phone numbers and all your
hate Mobile Me
contacts
and shit.
Information.
It's not on You won't do it on iTunes,
yeah, well.
Mr. Snooty. You thought you got me there. It's not iTunes. You can't back it up.
Oh my God! Don't challenge Danny to text stuff.
I'm just saying, I had an old iPhone, right, and then I got a newer iPhone, and all my contacts were saved and transferred over
into iTunes.
Yeah, I didn't have to sit there and redo each contact on my new phone.
If you redo each contact, you're a boob.
No, I don't. I didn't.
You redo every.
Are you
contact?
talking about Windows contacts?
I didn't redo every contact. What are you kidding me? I'd be there all day. Fuck, I know a lot of people. No, on iTunes, where's your fucking phone numbers in iTunes?
I don't think you could edit in iTunes, but if you back it up, it'll back up all your contacts and phone numbers.
And then you go to iTunes and you go, okay, I back up my iPhone, it crashes. Okay, I go to iTunes, where are the fucking numbers in iTunes?
Well, you just hit restore from backup, and it'll put everything back on there.
So you're saying you're 100% sure the phone numbers are in iTunes?
I did it.
Huh?
I did it.
Well, where is it? Is it just dangling in iTunes Air?
My phone numbers are not in iTunes. They're in, where are they? There's a way to open them on my Mac out of, I forget what file I can open them on, but there's a way to look at my contacts, but I don't find them in iTunes.
You can't open up your contacts in iTunes and edit stuff. But if you back up Voss, if you back up your iPhone when you go home, and then your iPhone crashes, you need to get everything back onto your iPhone. If you restore from that old backup, it will put all of your contacts and numbers back onto your phone.
Okay, tell this guy that said I was wrong, spelt my name wrong.
Yeah,
it's one S.
There's two M's in dummy. Come on.
All right, maybe I am going to get a fucking... But they're over $1,000, and I don't have the money right now to drop on a... How much is an Apple? A
good one is a couple grand.
I don't want a big one. I want,
you have to if you're editing a film. It's good for that
I'm
stuff.
not doing the editing. No, that's not for... I don't want to do it. Please, I'm going to go to school for 4 years to learn how to edit. We got people doing that. Do you edit on yours? You know how to edit? No, it's fucking insane.
I don't do anything.
You don't know how to edit on your Mac Pro, Jimmy?
Not video. I mean,
it's so easy.
They had one. I could have edited. Awesome. I did some video editing in fucking QuickTime 7 Pro, but now that they throw piece of shit QuickTime 10 at me, I can't.
Oh, fuck enough with all this fucking...
Derek was saying
I was pretty smart at what...
You still have the QuickTime 7 on there.
Yeah, I've heard that, but it's not in my applications. I guarantee
it's in there somewhere. Derek, I'll make sure Derek...
Maybe Derek can walk me through it, but I can't find it. So Derek can kiss my fanny. Excuse my language.
A lot of consultants are losing their minds. Let's go to Keith in Jersey. Keith.
Gentlemen.
Hey, buddy.
Keith, how are you?
Oh, hi, Keith. I know this guy. He's a Mac
Outlook.
Hey, boss. Rich. I am Nancy's Mac consultant. I've been to your sister's house.
Wait, say it again?
I am Nancy's Mac consultant. I've been to your sister's house.
How fucking beautiful is that house, man?
It's nice, overlooking the mountain ridge.
Oh, she's so loaded. Go ahead.
Your sister's so loaded?
Yeah.
What'd she do?
She used to work with big drug companies. Warner Lambert and Pfizer bought them
out. She worked for the drugs and you were doing drugs. See the difference?
Oh, boy.
You should have been working for
look
the
at this. Hold on. Play on words is talking. Okay, what were you saying?
No, I was just saying, if you need any real Mac help or any help with your Mac stuff, talk to your sister. I can help you with all this stuff.
Yeah, this guy knows. I've talked to this guy, Keith. I know him.
Thanks a lot. I'll definitely get a hold of you, but don't try to reunite me with my family. What do you?
You don't talk to your sister?
No, I talk to my sister.
I was just saying if you wanted a real reference.
Why don't you talk to your sister?
I do talk to her.
Your sister's not consulting.
What went wrong with you and your sister?
No, I get along with my sister.
Now?
Yeah, I get along, as well as what the fuck?
Yeah, you don't get along with her. What's the problem?
Huh?
What's the problem with you and your sister?
I don't know. Years ago, she sold me a car that sucked.
And you got mad? You're holding a grudge?
When I was homeless and on drugs, she barely let me stay at her house.
Well, she didn't want you stealing everything.
Exactly, Gator.
Who's Gator?
Keith, thanks. He'll get a hold of you.
I get along with my sister. Thank you.
Wait, you're mad at your sister because you're on drugs and she won't let you
I'm just joking. I just
stay with her and her family?
It's what
and
they
they're probably
say
little kids at the time?
To
She's probably out of
download,
her mind.
to download onto the PC, you need like Outlook Express or something. You have to download. Am I right, Travis? Are you laughing?
They're sort of laughing.
For what?
What's that?
What are you saying?
That you have to have Outlook Express or Outlook on your PC to download your iPhone stuff to back it up. Not iTunes,
to
on
back
Outlook.
up what?
Your fucking contacts, stupid.
No, you just
if
go to
you ever
Windows
wonder why
Contacts.
you're in that
It
room.
syncs to Windows Contacts. You don't need Outlook. Outlook's an email program.
Yeah.
Express.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it's not Outlook.
No, it's not Outlook.
No, it is Outlook.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
I don't know.
You can store contacts.
It's pretty much not Outlook at this point, Rich.
But you can choose.
Is Outlook good or does it suck?
I've never used Outlook before.
Me neither.
No, that's all that's corporate stuff. You might be able to use Outlook because in iTunes you can choose where you want your contacts to sync to. So maybe you can.
On a PC,
I have a PC. I do it with Windows Contacts. That's just how.
What do you have a PC? Do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
What do you back your stuff up on?
Listen,
That sucks.
What's
that?
that?
It does.
This conversation sucks.
That was going good. Well, it's
Rich, you know
10:30. It's the end of the day. What the fuck?
I got to give you a B+ today. You were a solid A until the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Solid A.
I don't
You get
give
a B+.
fuck. Let me tell you something.
You get a B+.
This is what
Still
I
a great
want.
appearance, but you had an A going.
I agree.
You
Then
poured
what
the shit
happened?
out of everybody for the last 15, 20 minutes.
I did what?
You poured the shit out of everyone.
What, me and him had a good conversation.
I gave you a good schooling. Is what happened.
And here's my request because I got to rush to the dentist.
I got to go to the dentist today too.
Oh wow, this is like a Time of Life fucking commercial.
What?
It's like the Kennedy fucking Lincoln thing. You look like Gomer Norton. Nothing. Maybe
What are you
B-.
getting done at the dentist? Because I'm just going for
These are loose.
a nice cleaning. What are you getting?
I'm getting these re-glued until I get them fucking.
When are you gonna get? When are you gonna get them done?
Your hat sucks.
I know. You like my hat?
Why don't you look good in that hat? It's the weirdest thing.
Oh Jesus!
Let me see. I look cute in this hat.
Why don't you look good in the hats? I don't
know.
get it.
I don't look good without them. So I guess that's why.
Here's my request before I leave.
Yeah.
Fuck my nuts.
What happens to your nuts?
They stick to your legs.
Yeah, I get a sticky nut every once in a while.
It's fucking cool. How you peel them.
I like peeling it
It's
off.
like an exercise for your nut bag. You
nice.
feel. Here's my request. And you don't have to answer me on the radio, and I want to put you on the spot. I would ask you this, but I think on a daily basis.
You want my hat?
Yeah,
I don't
on a
look good
daily basis. Maybe you guys should like once or twice a day, since we're not in the studio, plug where like me and Bobby are that week. Like a quick, like tomorrow I won't be here. Like at some point tomorrow you go, and this week go see Rich Voss and Motley's.
I don't disagree.
Oh.
See, the problem is we used to
have the commercials.
Yeah, the nice commercials for you guys.
It was great.
You don't get paid to come in here.
Huh?
You don't get paid to come in here.
Yeah.
For some reason, the company took away your free fucking spot. Which is amazing to me.
So this week,
I'll try to remember to plug Motley's this week.
And Bobby's. I think it's a good idea.
I think it's very nice of us to do that.
Yeah.
No jokes.
Yeah, it's not. I didn't want to put you on the spot.
We had a nice system set up. You guys come in look. Anthony took off his birthday today, which he should be allowed to do that. So we could have went into like a best of. I'm like, you know what? No, let's get some guys in here and we'll do it today.
Yeah.
So you did me a favor. You did the show a favor. So the least we could do is have a stupid commercial running for the rest of the week. You're going to be at Motley's in Boston.
It doesn't have to
But we
be
lost that battle too with the guys down the hall.
So
I'll try to plug it this week, Rich.
Yeah, wherever Bobby. I'm just looking out.
All right, great job today, Rich.
Thank you.
Motley's this weekend in Boston.
Yes.
Starting Thursday, or you got just the Friday, Saturday?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Motley's in Boston. I love fucking Voss on the radio, on the stage.
Yep.
It's one of my good friends. I really like him a lot. And Norton's going to be at the Improv in Pittsburgh this weekend.
In Pittsburgh.
As well. So All right, guys. Enjoy your day. We'll see you tomorrow.